In the world of radio shock jocks, the biggest are Opie and Anthony.
These people say shocking things that border on offensive in order to entertain their audience.
I refuse to sit here and think that radio has to be nice. Why? Why does radio, out of any other medium, have to be nice? We are being now held to a standard where we have to be nice and make people feel good. Go screw!
Radio bad boys, Opie and Anthony.
Controversial radio personalities, Opie and Anthony.
Infamous DJs, Opie and Anthony.
Talk show radio hosts, Opie and Anthony.
Opie and Anthony.
Opie and Anthony.
Radio shock jocks, Opie and Anthony.
Opie and Anthony. Shock jocks, Opie and Anthony. Shock jocks, Opie and Anthony. Opie and Anthony. Shock jocks, Opie and Anthony. Opie and Anthony.
What happened to you?
I put 380 to my chest and I pulled the trigger.
Hey, how did help show up for you? The question is, why did help show up for you?
This is where entertainment is going.
They are sick freaks.
Right, so you're kind of like a transvestite or transsexual. Sorry. Okay.
On your underwear, do you have a sign that says "Pardon our appearance, we're remodeling"?
This is the worst. The worst show I've. This is the worst show I've ever been on.
But enough of this palaver. Let's get the show on the road.
All right, there we are.
Good morning.
My mouses are all tangled.
Your mice?
Got mice.
Mises.
I got 3 Mises that I work here.
I hate Mises to pieces.
And there we go. Now my Mises are working properly.
Thank goodness.
I love looking at the instant feedback right away in the morning.
Yeah. Before we've done anything?
Yeah, well, Jack in Jersey, fun fact. I like to make werewolf movies. Very good.
Who doesn't?
Tom, one of many people, for some reason on the instant feedback, just quoting Pink Floyd lyrics today.
Been up drinking or smoking pot?
Going back to yesterday's show, I guess. We were talking about Pink Floyd a little bit. But Tom writes, remember when you were young, you shone like the sun. All righty.
Yeah.
And Booby Man from Brooklyn writes, good morning. I hope someone named Carol calls today. And then he writes, linger longer.
Hey.
Linger longer. Well, good morning to everybody. It's the Opie and Anthony Show.
Yes.
The ONA virus spreading across America.
Thursday. I lose track of what's going on Thursday.
Thursday's light.
Oh, that's kind of good.
I'll tell you why. We had a lot of really good themes for Thursday, but they're falling by the wayside because, well, first of all, I refuse to bring in my sweatpants.
Oh, no. Is that extreme male camel toe Thursday?
And it's not even that I refuse. I need to be reminded, and no one reminds me.
Gee, I wonder why.
It's the sweatpants.
Hey, Ope, could you bring in your sweatpants tomorrow? Remember to do that.
Hey, at least I'm not looking at gay guys on a soap opera.
Hey, I wasn't watching it.
We'll get into that in a second. But these are the sweats that my girlfriend, my fiance, she hates when I leave the apartment wearing. And I never noticed, but it makes me look like I got something going on.
Auto pup tent.
There's just a massive.
Yeah.
Like
it's just a wreck.
It's impressive. Because after she pointed out to me, I'm like, you know what? Yeah, I look pretty impressive in these things.
Sweatpants are very deceiving.
But the problem is, I go to the gym and then I do my back exercises.
And then they. It's just kind of there.
Looks like I'm wearing a cup. Looks like I'm like a catcher in the major leagues. So those are the sweats I need to bring in to do extreme male camel toe. Because it is extreme male camel toe Thursday. One of these themes that hasn't really taken off.
I thought we'd see some guys on Pal Talk doing it, maybe some of the guys around here.
I'm kind of thankful we don't.
So that one is kind of falling by. Yes, Dan.
I've actually thought of reminding you on a Wednesday, and I was like, I'm not sending this email. There's no way I can ask my boss to please bring in his most presentable sweats.
Bring in those sweats, the ones that really accentuate
the area. Yeah, so that one might be going away.
Might be gone.
Perv News Thursday. We've gone over this a few times. It was supposed to be a fun little bit that we like to do once a week. And Danny brings just horrific Perv News stories. And then everyone's like just driving their car, staring at their radio going, what the F is wrong with these guys?
Kind of terrible.
Right.
It's hard to come up with a Perv News story that's good and like funny and ends happily for everybody except the perp maybe. But
true. Well, what's today's Perv News? It's something to do with cheerleaders.
Oh, this might be a good one.
A cheerleading academy owner arrested in sex probe. Now that sounds like it could be fun.
Why? Yeah, that does. And
it sounds like we could do a little something with that. Do we have the story?
Cheerleaders.
Look, I don't want Perv News to go away. Where's the story? Let's see if that one's a fun Perv News story.
So far, it's setting up to be. What did he do? Something like drill a hole in the wall?
Let's see if this is fun. A cheerleading school owner has been arrested for investigation of having sex with an underage student. Oh boy, here we go.
Oh, boy, maybe
Neil, 28, owner of the Vancouver Cheer Academy, was arrested late Tuesday for investigation of sexual misconduct with a minor.
Jazz hands.
Operating in leased space in a business park, the academy offers cheerleading classes. What parent would send their hot little daughter to cheerleading class in a business park?
Yeah, that's
in a space in a business park that this guy had to rent.
That's a little suspect.
For competitions from the local to the national levels, as well as private lessons, tumbling classes, a gymnasium open to the public, and a parents' night out for children ages 5 to 18. According to the affidavit filed by prosecutors, a 17-year-old girl told Cindy Bull, an investigator from the Child Abuse Intervention Center, that the two had sex at Finger's apartment.
At what? Whose apartment?
Neil Finger.
Neil Finger.
Single. Neil Finger.
His name is Neil Finger?
Neil Finger is the star of Perv News today, yeah.
Name like that. Mm-hmm. It's going to be trouble.
Each time he told her not to tell because he would get in trouble. So she was into it. She's 17.
Yeah.
He's like in
28.
He's 28.
Yeah.
Maybe getting a bit on the older side as far as a 17-year-old goes, but it's not like this is like some 50-year-old.
That's an ethics problem. That's an ethical problem more than a... Unless, was she into it? Or
yeah, she was totally into it because the last line says it all. The girl's mother read about the matter in her daughter's diary.
Oh.
So the daughter was fine with everything. The mom read it in the diary and said, whoa, hey, I got to report this guy.
Girls in your silly diaries just writing about getting it.
Yeah, just stop writing about it.
Stop writing about it, especially if you're underage. Just knock off that jotting down what you did the night before. Filthy little girl.
Mother's going to poke around.
Yeah.
Nope.
But I think I got the lock opened. Let me read about that. I'd love to see her face. She's probably sitting there with the diary in one hand and her hand over her mouth.
Right.
With her mouth kind of open and her eyes all wide. And the pillow down there so she could kind of read it and use the pillow.
that Neil Finger.
Oh, Neil Finger.
Good old Neil Finger.
And his 4 brothers when they curl up.
The mom was probably reading the diary, hoping to read something nice about herself. Oh. Seeing what the daughter says about her.
Yes.
And instead got that fun...
Glad I didn't send her to the cheerleading school run by Bill Cox.
Right. Yeah, exactly.
Get it?
CW, I do. CW from Scranton says, cheerleading classes with Mr. Finger. Are these parents idiots?
Yes. I submit to you, yes.
What do you think of your teacher? He stinks.
Here you go. Awful Meat from Whackbag. Perv News fun fact. I'm listening to the show naked. So there you go. There's your Perv News. I think we got through it today. I mean, there might be other Perv News stories today because it is Perv News Thursday.
That was good. It's not that bad. The girl's 17.
It's kind of hot.
The guy's, kind of an idiot. He's got a stupid name. Yeah, I like it. It wasn't disturbing.
It's titillating.
Didn't end with a body in a swamp.
Didn't end with barbecue tools.
Yeah.
And a newborn in an alley. Whatever the hell that one was that blew up this whole bit.
Yeah.
And then, of course, it's Fun Fact Thursday. We started that a little bit. And, of course, that's why the phones are ringing off.
Oh, wow.
Let's go to Dan in Wyoming. Dan, what's up?
Not much, guys. What's up? Hey, Anthony.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, I don't have anything for the show, but it's Phone Call Thursday.
Phone Call Thursday!
I thought, wait a minute. You said fun fact. I thought he was going to call with a fun fact.
No, he doesn't have to call with a fun fact.
And then it was just stupid Phone Call Thursday.
It's Phone Call Thursday.
Oh, do I hate Phone Call Thursday.
It's our most brilliant concept.
It's the dumbest thing. They call just for the sake of calling. Oh.
It's Phone Call Thursday!
I hate Phone Call Thursday.
Phone Call Thursday!
Phone Call Thursday sucks!
Opie and Anthony.
Yes.
Let's say hi to Brooklyn Ace. Brooklyn Ace, what's going on, buddy?
Hi, guys.
Hey.
Hi, guys.
I just figured I'd call in and say hello.
Oh, see, this bit is the worst. The worst.
What bit, Anthony? I'm calling for a bit, and I'm just calling to say hello.
I love getting under Anthony's skin with Phone Call Thursday.
A good. It just.
Guys.
All right. Thanks for the call, Brooklyn Ace. Let's say hi to Jackie in Jersey. Jackie, what's up?
Hey, guys. I just called to wish you a happy Phone Call Thursday.
No, you can't do that.
It's been a couple weeks since I've called, so I figured you guys missed me or something, so I wanted to call.
No, we didn't. Why would you call to wish us happy the fact that you called?
Anthony, but seriously, though, I hear you have a new cat named Jack Jack.
Oh.
Where'd you get him from?
Oh, boy.
Oh, Jack Jack. Right. I barely bring this up, but Steve from Bayshore. You know Steve.
God. Why are you turning it on me?
Yeah, I got it from him.
In all seriousness, though, where's the expression, perhaps a little bit more than that? Where is that from?
You know, we were just talking about that the other day, that most people have no idea.
Yep.
It's
no idea where that comes from. There's probably 10, 12 people don't know where that came from.
Perhaps more than that, Anthony.
For the people that don't linger longer, why don't we let them in on that one?
No.
No? All right.
Screw him.
Well,
Screw him.
Sometimes you might not know the right amount of people and someone has to tell you.
Right.
But perhaps means that I'm not sure, but I think.
Well, Master Po, just because Master Po is a character in himself, it would help out the show.
His name should be Larry Literal. We were in their car in L.A. I think, was it when you guys were doing Leno, or was it a time before, probably way before that? Actually.
No, it was the poker tournament.
And we're all in this SUV going to the hotel, and we're riding through Beverly Hills where the mansions are disgusting.
And Jimmy has a funny bit that he does. He gets a chuckle out of everybody. He'll underestimate everything because it's ridiculous. And the more ridiculous it is, the funnier it is.
Right. There's all these, these probably, however many thousands of square foot mansions in Beverly Hills along Rodeo or whatever.
Some of these worth probably $100 million.
Yeah.
Well, a house.
14 million, 15.
Some of those worth $8 billion. Perhaps less than that, Ope.
No, some of those are worth $100 million. Are you kidding me?
It was just that type of money. It was like Hollywood money.
Mm-hmm.
And so I'm joking around, and I said to everybody in the truck, I bet you some of these places are worth $100,000. And Master Po was in the truck.
And in all seriousness,
complete seriousness,
looks at Jimmy and goes, perhaps more than that, Jim. and we all just sat there in stunned silence.
We were stupefied.
Yeah.
It was to hear a grown man not understand that I was being sarcastic. We all silently felt pity and revulsion as we stared straight ahead.
The werewolf retard would have understood that the houses went for more than $100,000.
I like to make werewolf movies.
Movies.
I like turtles.
Oh, of course you do, you little
turtle.
kid. Who doesn't? You're a kid. Turtles.
So we've been doing it ever since.
For
almost 3 years.
It's just been going on and on.
Right.
Dude, you didn't play William.
Yeah, you didn't play William.
Please, William's sexy.
My name is William and I like to wear dresses.
Dresses.
My name is Oscar De La Hoya and I like to wear dresses. My name is Oscar De La Hoya. I like to wear bikinis.
Bikini tops and a tutu.
My name is William, and I like fingernail polish.
My name is Oscar De La Hoya, and I like marital aids up my... What?
My name is William, and I like eating lead paint chips.
I love William.
My name is William, and I like to wear dresses.
Dresses.
He was actually the winner of the How Many Ways Can You Disappoint Your Father competition.
You want a fun fact?
Yeah, please.
All right, let's go to Steve in Jersey. It is Fun Fact Thursday. Steve, what's up?
Hey, guys. I just want to let you know that Neil Finger wouldn't have been arrested in Jersey because the age of consent is only 16.
Now, that's a fun fact. There's a person that gets Fun Fact Thursday.
Jimmy doesn't look...
No, because people say that, but they forget there has to be a certain age difference between you. Like, when the age of 16 is the consent age, I believe 22 might be the cap or something like that. You can't be 50 and have a 16-year-old. 18 is consent for everybody. But if it's 16 or even 17 in some places... I think the guy can only be X amount of years old.
Sounds like someone has studied this stuff.
Well, let's just say someone may have had reason to.
Let's go to Richard.
Someone from Jersey.
Richard in Missouri. What's up, Richard?
Missouri.
Phone call Thursday.
Thank you.
And great, Richard. What did you call for?
No.
Phone call Thursday.
Just for Phone Call Thursday.
See, this is
every line.
Know who else is
lit up?
Know who else is frustrated by Phone Call Thursday is all the regular callers to the radio show.
Yeah, because it ties up the phones.
Lisa in Ohio. Lisa.
Good morning. Wanted to wish you a Phone Call Thursday. Happy Phone Call Thursday.
No.
And I also wanted to know who the vote was for Dancing with the Stars. Who's everyone voting for?
Wow, I really can't get into that show, to be honest with you.
Stars? Is that still on?
I saw Marie Osmond the other night. I was taking a peek. I saw Jane Seymour. I don't really care about that show, to be honest with you. You like it?
Well, your friend Mark Cuban's on it this year.
Oh, yeah, I heard that.
What's it called?
Dancing with the Stars.
Oh, Dancing with, okay.
Yeah, they had Pogo Stick Leg last year. Why would you want to watch anything else?
How are you going to follow that unless they have someone with two stumps doing the can and a headstand? Two little stumps raising a quarter-inch each.
Doing the can't.
Have a good day. I'm punching out.
All right, Lisa.
Two stumps.
I hope we're not disappointing Lisa and others that we're not going to be following Dancing with the Stars. But
oh, is that fun?
That could be your line of the day right off the bat.
Well, I hope not. I want more funny.
More funny on the way. Let's say hi to, John in New York. John, what's up?
Dude, Phone Call Thursday. Phone Call Thursday. Phone Call Thursday.
There you go. Phone Call Thursday.
Love you guys.
I hate you.
Are you a Yankee fan?
No, I follow sports, dude.
All right.
Well.
All right, then I love you.
Well, Yankees clinched.
F the Yankees!
They're in the playoffs. This is 13 years in a row.
Go Sox, go!
Under the leadership of Joe Torre. How about that? That's fantastic.
How about that he's a lame duck?
Well,
he wins 90-some-odd games after a horrendous start, and he can't even get a contract from Mr. Steinbrenner.
Well, Mr. Steinbrenner wants to see how the postseason plays out. You know.
Oh, Torre?
Yeah, Torre has another 90-plus.
Has he ever been guaranteed a spot until the playoffs and everything was done? It's always he's on hanging on by his fingernails.
He may not want to do it. He may be wanting.
Maybe not.
Out.
Maybe he wants out.
All right, that's a good start to the Opie and Anthony show right there.
Oh yeah, come on, it's a quality start.
And
Phone Call Thursday.
And because I know people are still waking up, still trying to get themselves together.
Yeah.
To listen to the show today, I think we need a little sing along from Roland.
Yeah.
Roland's going to wake everyone up today by singing a little Pavarotti.
That's nice.
Some famous Pavarotti.
This would be great if you're laying there and your alarm goes off and it's to this because it's so relaxing and it'll wake you up, but it's not going to jar you awake.
It's Roland singing Ave Maria.
Or Ave Maria.
No, it's Roland. It's
Ave Maria, Ave. What the hell?
Here's the haunting sounds of Roland.
Yes.
On the Opie and Anthony show.
It's beautiful.
gratia plenia, Maria, gratia plenia, Maria, gratia plenia, Ave Dominus, Dominus tecum benita tu in mobasia, et tu benedicia, et tu fractus ventris te Jesus, Ave Maria, yeah, Ave Maria, Mater Dei, ora pro nobis pectrobis, ora pro nobis, ora pro nobis pectrobis, Ave Maria, nux et in hor mortuis, et in hora mortis nostra, et in hora matras, et in hora motras notoris, Ave Maria. Yeah.
Oh my God. Oh. Wow. You think he'll get an 11-minute standing ovation? Bravo! Bravo! Bravo!
El Fatso!
El Fatso!
You're checking out the Opie and Anthony Show. Tell a friend. Also, tell a friend we're going to Boston.
Yep.
Oh, yeah, we're going to Boston. We'll have details soon, hopefully.
Yeah, we're going to go up there. And
So good morning to everyone listening on WBCN. Instant feedback coming in. We got a few. Jack the Cat from Staten Island. He writes, "Hey, Opie, here's a fun fact for Thursday." What?
He's not from Staten Island. Jack?
Yeah, he is.
Okay. Must be a different one.
He stole your cat's name.
Bastard.
His fun fact is the Mets are choking big time.
Oh, yeah.
Their lead is now down to 1 game, as if you didn't know. I know.
How big was their lead?
7 games. I think there was 7 games up.
Oh, they're in the middle of a big
crash and burn chokage.
They are choking.
Hey, the Boston Yankees, I know, were 14 down at one point, and where's the Red Sox now? How far ahead are they?
I think they need what's their magic number, 2?
No, I think if the Red Sox win and the Yankees lose, they clinch.
Yeah.
Right?
That's 2, I think. I think it's a combination of things, like 1 win.
Yeah, I think it's 2.
Or 2. Yeah, you're right.
I think they'll be in.
Considering there's 3 games left, 4 games.
I think they'll do all right.
Also, some quick sports happening right now. Dominic and PA, did you guys see the report for the ban of NFL cheerleaders from doing stretches? Have you heard about this story yet?
Stretches?
This is hilarious.
Sounds fantastic. Should this be in Perv News?
Dude, I don't know what's going on with the NFL. You know, you got that cheating thing with the Pats, but I'm sticking up for the Pats. I think most NFL teams were doing exactly what Bill Belichick was doing.
They got caught.
But they kind of got caught and blew up everyone else's spot.
So they put the kibosh on the whole thing.
I just have a feeling about that. And now, the NFL... Wow. This Pal Talk's got to be turned off.
Oh.
Who's that girl with the nice bosoms?
I got a brand new girl on Pal Talk flashing like crazy.
What's the name?
Oddball.
All right. Let me take a look.
How about you do that stuff during commercials so we can maybe still broadcast to everybody? That just stopped me in my tracks. All right, anyway, NFL blows whistle on sideline passes, orders home cheerleaders to keep away from visiting players. Listen to this. The NFL apparently thinks its players are concerned more about sideline scoring than their coach's game plan. The league reportedly sent a memo to all 32 teams ordering them not to allow their cheerleaders to warm up or do anything distracting in front of the visiting team's bench. Supposedly, there were concerns around the league that some teams specifically ordered their cheerleaders to perform in front of visiting teams in hopes of distracting them from pregame instruction.
Wow. Brilliant.
What the hell's going on with the NFL this year?
They've also asked them to stop handing out ping pong balls to the cheerleaders. that trick works in the Philippines, but not in our stadium.
Some players felt they were being a little distracted.
Yeah, I guess.
You got to imagine there's a running back out there that is a little, yoo-hoo, running for 300-400 yards a game, and everyone's like, I don't understand it. We had the cheerleaders doing, all kinds of stretches in front of the bench.
It's just like the fact that you said he's a little yoo-hoo.
Yoo-hoo.
That's like the way a 1950s guy was
right. Yeah.
How is he? Hey, he's a little, with the hand waving.
Well, they took the word away. I just love saying because it's just fun to say on the radio.
By the way,
no hate behind the word, just fun to say, but the lawyers have a problem with it.
He's a fruit.
Fruit. Yeah, we can go with that, I guess. The other F word.
The Sox already clinched a spot, but it's 2 games for them to win the division.
Well, that's
what it is.
Well, that's what I was sort of getting at, but we didn't explain.
Yes.
Well, there you go. So what do you think of that? Cheerleader stretching in front of the visitor.
I think it's brilliant. I think whoever came up with that is brilliant. Great, just distract them. Stretching. Imagine what they were doing. Oh, those viewers.
And then another cute little thing. The Bonds ball will have the asterisk. Remember we were talking about this the other day? Echo bought the ball, Mark Echo.
Yep.
The fashion designer. And then he had a little poll online, and there were a couple choices, or 3 choices. And the one that won, they're going to put an asterisk on the Bonds home run ball, the record-breaking home run ball.
And that way, where does it end up?
I think they're going to give it
private collection, or
I think he's sending it off to the Baseball Hall of Fame after he puts this.
But they're gonna like turn it around.
Well, then you got to put asterisks all over the thing.
Or there might be a stipulation that he has to show. He has to show it. Like this, he may say, I'll give it to you, but you have to display it like this." And they may even, on some weird level, like it, like what we couldn't do it.
And Barry Bonds played his last home game for the Giants yesterday.
That's not
good. What was that?
I hope no one's got one of their an important package from FedEx on that truck. What do they do when that happens?
What happened?
We're just looking at the news. They're showing like all the highlights.
Just completely destroyed.
It was split open and just all of the packages and stuff laying all over the highway.
I guess it absolutely positively won't be there overnight. I don't know what you do. It's just, that sucks.
And Barry Bonds, I'll say it again because you guys looked at that video, but he played his last home game for the Giants last night.
That's it.
He's done with the Giants.
Why, though? Why wouldn't they re-up the guy if he just brought in the home run record?
I think they've had it with him.
Probably, yeah.
To be honest with you.
But he's not I guess the steroid.
And he's also 40, what is he now? 43, 44, somewhere around there?
It's amazing how old you could be in baseball and still play.
Well, but the Giants don't think, because he's going to demand a lot of money. And
yeah.
The Giants are like, you're 40, whatever, 4 years old.
Well, there's another prospect for the Yankees.
Yeah,
pick up another old guy he could pitch. Yeah.
I kind of like, as much as he did, Bonds maybe shouldn't have steroids, but everybody's using steroids. It's like, there's no sluggers not using it. It's not like he's doing it in the age of Babe Ruth. It's like, come on, man.
Yeah.
The guy is one of the greatest sluggers ever. And they're taking it away. It really does kind of annoy me.
And he also has the record for the biggest head to ever play baseball. All right, we'll skip the phone call Thursday. We'll save you this break there, Anthony. Nick in Philly, what's going on, buddy?
Yo, what's up, fellas?
Hey.
I got a fact for you.
Okay.
The tradition of having a wake before a funeral. You know why?
I think I do, actually.
I think I know that. Jimmy, you know?
You go first. I'll tell you that's right.
Okay, I believe it's to make sure the person's dead.
Well, yeah, obviously. It's why it's called a wake.
No, that's not what I heard, actually.
Oh, okay.
Yes, Jimmy?
It was because if you buried him first, everybody would track dirt through the living room. I don't know, sir.
The parlor.
What's the answer there, Nick?
I also heard that it was because, like back then, bowls and plates and cups and things they would eat out of were made of lead, so they couldn't actually tell if the body was dead more than it was just unconscious from the heavy metal poisoning.
Oh, wow, okay.
They would just lay it out for a few days to see if the body would wake up.
Well, isn't that what I said?
Yes.
Yeah, you got to make sure the person's dead.
Well, yeah, but...
So what, people were waking up back in the day?
Well, they call it a wake.
I mean, every once in a while you get the goof story that someone woke up. But was it such a problem that they had to start this whole thing?
Was it always happening?
That's got to be creepy.
I'll bet you they exhumed a couple of bodies at one point and found claw marks inside the coffin.
Oh, and fingernails all with the splinters underneath the...
Dude, that's not good.
Yeah,
Can you imagine waking
that's
up like
not
that?
good.
That would stink.
Well, you know what you got to do? There's a certain punch you can do from very short distance, and you got to keep doing it, and then dig your way out. I saw that somewhere.
I have to be creepy.
Kill Bill?
Perhaps.
Huh?
Yes, perhaps.
All right, let's...
Just lay there rotting.
Oh, would that be horrible?
Awful.
Pitch black, and then when
stretch, you're like, oh, wait a minute.
the air starts getting real thick. Oh, Jimmy can't breathe. He doesn't like not being able to breathe stories.
No, my thing, too. I don't want to be restricted in any way.
I know.
Ugh.
Imagine the bottom of your foot itched.
Ugh.
And you couldn't bend your arm.
That's the least of your problems.
How about you just can't bend your arm to even touch your head? Like, you're just stuck in a position like that? Oh, I hate being in a, restrictive, can't move.
I want to be burnt. I want to be, cremated and then have my ashes scattered at the cheerleader school that Neil Finger started.
Good old Neil Finger.
Good old Neil Finger.
Let's go to Buffalo. Greg, listening on the edge. What do you got today?
Hey, I got a fun fact for you guys.
Okay.
Is it fun?
All right, what is the most sold video game to date?
Well,
Halo 3.
Yeah, we were talking about that the other day. You got to assume it's Halo.
Actually, it's not. It's an older game.
Oh, wait, hold on.
I'll go with Miss Pac-Man.
I'm going to go with Pong.
Wait. Before you give the answer, though, the Pong and Miss Pac-Man are dumb answers because those are, in their heyday, it was more arcade games.
Yeah.
Best-selling video game ever. And you're saying it's not Halo.
It is not.
And it's an older game.
EverQuest.
Pretty old.
Pretty old.
No.
It's not John Madden.
No.
It's not a sports game, right?
Not a sports game.
Frogger.
Oh, it is a sports game?
Nope.
Oh, Tetris?
Nope.
How about
no, he said it's not a sports.
Donkey Kong.
See, a lot of those are arcade games, so you got to think like when you brought video games into the home.
I can't wait till we hear it.
Mario Brothers. Yeah, Super Mario Brothers.
Which one?
Super Mario Brothers.
The original, yeah.
Nope.
What is this?
I hate this guy.
Wait, Mario Brothers.
Come on, that's close enough.
Super Mario 2.
Vacation.
What?
It's Super Mario Brothers 3 for the Nintendo.
Oh, okay.
All right, well, I was close. Super Mario Brothers.
By the way,
really?
Hey, you win the prize.
Hold on. Now, Than has put up a website here, and it says Super Mario Brothers sold 40.23 million, and Super Mario Brothers 3, 18 million.
Yay. What's up with that, douche?
Yeah.
Oh, no.
All right, we got to do a little more research. Top-selling video game of all time.
Did you guys actually watch the documentary Donkey Kong Guy?
I got it.
I suggested highly.
I got it at my house. I got to check it out.
Really cool, man.
Speaking of video games, our own Than has already beaten Halo 3. And I know, and I know it's more of an online type of game, but why are you sitting around beating Halo 3 already? And how long did it take you?
It took me about 10 hours, I think.
What a creep.
And you just played it straight for 10 hours?
No, it was about 7 to 3.
I want an honest answer. You were late the other day because you were up playing Halo.
No, that was the day before. I had never,
damn it.
Maybe that was from giddy anticipation.
Oh, okay.
I didn't know you were a huge Halo fan. That's one game I've never played.
Oh, it's fantastic. And the online stuff is great. And, I mean, you get the 14-year-old factor, obviously, which ruins everything. But
yeah.
Oh, it's fantastic.
I'm going to have to get it just for the online play. Yeah.
I'll be spending 10 times that amount of time on the actual online part. So
yeah,
my girlfriend's pretty psyched.
How good is Halo 3?
It's really good. You know, it finishes the story.
You heard it here first. Halo 3 is really good.
By the way, a little fun fact of my own with Halo 3. Microsoft's making a lot of money off this thing. It's grossed more money than the top-grossing movie ever, which is Spider-Man 3.
That grossed more than Titanic?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
The sale of that video game has grossed more than any movie.
We're at a point in society where hot video games are outselling really big movies.
Yeah, they cost a lot more, too.
Spider-Man 3 did outgross Titanic. No. That was the biggest grossest film of all time.
No, I think Spider-Man is now the biggest grossing movie. Or the biggest opening. Or something.
Yeah, but that's all messed up because, like,
I know, dollar value.
The dollar value and the ticket
Gone
prices.
with the Wind is like the biggest.
Well, now that
it costs 10 cents to get in.
Now that it costs,
love of God.
Now that it costs $20 to go see a stupid movie.
Yeah.
On a primitive screen, by the way. When I was watching Into the Wild the other day, I'm like, why haven't they updated movie theaters? Most people, you don't even have to have a lot of money. Most people have better systems in their homes now.
Yeah.
Than what you see in a stupid movie theater.
And they're going to have
What is going on with that?
Because eventually people are just going to not stop going to the theaters and get them at home. Like, they'll be showing in home. Once there's a suicide bombing in a movie theater, which will happen or something.
Oh, Jesus, Jim. Thanks.
I'm telling you. Once something like that happens, people are going to find a way to get the movies in their homes and they're going to watch them at home.
Find a way?
I mean, like, live.
Right. Oh, legally?
We don't all have Steve C.
Right.
Don't even joke like that.
Don't joke. I don't need people coming to my house.
Don't need the authorities.
Don't worry, they won't know what the website is because we're not allowed to mention it.
Yeah.
I don't know where to find you.
There's watermarks on his movies that he puts out.
Stolen by Steve Foundry.
Stolen by Foundry Music.
Jimmy, what was the last movie you went to? I mean, when you go to the movies now, it just feels like it's an old experience now. It just feels old.
What is the
seats still suck for the most part in most theaters. I mean, you got a few that know how to give you a nice seat to watch a movie.
Yeah,
and the screen is so the detail sucks.
And I'll tell you what the last movie was, that terrible Richard Gere movie, whatever it was called, with Terrence Howard, the premiere.
Ooh.
That's it, The Hunting Party, which was an atrocity filmed. It wasn't funny or poignant or sweet.
Yeah. Were they hunting for a gerbil? Love that one. No Richard Gere story can go without a gerbil reference.
Of course not.
Hey, by the way...
He sneezes and all of a sudden there's a tuft of gerbil hair and they're like, wait a minute. He's like Litmus from Escape from Alcatraz. He was hiding it the whole time.
Halo 3 sold 170 million copies?
Or money.
Oh, money. You scared me. Halo 3...
$170 million.
Brought in $170 million in the first day of sales. Wow. The 20 best-selling console games, we're not going through the 20, obviously, but the number one, according to this list, is Pokemon Red, Blue, and Green.
Oh, Pokemon.
That's the top-selling console game.
Are they going worldwide? Because that's Japan, right? Just stop it. Those Japanese are into some weird-ass games.
Yeah, you're right, actually.
Just weird.
Japan did about 10
You
million.
ever play Tub Girl for PlayStation? That's a fun one.
I played the home version.
All right. Hey, let's say hi to Max in Dallas. Max.
Hey, how's it going?
Hey, Max.
What's up?
Got a couple quick fun facts for you. I used to date a girl that was a mortician. And she told me whenever they embalm a person, they have to super glue all the orifices, or you'll just like the stuff will just go spraying all over the place.
Oh, and they fill you up with formaldehyde?
Yeah. And the other fun fact is, and I don't know how to say this for regular radio, so we'll say the male deceased person.
Yeah.
Yeah, they got to, hold on, I got you. They got to kind of, they just got to pat down the body. Let's just put it that way.
Exactly. And she was telling me that, and it just totally skeeved me out.
Pat it down?
Pat it down so nothing, let's just say nothing happens that would happen when you wake up in the morning?
Yeah.
Exactly.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
How great would that be at the wake? Grandma comes over? Ooh.
Oh, when you embalm a guy... I guess the embalming fluid goes everywhere, including certain chambers in certain places that normally fill up with blood. And that then causes. Would you stop? No way.
I want an expert
Or it might be when you die, because like your nails continue to grow, your hair grows.
I think that's
you evacuate. Sometimes when you die, like your body voids. I think so. I don't know. It could be one of those weird.
Well, now
things.
we got to find out. Hang out today. We got to find out if that's true. If the mortician has to pat down the male bodies.
Oh.
Yes.
Like a balloon animal. You got to squeeze the balloon, and it blows up somewhere else.
Yeah, you got to squeeze. All of a sudden, the toes get like fatter. All right, perfect. Tie them off.
Let's go to Brian in New York. Brian, what's up?
I like to make werewolf movies.
I am the werewolf.
Yes, you are. Good boy.
I caught Kid Nation last night, man. It was so hysterical. I had a couple of things I just wanted to tell you.
Yeah.
One part was they were all hungry and they needed food, so they decided that they were going to kill chickens. And the one black fella stood up and says, "I want chicken," and he was all happy. Everybody else didn't want chicken. And then I remember the little fat girl. She says, "I don't want to kill any chickens." It looked like she'd never eat chicken in her life. She's about 100 pounds, about 8 years old. I thought it was hysterical. And then one last one was that little girl, a little skinny girl, so it's like a little anorexic 4-year-old. She started mouthing off at the lip, and this one boy stood up and says, "Shut your disrespectful little mouth."
Yeah,
I laughed so hard last night. It was so funny. That's all I got, boys. Have a good day.
Well, she's a 10-year-old beauty queen, and you can tell she's going to be a you-know-what already. Her personality is already completely set for the rest of her life.
Yeah.
And she's only 10. She's a beauty queen, and she's got an attitude. She's like, "I don't do dishes." She's 10.
We're the youngest, so we don't have to be able to cook right.
You saw Kid Nation last night?
Yes, I finally watched it.
I can't get enough of that dumb show.
I was laughing my ass off. I was just thinking,
because it's insane, and unfortunately, it's on CBS. I got to be honest with you. I wish another channel grabbed it, because they wouldn't have a cute host. I don't mean cute in the just that I don't mean it
you
like
just
that.
Put your foot so deeply in your mouth.
But I mean that just like that cutesy host where everything is all cool. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like he's protecting everybody. Like I just wish it was on a different channel, because the killing of the food would be a little different. Like last night they had to kill a couple chickens to get protein into these little effers' mouths so they could survive. And they just did it in such a kind of almost like a cutesy way. You know what I mean?
It's it's not brutal enough. It really isn't brutal enough. They're supposed to be kids, and they're on their own in this frontier type atmosphere, this frontier town atmosphere. And they're giving a little too much.
Right.
It's not shocking enough. That kid, that little fat kid that guy was talking about, was hysterical. She went into the chicken cage.
Yeah, just to explain. So the guy that killed the chickens, and she just didn't want that to happen.
Yeah. So she's standing in the chicken cage. Kids are stupid, though. That's all I concluded from that show. I'm watching, just going, they're really dumb. They're excited about a water slide.
Right.
Like if they finish this project with these pipes that they had to put together leading from point A to point B, all these various fittings and elbows and pipes to run water from a source to a water wheel. And then they get to win a water slide in the middle of the street in the town. It's like, kids are stupid. How about something better than a water slide?
Yeah, but in a kid's world, that's the best thing you could ever have.
So I'm like, kids are stupid.
You know? I'm just saying in general that the show's too, I don't know. It's too
dummies.
It's kind of cutesy. I was expecting more like Lord of the Flies type of situation.
Yeah. And it's kind of funny. You watch some of the kids, and they're just like, "Well, we went out and we had to put the pipes together," and they're little kids. But then there's these other kids that are kind of, well, I did some plumbing with my father. It's one kid's talking about how he put the pipes together because he did plumbing work.
Yeah, he's a day away.
25 or something.
You're 100% right. Some of the kids are a day away from puberty, literally.
Waking up and having a full beard.
Yeah, one kid's like 15 and he's hanging out with 8-year-old girls.
Yeah, it's like I don't know what's going on with that show. I haven't figured it out yet, but I'll keep watching.
Oh God, enough of this crap. Steve in Brooklyn, what's up?
Hey, it's Eli. I have a fun fact for you specifically.
Yeah, I know. That's why I went to. Go ahead.
Yeah, there are 2 S's in the word asterisk.
Okay.
And actually, the fun is for the rest of us listening to you try to pronounce it correctly or refusing to.
Oh, asterisk.
Yeah.
Oh, all right.
Are you done?
I'm done.
All right, there you go. Before we go to break, we got to let you know about cashforgold.com. Ah, sweet. Lust for Life.
Come on.
Can we just listen
Royal
to this
Caribbean
song for a while?
commercial?
Yeah, they wrecked this song. You're right.
You hear this constantly on the ship, too, when you're on the Royal Caribbean cruise, yeah. But you're like, you go through the TV and they have the closed-circuit cruise channels, and this song's playing, and you're all psyched. Oh, I'm going to go climb the rock wall. I'm psyched.
But you end up at the bar instead.
There's a lot of bars in between your room and the rock wall.
Right.
You're right.
It's an obstacle course.
Frozen banana drinks.
Half the battle's getting to the rock wall without stopping at a bar, right?
God, that is so true.
Opie and Anthony, Jim Norton.
Why are monks running around all over the world? There's like 70,000 of them in the streets of Myanmar.
Who gives a crap?
There's always some government that wants to crack down on the monks.
What's wrong with the monks?
But they're all angry at the monks because they don't. I don't know. They don't conform to the government's rules and regulations.
Leave the monks alone.
Leave the monks. Wouldn't you not mind if monks were crossing the border to get into the United States to escape oppression?
Of course not.
They're just monks.
Yeah.
They'd brew beer.
It would be a lot quieter in your neighborhood.
It'd be very quiet.
They don't like to speak.
No, they don't talk. They just sit there. And occasionally burn themselves up with gasoline.
Can I get,
Problem?
Yes. Chad in Chicago.
Chad.
Yeah.
Hey, Chad.
Hey,
what's up?
Hey, I just wanted to ask Opie, who do you think might not be as cute as the host from Kid Nation that might, not distract you so much?
All right, let's just get this over with.
He's pumping that out.
Let's just get this over with. Throw me in the barrel. Let's have fun for the next 20 minutes. I used the wrong word. I just meant the whole show in general was put together in a cutesy way. Whatever. I can't explain myself.
No, there's no explaining it. You called the host cute,
right?
And you got called on it.
Actually,
it happens.
Actually, it's not my type. I rather go with like Brad Pitt.
Wow. I saw like last night during the show too. A girl went up and hugged him.
Yeah,
and he kind of like touched her head and brushed her hair a little bit and then sent her away.
Look,
it's that's kind of creepy to me.
Look, I'm F today. I understand. I didn't mean cute in that way. It's just like it's a cutesy. Forget it. I can't explain myself.
Fine. What's the big deal?
I'm done.
I think Chris Hansen should host that show. To be honest with you.
Soap opera, or you want to do politics? We got 2 really good things we got to get to.
Well,
here.
the soap opera thing's pretty quick because I was just I was napping. When I go home, sometimes I have to nap before I go to the gym because I'm very tired from waking up so early. So I'm taking my little nappy, and I wake up before the alarm goes off, so I got a little time to lay there. And I look at the TV, and there's a soap opera on because the TV's on with the volume off.
Well, something about Anthony, you can't sleep if the TV's off, right?
Well, I just like having the TV on.
But even when you're sleeping for the night, you have to keep the TV on the whole night, right?
Well, yeah, last night I put on one of the music channels that, a cable system has.
Well, you sleep with with noise in the room?
Yeah, TV on.
He has to have the TV on. This is something we've known for years.
I gotta have the TV
on.
Yeah.
Why, you know what? Are you scared?
I'm very scared of the dark. No, I'm not scared. I just, I don't like, being left to my own thoughts. Sometimes I like kind of distractions.
But doesn't that keep you awake here?
No, not at all. What'll keep me awake is if it's dead silent. I will sit there and think about stuff all night long. And I'm not talking about like bad stuff or anything like that. Just stuff. I'll think about, what do I want to do? And then your mind just goes off and all of a sudden you're thinking of creative ideas, things you might want to do for the show, things I might want to videotape.
Cute TV hosts.
Cute TV hosts. Things like that. And then I look at the clock and realize I've been there just thinking for hours. So if I put a stupid show on that's just, dull or even a good movie, something like that, I'll fall asleep watching that. But now I put on the music channels. Like I got done last night watching The War, which is that Ken Burns documentary on World War II. It is fan-effing-tastic.
Has the guy ever done anything bad?
I didn't like the baseball one because, I don't know. I didn't like that one. The Civil War one was amazing. And this one about World War II is unbelievable, fantastic. It's on your public television network, wherever you're from. And it's amazing. I highly suggest it.
Okay.
So I was watching that. It ended at about 12:30. And I had to go to sleep. So I put on the music channel and just went to sleep to that.
See, I used to try doing that, like get the real trippy like music channels.
Yeah.
And then they always have to play a song in the mix that wakes you up. Like something that's a little too loud with gongs or something that wakes you up from your sleep.
Oh, yeah. You got to watch out what kind of music you put on.
Well, but they need to have the music all on the same level.
Yeah, yeah.
Knowing that some people will use this as background music to take a nap or fall asleep.
I turn it way down, too. So even if something gets loud, it's not going to get too loud. I turn it way down. And Dan brought it up. He goes, "That's funny. You put on the TV so that you won't get ideas for the show." I don't want to think too much about like the show or stuff like that.
No.
Not while I'm trying to go to sleep. But I had to go to the gym, so I napped. And then I woke up before the alarm. So I'm laying there. And a soap opera is on Channel 2 because the TV was just left on. And it was on Channel 2. And I don't know what it was. Couldn't tell you. I guess it was before 3 o'clock. It was in the 2 o'clock hour on Channel 2, whatever soap that is. So I'm kind of got one eye open, and there are two guys that are kind of like this OC-looking, trendy guys in their early 20s, I guess, in this room, and they're talking in this big soap opera-type mansion that everyone seems to have. And they're talking about something, and I'm just kind of looking, and then they start out of nowhere making out. They just started open-mouth kissing on this soap opera. And I'm like, what the hell am I watching? And then the door opens to this room they're in.
Yeah.
And what appears to be, and what I can only guess, was one of their fathers walked in the room and just made this shocked face, this soap opera shock face, and then it faded to the commercial, and that was the end of the show for the day.
Oh, he didn't do the butt head?
No, he was shocked and horrified.
Right.
And dude, they went back to the guys who are just open mouth, like passion kissing, deep kissing.
I think worse than having sex with a man would be, as you're kissing one, to feel his man hands holding your head, like the sweat of a man hand right on the nape of your neck.
God.
Kind of holding it and then gently scraping his fingers along the back of your scalp.
Oh my God.
and the noise a man would make when he was kissing you would be
that is so freaking
smelling
creepy.
that Old Spice.
What would be worse?
High karate.
What would be worse? The man kissing you, or when he held your face in his hands and gently just licked your lips in a teasing fashion?
Oof, well. Iraq, it's called All My Children. The soap opera. And the one I disowned.
So I thought that was the name of the guy's favorite beverage.
So the father walks in to see this mess.
Yeah, I gather it's the father. I don't know. He made a shocked look.
Yeah.
And then they faded, went to commercial, and when they came back, it was the end of the show. So they left with a big cliffhanger.
Well, the problem is...
So I don't know what... that's how I was left. That and a little plump.
That was the music they should have played when the father was at the door.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Son, I thought you were supposed to be at football practice, boy. Oh, my God, you're a
You like in your
You his didn't you? Your smells like, doesn't it?
Oh boy! Well, you could watch the show a year from now, and then finally they'll tell you what that's all about.
I'll find out what
stupid soap operas.
I'll find out what happened.
Hey, also you watched the Democratic debate last night?
Yeah, I was trolling around through the channels, and I see the debates on, so I figure I'll catch a little bit of it. You don't got you don't have to watch all the debate. You got to watch about 20 minutes of it, and then you know everything.
You're better than me because I was flipping through and I saw that. I stopped. I'm like, all right, I'm going to watch this a little bit. After 2 minutes, I'm like, nothing's going to get accomplished here. No one's going to answer any questions. It's just a complete waste of time.
It's all the same agenda, the same stuff, the same answers. They're all kind of afraid to rock the boat, especially this early on in the whole thing. But it's the first foray I have made into watching any of these debates and kind of seeing what the candidates are about. Figure it's time, start taking a look. And the Democrats are screwed. They had the perfect opportunity to get a candidate in there that, somebody like Bill Clinton, in a way where maybe he comes out of nowhere, got some experience, some novel, original ideas, some sincerity, charismatic kind of a thing.
Yeah, but you never know. I mean, no one really knew Clinton.
Yeah, but he came
out of nowhere.
From what I saw,
so maybe one of these guys comes out of nowhere.
But there's no real new guy.
Mike Gravel.
No. Dude, I didn't even know. All right, I didn't even know some of these guys are in there. There's the old crazy guy, and that's him.
Mike Gravel?
Yeah, he's old crazy guy.
I didn't even know about this guy until you talked about him this morning. I can't get enough of Mike Gravel now.
Then there's old guy with a part that looks like he parted it with a beard shaver.
Okay.
He's doing something where he's got a part that's about 3 inches wide.
Yeah.
Then Joe Biden. He seems all right. You've seen him around for years, so he kind of knows how to work these debates. He gives some straight answers, which was refreshing to see. Obama, from what I saw, his inexperience comes through when he doesn't have a written speech in front of him. When he delivered the keynote speech, I guess.
He was amazing. He had charisma.
Yeah.
He really got the attention.
Very charismatic. That kind of was his coming out party there, his debutante ball.
Yeah.
And when he's just standing there answering questions, he's very...
It's not the same.
Robotic. He doesn't come off as sincere as he does when he's got a prepared speech. Hillary is just the C word.
She's terrible.
She is the C word. That's all that comes across when she's there. There's no warmth to her. There's no personality to her. And believe me, she could have some of the best ideas ever, but wrapped up in that package, they don't come across well.
And that pantsuit.
It's horrid.
The only woman I would feel more comfortable with is Condoleezza Rice. I don't know why she doesn't annoy me, but she doesn't. Like her, I could listen to. There's something not phony or forced about it when she talks.
Yeah.
She's just like,
She's very natural when
she's not a phony.
Doing her thing, right?
And I guess Edwards is all right. He kind of reminds me too much of ELO, though. He does. I look at him, and there's something kind of about the way he looks and his hair and his mannerisms. He just reminds me of ELO, and I can't, in good conscience, vote for ELO.
Why, does John Edwards also sleep on a bar floor?
He was pulling out drinks from under his podium.
Yeah. Let's get by the third question. He's like, I don't care who you vote for.
He's trying to hide a straw behind the mic.
Hey, you got to get to Mike Gravel, though. Snapman's writing, guys, did you see the YouTube video with Mike Gravel where he stares at the camera and throws a rock into a lake?
He's insane.
I think we're the last ones on board the Mike Gravel train here, man.
I don't know.
I had no idea this guy was, out of his mind.
This guy is crazy. I'm watching last night, and 2 seconds into the first thing he said, I went, oh, my God, this guy's a nut.
Okay. Oh, here's Mike Gravel just staring into the camera on YouTube. Just put Mike Gravel rock into the search, and you'll see this. He's just staring into the camera. This is the guy, huh?
Yeah. He's an old codger.
Right.
Much too old to be elected president, and he's just too old.
But he's on the same stage as Hillary Clinton, John Edwards, Obama, Biden.
Looks like Andy Rooney.
He's crazy.
Right. Well, we got a clip of Mike Gravel. Set this up here.
They were asking, and this was kind of good. The moderator was asking each candidate, potential presidential candidate, how they could possibly be president if they had made this mistake.
Okay.
And then they mention a mistake that they had made in their past, or some kind of bad policy they did, or the city they were in charge of going bankrupt. This guy, in his personal life, had owned a business that went bankrupt, and he bilked some companies out of a lot of money by filing for bankruptcy. and he kind of tries to explain it, and it doesn't come off well.
Okay.
He actually gets some laughs.
Why is he throwing that rock in the water?
Because he's crazy.
I don't know.
That was a kidney stone.
It's a huge rock. He just throws into the lake, then walks away.
Does he say anything during this?
And then the graphic is Gravel 2008.
Do they think that this is going to make you think, like, this guy is different? He's an ass.
He kept saying that all the other candidates were in fantasy land.
Right.
He goes, now you're talking fantasy land again. And everything that came out of his mouth was fantasy land.
He's just one of these candidates that just doesn't have a chance, but it'll be fun to watch what he says and does from here on in.
You know, the other candidates are just like, oh my God, why do we have to share the stage with this guy? He's a kook.
Well, this is what he had to say last night. Ant just did the fine setup there.
I want to ask Senator Gravel. You
talked
about running for president of the United States. In 1980, your condo business went bankrupt.
Correct.
In 2004, you filed for personal bankruptcy, leaving $85,000 in credit bills unpaid. How can someone who did not take care of his business, could not manage his own personal finances, say that he's capable of managing the country?
Well, first off, if you want to make a judgment of who can be the greediest people in the world when they get to public office, you can just look at the people up here. Many of them done very, very well in public office. I left the Senate no better than when I went in. Now, you say the condo business, I'll tell you, Donald Trump has been bankrupt 100 times. So I went bankrupt once in business, and the other, who did I bankrupt? I stuck the credit card companies with $90,000 worth of bills, and they deserved it because I used the money. They deserved it, and I used the money to finance the empowerment of the American people with a national initiative so you can make the laws. Now, Tim, let me just point one thing out. You're asking about special interest.
You've made your point. You've made your point.
Well, I wanted to make a better point.
This guy rules.
I wanted to make a better point. And he's just laughing. He goes, no, you made your point. You're crazy. It's pretty much what he said. He goes, you made your point. You're a nut.
Yeah.
I stuck them. That's right. They deserved it.
Wow, that's what you want to hear from them.
That he stuck the credit card companies because they deserved it.
That guy rules.
You could be assassinated for saying something like that.
And he's like, I want to make a better point. I didn't like the one I made.
Let's get to the other clip.
Tim, let me just point one thing out. You're asking about special interest.
You've made your point. You've made your point.
I wanted to make a better point.
Let me leave it at that, because I got to give everyone a chance.
Oh, wow.
He's hysterical.
He is on our radar.
Tim Russert sucks. He's little teeny beady, stupid bug eyes, but this guy rules.
Yeah, this guy is going to be really funny to watch.
I want to make a better point.
He's insane.
Oh, that's terrific.
I want to register Democrat and vote for Mike Gravel.
You just want him. Gravel.
Gravel, right.
It's Gravel.
Yeah, it is Gravel.
I want to defraud the system and vote for him repeatedly.
I would love to have him as president.
Well,
talk about shaking some stuff up.
Hey, when you hear Mike Gravel or whatever, you got to think Dick Stockton from back in the day.
Is that him?
Can we get some old Dick Stockton clips?
If I'll tell you something, we might have to start get the Opie and Anthony show's endorsement, presidential endorsement. I know it's a little early, but people are starting to endorse some of the candidates. Perhaps Mike Gravel is going to be our candidate.
We haven't been excited about politics since Paul R. Nelson.
We got behind Paul R. Nelson.
So now we got a new guy, Mike Gravel.
Mink Gravel.
In 2008.
How was Hillary? Her face.
She just started laughing, right?
She started laughing. Everyone was laughing at this guy. And at one point earlier in the debate, Mike Gravel turns to Hillary and starts lambasting her on some issues. And she's looking at him with this smirk and this face that you can only imagine she had on when Bill told her about the affair.
Yes.
Like, just, you son of a bitch. And just the C. The C face she had on.
She's a very remarkably unlikable person.
Unlikable.
And I don't like when people say, well, she's a powerful woman. I have no problem with a brilliant power. And she is brilliant. But I just don't like her, and I don't know why. Maybe because she got into her husband. Maybe that's why she didn't come up. Like,
I don't like her because
you don't know what her husband does.
I don't like her because there's no honesty there. She's a phony.
Right. That's another thing. Exactly.
She can't answer a question. Even when they asked her what her favorite baseball team is, she couldn't even do that right.
Last night, they asked her.
Giuliani openly says, I'm a Yankees fan. And you know what? Mets fans in New York respected the fact that he answered the question. He's like, this is what I'm into. And with Hillary, what was it? She liked the Cubs, but she also liked the Yankees.
Oh, she had a different hat on at any stadium she'd be in.
It was just
like, hat on.
just freaking answer a question.
Because she thinks that she's such a dummy, and she's so not in touch with the way sports people really are. Her view is that, well, men are so dumb with their sports, they'll like me better if they think. No one cares. No one cares, frosted mullet, fat neck. No one cares.
They asked her, they were doing another fat montage on TV. They asked her, look, if Israel felt threatened by Iran's nuclear capability, would you support our ally, Israel, in a preemptive strike against Iran's facilities to build nuclear weapons? And she wouldn't answer the question.
Of course she wouldn't.
She said, I will not go into hypothetical situations. He goes, no, it's not a hypothetical situation. I'm saying, would you support Israel if this were to happen? She would not answer the goddamn question.
She sucks, and the Democrats are going to wind up nominating her because she's probably... They say she's a great fundraiser. Like, I'm reading about it a lot, and they say she's a brilliant fundraiser. She's going to get the nomination.
And then she might. I don't know. The more, like, they also asked her about these safe havens for illegal immigrants. There are certain cities that are going to be safe havens where the police aren't allowed to barge in and arrest illegal immigrants.
You're kidding, right?
That's
I'm not kidding. There has to be some kind of an INS presence. You can't just say call the police and go, there is a house full of illegal immigrants, and have them go bust them. They're called safe havens. And it's completely against the law. They would be breaking the law, actually harboring these people, the cities themselves. So they asked the candidates, would you support these cities being safe havens for immigrants? And again, she goes on and on to where I'm sitting there going, she's twisting this all around. And he's telling her, answer the question. And she just goes on. And they ask, like, Biden. And Biden goes, no, I don't support it. And I was like, oh, wait a minute. I had to rewind.
It's
and go,
wait, someone actually answered the question?
Was that a straight, honest answer?
That's all you want from your politician.
Just give me a goddamn answer.
Answer the effing question.
When they ask him one thing and then they turn, like they ask about the war, and then they spin it, and all of a sudden she's talking about health care.
Universal health care.
What'd you do? What'd you do? You were asked the question. It's phony. It's not honest.
Right.
And that's why people don't like her.
When we come back, do we have any Hillary audio? I just have to get a little bit.
Well, actually, we got some. It's not Dick. It's James Stockdale, right? James
Stockdale, Admiral James Stockdale.
Admiral. Oh, it was always Admiral. That's why I never remembered his first name either.
And we'll try to get a Hillary clip. And if we're going to talk politics, because it is the Opie and Anthony show, they debated politics on Beauty and the Geek with these bimbos. We got some highlights that are
that's got to be a better debate.
Really, really funny. And then the biggest bimbo of all, our president, and what he said last night. That was really good too. So we'll continue with politics for a little bit here. Bill Burr joining the program. Also later this morning we got Sandy Kane's coming in today.
And also. And Carrot Top.
And Carrot Top will be stopping by to say hi.
But him and Bill Burr can't be in the same room together, or they'll explode like matter and antimatter.
It's Opie and Anthony. Hey.
Hello.
Hello.
Haven't heard that one in a while.
Hello.
I like that one.
Yeah. Sometimes listeners do that. Call up and say, hello.
All right, a little reset here. PD's like when you reset. Opie and Anthony show. Phone number, 877-212-O&A. Instant feedback. You get there through our website. You got the Pal Talk cameras. People are watching us do the radio show.
And we're watching them.
And we're in the middle of kind of talking about politics.
A little bit.
Changing gears a little bit. Who watches Beauty and the Geek?
I have not caught it this season, but I have listened to the sound clips on the Opie and Anthony show.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. I don't have to watch a lot of these shows.
Nah, we'll give you the
speaking of
the easy version.
Yeah, speaking of resetting, exactly. This is like, we watch all the shows for you, and then we bring the better clips to your radio dial.
Just sleep, old day and night, and then just wake up for this show. And we'll fill you in with everything you need to know, and then go back to sleep.
Yeah, one of our jobs is just to be in touch with pop culture and the TV shows and the movies and the video games and the politics and the top news stories and the sports teams. Effing Phillies.
We should live your life
Phillies,
for you.
I said it.
Oh, what happened?
Giving the Mets a bit of a problem.
Well.
And I was thinking
Mets
about... I know they're choking. I was thinking about something. I just want to state it for everybody out there. You know how we were talking about Hillary and how she can't answer a stupid question?
Yes.
And that's really frustrating because what the politicians are trying to do, they don't want to, block anyone from voting for them, right?
Yep.
Because if you're for abortion and your candidate is against it, you're going to be like, well, I can't vote for that candidate.
Yeah.
And that's well and good if there's one or two topics. But they do it for everything to the point where it's like, I don't want to vote for this person because they don't answer anything.
Because they won't answer anything because, just like you said, they're afraid they're going to alienate a part of the population, so they just don't answer it.
Right. And I guess this started pretty much with the abortion issue. Mm-hmm. But then it led into what they think of Israel. What do they think of illegal immigration? And they just added so many of these tough questions that these politicians don't answer them.
Mm-hmm.
So then you as the voter, it's like, why am I even bothering?
Yeah, you don't know what the candidate stands for because they won't talk about it.
And I appreciate a candidate that just answers the questions and is a bit honest.
Mm-hmm.
They should have a yes and no session where you're forced to answer.
How great would that be?
Yes and no.
Right.
And the questions have to be designed. They have to, because obviously there's circumstances.
Right.
So they have to kind of be specific questions.
Hillary would go, yo.
Yes. Yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
Stupid cream pantsuit.
But the point I'm going to make here is we make it very obvious what sports teams we're into.
Mm-hmm.
A little different, I understand. Did the big build up here. But Anthony is a huge Yankees fan.
Yeah.
I'm a Mets fan. Yankees. But I want the Red Sox over the Yankees. That is the truth. From, I guess, my days in Boston.
That's crazy because I'm a Yankee fan, but I would definitely take the Mets over the Red Sox.
Well, no, I want the Mets in the long run.
Yeah, I know, but you would take Boston over the Yankees.
Yeah, because I don't want to.
See, that's stupid.
I hate the Yankees.
I don't like that.
If you're a Mets fan,
I'm a New Yorker to the point. I would definitely take Mets over Sox.
Yeah,
even though I'm a Yankee fan.
Well, when you do a syndicated radio show, consultants will tell you, why don't you keep it a little vague what you're into as far as sports teams go and stuff, because you don't want to alienate the Boston people that are listening to us right now. And I think fans of this radio show appreciate the fact that we're honest about who we like, and we're not trying to make believe we sort of like the Red Sox, but sort of like the Cubs, but sort of like the Phillies, and you know what I mean?
Like when we used to take pictures of us in every jersey from every market we were in and send it to that station.
Yeah, but we even went on the air and said, look,
I know.
Chicago sent us some Bulls jerseys. We're going to pose them for the website.
We're in Detroit. Let's say this. I hope
Detroit's having a huge year.
I hope the Tigers bus flips over.
Wow. That isn't very nice.
I hope so. Right into an embankment and all the pitchers' arms break.
Yeah. And the Tigers are having a great year, but we're not going to fake it. I couldn't talk about the Tigers
at all.
So, whatever.
But people think that if you're making people laugh, they're not going to care what team you root for.
Yeah, who cares?
The people, they underestimate, they think guys are that stupid that, they won't listen to something that's funny because we don't like the Red Sox.
Don't like my team, can't listen.
Yeah.
I like to make werewolf movies.
I am the werewolf.
I like turtles.
Oh, shut up about the turtles.
We're also on in Florida. I hope the Marlins... I hope they're having a practice and the stadium door catches on fire, and as they're all escaping, they burn running through it. And the Devil Rays are trying to help them, and they burn too.
What, all 10 people that went to the game? Have you seen the picture?
That's awful.
Have you seen that picture?
Yeah,
awful.
It's great.
Well, was it the Marlins? It was the Marlins, right? They were playing a home game?
The empty stadium?
Marlins against the Nationals.
There's a picture. If you haven't seen it yet, maybe we could turn some people onto the picture.
No one gives a crap game.
It's in the middle of the game. It was so effing hot that there was no one in the stadium.
Mm-hmm.
They all just either didn't go to the game to begin with or left.
We're also on in Washington.
Oh, yes.
We're on in D.C. and the Nationals.
They're a AAA team. We all know that.
Of course they are.
They just threw them a bone and let them play in the majors for a few years.
And I don't know how it would happen, but I hope they're all in the locker room and there's a building collapse and they have to pull them from the rubble with filthy, torn uniforms. Some living, some not so lucky.
And jock straps.
Yes, jock straps and torn uniforms and tears. Like their dirty, stained faces.
That looks like a picture of a stadium.
Yeah.
Like where you get an empty stadium and take a picture. That is it.
Right, and they show,
You
the
put it up on your wall as art.
That's not the one I saw, by the way. I saw another one where
there's less people.
You couldn't count 100 people in the stadium during a Marlins game.
It was taken from behind home plate, like that angle. You could see
that's it. I think.
I think this is it. Look at this. I know it's radio, but we'll turn you on to this picture. Look at this. You can't count 100 people in that stadium, and they swear this was during a Marlins home game.
And I bet if you went to walk up to the front, some creep security guard would still stop you.
No, let me see your ticket.
Yeah, because he wants, he wants a little action in his hand there.
Wow.
I think it was in the Washington Post. Yeah, the Washington Post printed this picture. This is an actual picture of a Marlins home game, and as you look at this picture, you can't count 100 people in the stadium. It's a picture from way above, looking at the entire stadium.
And listen, we shouldn't alienate the city. Chicago's the city we're on in.
Yeah.
We love Chicago.
Yep.
I hope the White Sox and the Cubbies all get food poisoning. Bad food poisoning. Like almost like we don't know if they're going to live or not.
Dude, you're going to kill us in these cities.
I don't mean to.
Oh, my God.
Hey, we're on in Philly. We're big Eagles.
Yeah.
Eagles.
Mm-hmm.
But
every leg on the team should be broken in one avoidable accident. Like one thing that they could have avoided.
Easily avoidable.
But they didn't, and all of their legs
But that's
are
what a
broken.
radio consultant will do. They'll sit you down and go, look, don't alienate, the city by not acknowledging that you just keep it very, very vague. You blur it a little bit.
Yeah.
And so they think maybe they are Eagles fans. I think that's kind of dishonest.
And nobody cares. Like the people don't. It's not 1978 anymore. The people just don't.
I think it's more fun if if Anthony's talking about the Yankees, and then next thing you know, we got a bunch of phone calls from Red Sox fans beating up Anthony.
Well, let me tell you,
taking on the whole city.
They enjoyed that fact a few years back.
2003.
That's for sure. 2003. Yeah, they really enjoyed the fact that I was a Yankee fan.
Yeah.
Oh, wait. I'm sorry. We were on in 2003.
No.
2004.
Four, probably, yeah. Yeah.
I like to forget that year, too.
Yeah.
Believe me.
But sure. But
we got this one in the bag. Oops.
I think it makes for good radio.
Yeah.
Just tell it like it is, or at least attempt to. Beauty and the Geek. So the Beauties had a little political debate, just like we were talking about with Hillary and the rest of the candidates last night, right?
Mm-hmm.
And you got two beauties debating over minimum wage right here.
Oh, big issue. Okay.
Yes.
No, they must have been very intelligent, their answers.
Your topic is, should the federal minimum wage be raised?
I used to make minimum wage working at a retail store, actually, and it wasn't fair. It wasn't cutting my bills, and I was with my parents.
I disagree. We don't need for the people to have more money. The way that they are now should be the way that they should be. And we should definitely not hire them.
Not hire them? What? Who are them? Oh.
Or live next to them.
How dumb are these broads?
Very.
It's amazing how dumb they are. By the way, a lot of Washington Nationals fans checking in on instant feedback. Hey, Opie, that AAA team kicked the S out of your Mets. Coming in from Shaggy.
See?
It's coming in a lot. Actually, the Nationals did sweep the Mets recently, so.
Of course they did. They're good with brooms, cleaning queers.
More Beauty and the Geek debate here. Here they debate over marijuana.
Oh.
Should it be legalized? You know the deal.
Your topic is, should marijuana be decriminalized?
30 million Americans have smoked marijuana, and they didn't die or anything, and they're fine, so they should definitely legalize it.
Drug dealers out there make a living selling marijuana. If we legalize marijuana, these drug dealers no longer have a source of income.
And see, this is the part of the show, by the way, because I'm a little suspicious. Like these girls get on the show, and they're going through the interviewing process. They got to make sure the producers realize they're really stupid.
Right.
So I think they overdo the stupidity to get on the show. But now that they're on the show, it's really important to show how smart you actually are to stay on the show.
And that's what they're doing here?
Yes.
Yeah,
yes. Another one debating over the drilling of oil in Alaska.
Oh.
Should the U.S. drill for oil in ANWR?
I stand firmly on drilling for oil in the Arctic National Wildlife Refuge. We cannot have cars running on canola oil or whatever, hippies think we can run cars on. Oil is very important, and the Arctic has plentiful.
Plentiful?
But they're adorable.
Adorable dopes. You gotta love it.
Here's the rebuttal.
Your rebuttal.
No, I do not believe we should be drilling. One, we don't know how much oil there is, and along with, it gives jobs. It has very low gas. Everything's estimated, and we could have less oil than we could go through in just a few years.
Whoa. My head's spinning.
What do you got there?
Good answer.
Yeah, good answer.
They start reciting half a fact for the other side in the middle of their answer. She has no idea.
And they're allowed to study the topics beforehand. They pretty much know what they're going to debate on. And then at the end of the show, they get to answer questions to stay on the show.
Mm-hmm.
And this one floored me.
How many stars were on the official U.S. flag in January 1984?
Stars. 13.
That is incorrect. The correct answer is 50.
13. Wow. We sure built this nation quickly.
There you go.
Dopes. I love it.
But they all look really hot.
Well, as long as they're hot.
As they're sounding stupid.
Why should a hot girl have to be smart?
See, I like a girl's mind. I prefer a girl who's a little heavier but has something to say.
Yeah.
One more clip from Beauty and the Geek. Another dummy.
As yesterday's positive report card shows, children do learn when standards are high and results are measured.
What did he? Could you please play that again?
Play it again.
I've not heard that clip.
This is the President of the United States of America.
As yesterday's positive report card shows, children do learn when standards are high and results are measured.
He sounds like the maid from Gone with the Wind.
Children's do learn. Can you believe that?
Children's. He didn't even say children's. It's children.
Children's do learn. Really? Do they?
He speaks all the time, though. He's going to mess up here and there, right?
Yeah, how about not messing up here and there? That'd be nice.
not like that.
I can understand messing up here and there.
We all have the occasional verbal flub.
But then again, I'm not running the United States. I'm a dumb shock jock. So,
yeah. You're not the most powerful man on the planet. Right. You don't control the button. If you control the button, you should not pluralize
children's do learn.
Children's do learn.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's great. Like I said, the Democrats would have just had this wrapped up had they been able to come up with something better than a crazy man, a raging sea, and a very inexperienced man who will appear to the more diverse.
I tell you, that stupid Hillary's face. You know who she looks like? She looks like Phil Spector. She's really starting to annoy me.
Phil Spector, mistrial,
yes,
and
all that
in his
trial.
Yeah. It was 10-2. 10 people on the jury wanted him convicted on murder charges, and 2 just were holding out and saying, so they declared it a mistrial. I was looking in on that on Court TV one day, and man, they really did a number. That defense was amazing. They really put the element of doubt out there that this woman may have just killed herself in his house, and that was it.
Well, is that to L.A., right?
Yeah.
And once again, the L.A. prosecutors, just suck.
They are horrid when it comes to these high-profile celebrity cases.
They're terrible.
They cannot get the job done. They can't close the deal. I think, I don't know if it's so much that they're to blame or that they're high-profile cases. These guys just have so much money to pay for these lawyers and stuff.
Yeah.
They get the best lawyers. You can go in there and argue the case. It's just amazing. This guy had blood all over him. Guns in his hand.
Gunpowder on his face. I mean,
there's one thing I saw was he walked out.
Yeah.
He had the gun in his hand. He walks out and he's talking to a driver that had come to the house, and he said something like, "Oh God, I killed her," something to that effect. And the lawyer was arguing that this guy misunderstood him. He meant someone's been killed. Like he pretty much came out with the gun confessing he killed the girl. But then they turned it around. And since it was only him and her in there, his story of her committing suicide and the prosecutor saying that it was murder, there's not really a...
Why do they think he killed her? Like, if he killed her, do they know what a motive would be?
No, that's why there was a mistrial. They really don't have a motive. They don't have anything except for the fact that he's kind of kooky. He's had a violent past with women. There are some weird blood splatters on his shirt that didn't quite jibe with him shooting her, which kind of worked to his defense. It's a weird case.
Yeah.
Right from the start when they arrested him with that hair.
I bet you Sandy Kane blew it when she's like, "He raped me." And the jury went, "This couldn't be right."
She's gonna be here in minutes. Sandy Kane.
Today?
Yeah. An old.
She's an old vaudevillian. I don't know what she is. She's an old burlesque woman.
Yeah.
She was in Times Square when Times Square was really seedy.
Yeah.
Back in the 70s, and she was a stripper there.
And she was part of the Phil Spector trial. We'll get into that again after the break.
She was stripping when people just wore loincloth. Old bag would strip while Buffalo were running by.
The guy's got the Hillary clip, by the way, that you were mentioning.
Oh, really?
You want to hear it real fast?
Yeah, let's hear the Hillary laugh.
Well...
Oh, it's not the laugh? Oh, sorry.
This is her just deflecting the question about Iran and Israel.
Yeah, answer the goddamn question.
6, to the best of our information, Israel attacked Syria because there was suspicion that perhaps North Korea had put some nuclear materials in Syria. If Israel concluded that Iran's nuclear capability threatened Israel's security, would Israel be justified in launching an attack on Iran?
Well, Tim, I think that's one of those hypotheticals that
it's not a hypothetical,
that is better not
it's real
addressed
life.
at this time. What is real life is what apparently happened in Syria. So let's take that one step at a time.
But my question,
I know what the question is, but I think it's important to lay out what we know about Syria because we don't have as much information as I wish we did. But what we think we know is that with North Korean help, both financial and technical and material, the Syrians apparently were putting together, and perhaps over some period of years, a nuclear facility.
Yeah, he mentioned this.
The Israelis took it out. I strongly support that. We don't have any more information than what I have just described. It is highly classified. It is not being shared. But I don't want to go a step further and talk about what might or might not happen down the road with Iran.
I'm not as awful on her with that question because she completely supported. She just said I completely supported the attack on Syria.
Yeah, but she's skirting it so it doesn't bite her in her fat ass.
Probably right, but I mean, at least she supported.
That one wasn't as bad as others she's done in the past.
Well,
because she did say I supported.
I mean, fuck me. What do you want me to say?
It wasn't as bad. She still didn't really answer the question, but it wasn't as bad.
Well, she said certain things are classified. That might just be doublespeak. I don't know.
Yeah.
But it's like maybe it's really stupid to go, yes, I would, because that's, I don't know, maybe that provokes
We could certainly get better examples of her just skirting the answers.
Have any politicians come right out and said we're going to attack? Like, that may be a rookie move or a bad move that Biden said. Who knows?
Not attack, but just support them, doing a preemptive strike, I guess. It just seems to me like you kind of support that. Yeah. I would. I'd probably be the worst politician. I just don't know the rules. Maybe I'm just stupid. I should not even comment.
Oh.
No, you're.
I would be out there going, yes, bomb them. And I was last night. Because my girlfriend walks in and she goes, what are you doing? I said, I'm watching the debate. And I just sit there and go, these Democrats are talking about like the war and Iran and this. I go, they're just talking about bombs. They're all talking about diplomacy with mad people. Just bomb them.
I want bombs.
Bombs.
And as much as Tim Russert is a weasel who left Imus, I like the way he's going after these politics. He doesn't really let them...
Screw Tim Russert.
Yeah, but he did that well. I mean, he just jumped in and interrupted her, and then she finally he had to let it go because she blabbed. But he was very firm with her.
He did all right.
Yeah.
Kevin in Florida, what's up?
Hey, what's going on, Owen?
Hey.
Come on.
And Mr. Norton.
Hello.
Hey, listen, I called up a local radio station down here, and I was telling them how much I think the O&A rules and all this stuff, and he was telling me that the ratings down here in West Palm Beach absolutely suck, and I said I can't believe that because I know a ton of people that really dig the show. So.
Wait, who would... So you called the station, and who did you talk to that said the ratings suck?
I believe he's... I don't know what his job, maybe promotion, something like that.
They don't really, I'll be honest with you, West Palm Beach really doesn't, I don't know.
They don't like the show.
They don't really like the show because it's not local or it doesn't fit the rock image. They've been searching for a new morning show down in West Palm Beach for a really long time. That's a fact. But the company, I guess the company will allow us to be removed from the radio station when they find a...
We're just a placeholder.
Yeah, we're
yeah.
Eventually, they're going to find another show they like, and we're going to be
Slappy and
West Palm
pretty
Beach.
good.
So what happened?
Slappy and Wappy.
That's a fact. I mean, I'm not surprised by your phone call.
You talked to someone at the station that we're on,
and they said our ratings absolutely suck. How about the ratings for the station absolutely suck? How about that? How about we start there in West Palm Beach?
Should have got his name, sir.
But they wanted to replace us a really long time ago, but corporate won't allow them to because the suggestions they have come up with, quite frankly, blow.
Yeah.
So
we should call.
Well, I guess Clear. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
No, you go ahead, man.
Okay, I was saying Clear Channel is going through a lot of changes down here, and I guess they're going to put some like the Lex and Terry and Bob and Tom on. And so, are you guys going to stay where you are, or is it?
I've been told that eventually we will not be on in West Palm Beach, Florida.
That eventually has been for about the
past,
a
while,
year.
Well, because they don't have their act together down there. They really want to replace us, but they don't know what to replace us with.
From day one, when we were only on 7 terrestrial stations, they kind of sent the thing goes, no one wants the WOW sticker, so it was a problem kind of from day one, and we addressed it on the air, and there was just this friction between the show and the station, unfortunately.
Yeah, well, we'll see what happens. I mean, when you syndicate a radio show, you win some and you lose some. Some of the stations go away, and then others pick you up, so I don't know what to tell you. I'd rather be on stations that really support the show and get it and know how to work it, so what happens, whatever.
Well, it kind of sucks. It pisses me off. I just hope you guys stay where you are, because I really enjoy the show, man.
Well, when we were down there, we had some fans showing up, and it seemed like people were digging
we had a
the
good
show.
time.
I don't know.
Thanks.
All right, Kevin.
Yeah, thanks. I went and saw Jimmy Norton. He ruled down there. I had a great time. I went and saw you guys.
Yes, he did.
Oh, thank you very much.
Worse.
Cool. Thanks, Kevin.
See you, bro.
I hope you stick around. Yep, bye-bye.
Kevin listening in West Palm Beach, Florida. Hey, it's Opie and Anthony. Bill Burr next. Stay there. We're back. Opie and Anthony. Jim Norton. Bill Burr has joined the program. Stress Factory, Bill?
Yes, I am. I'm at the Stress Factory in beautiful downtown New Brunswick.
Yes.
You there tonight through Saturday?
Yep, Thursday, Friday, Saturday.
One of my favorite clubs to go to, and the man is in the booth over there, Vinny.
Let me give out the number real quick, because
it's terrific. Yes, Jimmy. We love it every time.
It's hard to remember, too.
I can't say it without laughing.
Yeah.
Because it's a comedy club. It's 732-545. ha ha. H-A-H-A, like laps. Ha ha.
I can't believe that number was still available.
Yeah, no kidding.
Yeah, I thought it would be at Sloan Kettering. All right, that's a horrible joke. Boo.
Bill Burr came in. He's a Red Sox guy. Looks at Ant, and you kind of congratulated Anthony on the Yankees clinch.
Well, must be excited.
Well, because Ant had a lot to do with it, Bill.
Yeah, we did. I love those guys. We did it. We did it today. You see that last night? We did it. We're in.
I love it.
Are we?
We're the same losers with different jerseys sitting in the bleachers, eating the same crap, blocking our arteries,
yelling at each other.
It is weird when you call up your friend and go, "Hey, congratulations, Eagles going to the freaking Joey Paisano. Hey, congratulations, Eagles going to the Super Bowl there. Oh, yeah. Thanks." And he's taking congratulatory calls all day long.
Yeah, hey, congrats.
Like, what did he do with the fact that the Eagles went to the Super Bowl?
Like he's calling plays from his living room couch.
Right.
But yeah, I was listening to the game, and it's just, and then they win, and you realize, all right, there's 13 years in a row that they're going to be in the playoffs.
Dude, I honestly think, I'm not saying it's fixed, but it's just...
I love Philly, man.
It's manipulated, man. Dude, how many sporting events can you watch and you hear them go like, you couldn't write a script better than this? Afterwards, like, that's right, you couldn't. Dude, the number one rivalry that makes them money is the Yankees-Red Sox.
Of course.
The fact that they let us buy all the stars in the league pretty much ensures that we're going to do it. And literally, we're 15 games ahead. I'm bored out of my mind. It's just like going to the track. You're like, we're going to win. We're going to win. And you see the guy pulling back on the rein as the Yankees there. They just keep winning. I don't know what's going on. And then it's like, remember when the Coyote used to chase the Roadrunner?
Yeah.
Somehow he could catch up with them. He's running like a 4.140, and he would catch right up to him and then couldn't catch him, but would stay just close enough so you'd watch the rest of the cartoon. That's what they're doing. They're going to keep us right to the last day eating hot dogs.
He's on to something.
I think they're coming back.
Yankees had a horrendous start this year.
Oh, yeah, awful.
And the Red Sox was it 15 games?
They were 15 games behind the Sox, and just it was looking so grim. And then
somebody stole home plate off of Andy Pettitte, and I'm sitting there, I'm buying every second. Dude, they're done. They're done. That has never happened in the history of the Yankees.
Well, you know what the catalyst was, don't you?
Goodness gracious!
Yes. The return of Roger Clemens.
Roger Clemens
turned
is
the whole
here with
team
his
around.
injuries. It's wonderful. Of all the dramatic things I've ever seen. No, here he is with George Steinbrenner in his box on his 85th birthday.
Can we get the whole clip? We haven't played that in a while.
The excitement that she described is just like you got to really pull over. It just gets nutty.
You should see what's going on in the Yankee dugout.
Nothing. She tried to make this historic moment out of nothing.
You know the Yankees are sitting there like, can you believe this guy?
Yeah,
what? He's coming. Guy works part-time and makes $30 million. Why did I show up in April? He's making it seem like they're all high-fiving.
Yeah, they're just kind of peering over the dugout.
Oh, God, is he still highlighting his hair? He looks fat in his suit. That's all they're saying. Do you think A-Rod's really like, oh, boy?
Oh, boy. Thank God Roger's back. You're right.
Probably like, I'd tag him.
Still looks fat.
Dude, ever since I saw, like when all the stuff came out about the 1998 baseball season, which I was done with baseball, and then when they started hitting the home runs, I sat there like a little kid. Everything other than eating Cracker Jacks watching this.
Yeah.
And then like 7-8 years later, you find out they're on roids, they juiced up the ball, they moved the walls in.
And no one was saying anything.
And I just felt like such an idiot. It's like I bought the whole thing, you know?
And that's what brought everyone back to baseball from the strike and that's why people came back. All the home run battle.
Pretty smart marketing if you think about it. All of a sudden the guys are hitting 700-foot home runs.
Yeah, what happened there?
That's what I'm saying. And like anytime now they're cracking down on steroids, and who do they get? They get like backup catchers.
Right.
Some guy in AAA. But they're Brad Pitts of the league are coming out with like no necks. No, he's cool. He's cool.
That would check him out. He's good.
Cool.
He's good. He passes physical.
This is how you know is whenever they just keep showing somebody's off-season workout program. It's like that preemptive strike. Look at me. I even lift weights in the off-season. I'm sure you do. I'm sure you do.
Phil, I always want to doubt you and your these conspiracies you come up with and these little things that are going on. But this one, I think you might be onto something.
Dude, it's all anything.
We all bought into it. He's so right.
No one's past $1 million is fixed. That's why Phil Spector, he's never going to jail.
Yeah.
These guys are never going. It's fixed at that point. They come walking in. He actually had the nerve to come in there with that mullet perm.
That huge mullet perm, yeah.
On a murder trial. That's how fixed that thing was.
And the L.A. prosecution gets so much heat for not being able to prosecute these guys, but they're going against the superstars. They're going against these guys that got millions of dollars to pump into lawyers, and they lose all the time.
Hey, before you move too far forward here, we got to play the Susan Waldman clip in its entirety.
Susan Waldman!
It's one of our favorite things of all time. Here it is.
Thank you all. Well, they came and got me out of Texas. And I can tell you it's a privilege to be back. I'll be talking to y'all soon.
Roger Clemens is in George's box, and Roger Clemens is coming back. Oh, my goodness gracious.
Goodness gracious.
Of all the dramatic things I've ever seen, Roger Clemens standing right in George Steinbrenner's box announcing he is back. Roger Clemens is a New York Yankee. And there we go, John. You don't have to worry about who's going to take that slot in the rotation. You should see what's going on in the Yankee dugout. Big grin on Jorge Posada's face. Andy Pettitte knew. Big signs. Roger Clemens is now a Yankee. Attention, fans. He is here. And now we don't have to discuss who takes that place in the rotation.
And she is such a traitor, by the way, doing that with that heavy Boston accent.
Oh, my gosh.
Roger Clemens!
That's
just got out of the car!
Goodness gracious!
That's what was going on in the Yankees dugout. The madness!
Yeah.
Posada had a smile.
A grin.
Pettitte knew.
Posada smiled.
She's making it sound like it's the end of The Natural.
Gina's throwing a ball up and catching it in his glove. Rivera's having a water. It's World War III in the dugout.
That retarded kid just zipped up his own pants. They're going crazy.
Joe Torre is online trying to get Frank a new prostate.
Oh, wow.
I can't top that one.
Joe Pepitone is doing coke.
She is the best.
Of all the dramatic things I've ever seen, this is not one of them. Number 1,565. Right after I got that good spot on Christmas Eve at Bloomingdale's.
Dude, she sounds like she's announcing wrestling.
Yeah. Andre the Giant steps over the top rope into the square circle. Hulk Hogan's been hit with a chair, and the ref didn't see it. Goodness gracious.
Do I love that, man.
Hey, by the way, helping Bill's theory, Yankees were 14.5 games out back on May 29th.
Yeah. And then a miracle happened. They got it all together. They were able to put it together.
Something happened.
They started hitting. Still having problems with the pitching, but they were able to.
All of a sudden, we couldn't win, and then they caught right up, but couldn't quite catch up. Oh, here they come. Oh, they didn't quite do it.
Right when the Coyote lunges.
You're going to watch it right to October 1st. So they sell out that last game.
Yep.
I want to hear your conspiracy on the whole Pats cheating thing. Got anything on the Pats cheating? What's your take on that whole thing?
Oh, man, the only thing I can do is I just had to roll with it. Because being a Patriots fan, like I got trashed on so many radio stations, everybody trashing the Patriots. I'm just like, hey, I was in Buffalo. I was like, well, maybe if you guys went to Best Buy before one of your 4 Super Bowls, you would have had a ring too. Dude, there's too much money involved. Yes, they're all cheating. It's like
that's what I thank you. That's what I say.
Were we cheating when we dropped the bomb on Japan?
No,
because they didn't have one yet.
No,
it's war.
Right.
It's a great way to put it. The massacre of 70,000 people with some defensive coordinator
trying to beat the Jets. I'm telling you, man, I had to go for Big Air. There's nothing I could do.
Yeah, I like the fact Billy went on the attack, though. Like, he didn't back off.
No,
he went right on the attack with Buffalo. Good for you.
No, there was a day where I was just like, wow.
Then we're just going to have to take this.
Yeah, we're going to have to take this one. Like, wow. And then they got stuff in their helmet. Then I talked to a couple of guys I talked to this guy who was in Georgia, of all places, went to a football game down there, and he used to play quarterback. He goes, dude, we used to steal signs all the time.
That's what I'll say, yeah.
He said, yeah, I mean, it helps, but it's like, it only helps like so much. Like these idiots going on, like, they should give their rings back. I mean, come on.
Well, what idiots are those?
I think
like reasonable people.
I think the league is pissed off at Mangini for blowing up everyone's spot. I think every team
he's the snitch.
I think every team was doing this, and all of a sudden the rest of the league's going, what is he? What is he doing?
We know you do this, so shut up.
No, but plus he played for the He was with the Patriots. He built up his resume doing that.
Right.
It's almost like you robbed a bank with another guy. One guy's driving the car. He just robbed a bank. It's like, dude, you were driving the car.
Right.
No, it was. Yeah, he broke some sort of. I mean, obviously, I'm not a coach, but I think he broke some sort of guy code. In coaching.
I think so too.
You don't. What you're supposed to do is do what Chuck Noll does. He used to do at the end of the game if someone was doing something cheesy. You just came up and you put he had like a I don't know, titanium finger, and he would just poke it right through your chest.
Ow.
Yeah, he did that to that guy, Jerry Glanville.
That would hurt.
Yeah, he had everybody was doing crackback blocking and blowing out his knees. He didn't complain to the league. He just came and just put his index finger right through the guy's chest. His little satin Oilers jacket.
Yeah.
I'll have Jack Ham rape your family.
Yeah.
All right, we'll back off.
Yeah, right.
But I don't know. I mean, the last 2 weeks we've, beat the crap out of both teams we played. Like, I love like that guy in San Diego. If the Patriots motto, if you ain't cheating, you ain't trying. Really? Why don't you find another star player on steroids on your team? You got to sit there.
Wow, he is really on the attack. You're not taking any guff.
Dude, you know what it really is I got an hour and a half sleep right now. And I'm going to crash in about 6 minutes. So I'm just trying to get as many laughs as I can.
Keep going.
Yeah, you're just sprinting right now.
Yeah, and it's going to be it.
All of a sudden you're going to be on the sideline huffing and puffing.
Why are we up so late?
Just on West Coast time, though.
Oh, I forgot about that. Yeah, you're an L.A. guy now.
Yeah, moved out West Coast guy.
I didn't know Bill moved. I'm like, Bill, when are you moving?
Dude, I had a little party with paper hats to celebrate my leaving. I thought for sure that would somehow at least...
I didn't get any invite or anything.
No,
I'd love to...
No. Moving to L.A. if you're in like your 20s, I guess you have a party. Like when you're in your 30s, then people are like, you limp out there again? What are you going to play, the dad on his sitcom? Yeah, good luck, loser. I didn't need that party.
Oh. That's got to be rough for when you say that, play the dad, someone's dad. When you were playing like a kid or some sexy chick, it's always some like younger girl that all of a sudden is grown up and she's playing the mom. When she's first offered that part, I don't care how many interviews, this is just a wonderful, advancement in my career, and she's such an important character that I'm playing. It's gotta be like, oh my God, I'm playing a mom now. Yeah. That's it. The little daughter roles, the chick roles are gone.
It's a new challenge.
Yeah, it's a new challenge for me. No, and the news person will always say something like that. We've known you, we've watched you grow up, and we're used to seeing you playing the daughter. Now, how is this playing a mother? It's great. It's just great.
Everybody gets into this business and rehearses the accepting an Oscar speech, and then you end up playing like the dad on That 70s Show. And you're just like, yeah, man.
Screw it.
I had big dreams.
It's a check.
Yeah. All right, we're going to take a break. We got Bill Burr in studio. We got Vinny in the sound booth over there, the owner of the
Vinny
Stress
Brand,
Factory.
The one and only.
There he is, yeah.
Yes, and Bill's
by the way, I don't like the wave Vinny just gave us, like he was in the press box. Like he looked at the opposing team's announcer, and we just camered up to him to give a little wave. Like, take care of business, boys.
Congratulations to your induction into the Comedy Club Hall of Fame.
Oh, my God. Of all the dramatic things. Unbelievable. He just waved to us from the box. 732-545. Ha ha. It even sounds like a laugh, ladies and gentlemen. Ladies and gentlemen, goodness gracious, Vinny Brandt's in the box waving. You should see the look on Jim Norton's face. Oh, my God. No. If you need someone to sound like a midget...
It's too bad more people don't watch Little People Big World, because he sounds exactly like Matt Roloff, the star of that show.
The midget. Yep.
The midget
Vinny
father.
Brand does?
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Vinny, come in here for a second.
It's to a T.
This will make some people out there laugh. There's probably a small percentage of people that know what we're talking about. But Vinny Brandt sounds exactly like Matt Roloff.
Yeah.
What's up, Vinny?
I sound exactly like him.
Huh?
I do. I sound exactly like him.
Yeah.
That's it. That's my voice. I'm a midget. He's got a better career than me.
He does sound just
really
like
belittling.
And Matt Roloff was, they arrested him for DUI recently. So
They did?
Oh, yeah. He had like a beer and a half or something, and now he's in trouble.
He blew a 1.9 in the alcohol.
That's when you know you're a real star, though. You get the DUI and everyone knows about it.
He did a Jello shot, and now he blew a 1.9.
One Jello shot.
Freaking.
He is on TV. Vinny's doing comedy for 20 years. All that guy had to do is have a mother who drank through pregnancy.
Yeah, how does that make you feel, Vinny?
That's great. It really is miserable having his
Dude,
voice.
there's no way that
I didn't know the first couple times you busted my balls. I had no idea what you were talking about.
Do we have the Matt Roloff clip?
Oh, poor E-Rock.
Thanks, E-Rock.
Thanks a lot.
You could have really
E-Rock.
helped us out here.
Thanks of all the dramatic things I've seen in my life.
Oh, my God. He's shaped like a box.
See, the beauty of radio, there's probably 90% of the people listening right now are like, I don't know, little people, big world.
Yeah.
But see, if E-Rock had the clip, then we play the clip, and then we have Vinny talk, and then everyone's like, holy crap, these guys are right. He sounds exactly like him.
You can't teach anticipation.
Oh, no, he's gone to the, he's run to the folder. E-Rock's now pulled out a folder full of 10,000 CDs, and he's going to thumb through them one by one.
That's right. Why don't you just listen to all of them in real time? We'll wait. Why don't you just have a ball over there, son?
There's no timing involved with a bit like this at all.
No.
Whenever you can get to it, E-Rock, just...
He's lost his edge the last few days, E-Rock, I got to say.
That's right. It's becoming round. And by the way, Clemens in that booth was horrendous when she said in Roger's speech.
Oh, I know.
Hey, I'll be talking to y'all real soon.
You got me out of Texas.
Oh, just...
Dude,
basically he wanted to say, holy yes, I got to get on a treadmill now.
That's why I think the Yankees were laughing. It's because before that he goes, they're actually going to bring me out in front of the crowd.
Yeah,
like Hannibal Lecter. Like, I don't want to do this. So they were probably laughing how uncomfortable he was.
Yeah. Hey.
Did you breastfeed Catherine Susan? What? What? Oh, goodness gracious.
E-Rock,
any luck, or should we just go to break?
The midget sounds just like this. This is what the midget sounds like.
Yeah.
You have to know.
There's the tape.
There it is. Just listen to this and then go at your own YouTube and find it, and it sounds like me.
At your leisure.
Vinny, are you going to be going on in front of me?
Yeah, I'm going to do a phone call right in front of you.
Oh.
I love it.
Yeah, you're not doing the phone call.
No, I'm not.
Thank God.
I won't do a phone. Once you get to a certain level, like Norton killed the phone call, you killed the phone call. If you're just some schmo, I do a phone call.
Well, not one of the
it actually never bothered me because it was kind of like...
You got to explain, though. Vinny he's a great comedian in his own right. And then at the end of his set, he likes to do a little prank phone call using someone in the audience.
Yeah.
You know, you call their parents or something and tell them some horrific thing.
Yeah, horrible stuff. But like Burr's going to do an hour, so I'm not going to do it because you take up a whole hour. Norton does an hour. So if a guy's only got 45, I do a phone call. It doesn't hurt anybody, Bill.
He really does. Dude, you encourage people to start screaming at the stage.
But you know what?
That's all. Listen, it's like everybody's sitting there ready to watch the next time. Yelling at the stage. All right, you guys ready for your headliner?
Wait, it's funny shit has happened. I mean, we've had...
What?
Vinny,
What?
Funny stuff has happened. I mean, we've had people get arrested. We've had fun stuff.
Vinny,
what's wrong with that?
You don't want to pay for an opener, so you're going down there and you're tap dancing with a payphone in your hand.
Yeah, well, I save a lot of money that way. And it's all about saving.
I'm giving a rough time. It's actually been funny.
All right.
Yeah,
it's been fun.
We got to take a quick break. We're going to find the Matt Roloff clip so everyone knows what we're talking about today. Vinny Brand in studio, Bill Burr playing Stress Factory this weekend. The number is something with ha-ha in it. That's
732-545-ha-ha.
Opie and Anthony. It's Opie and Anthony. Vinny, you could go back into the glass booth. We can't find the Matt Roloff clip.
Oh, thanks. I want to say, by the way, that's the only thing I have to offer the show.
Yeah, so far.
And the last time you were here, you told people to come. I forget what you told me to
Wait, the last time I was here?
Well, I'm
here every day.
I know.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. The last time I was here, you told people to come up and say something to me on stage.
Yeah.
I forget what it was, but all they came up to me and said was, talk like a midget.
That's what we told them to say,
I don't talk like a midget. It's just how I talk. But not do a joke. Oh, we hear you're funny. No, talk like the midget. That's
your claim to fame with the radio show.
That's my own.
And we can't even do it today because we can't find the clip. So hopefully we'll find it before you get out of here. Bill Burr was just talking about air travel, everybody.
I know, right? What's up with that? Is this crazy? I'll tell you, if this thing crashes, this whole plane's going to be an exit row. Huh? You guys ready for your next act? I'm bringing the funny to the stress factory.
And that's why I do a phone call, because I don't want to hear that.
Bill
Before
Burr,
you go on stage.
Bill Burr kills for you, Vinny.
Bill Burr destroys. That's why I don't make someone do jokes like that right in front of Bill. That's why I do a phone call. It's better to have some kid getting arrested for prostitution.
Well, that's kind of funny, though, because the plane would break open and... I get it. It's funny.
You brought up a good point, though, during the break, that when you're flying from L.A. to New York and you see the other planes passing you, in the old days, you're 100% right. You would see a plane passing you going toward L.A. as you're going toward New York, and they looked like they were in the distance, and that kind of scared you. Like,
yeah,
that seemed
that's
a little
when they had
close.
all the UFO sightings. You thought, you thought it was something.
It had to be a flying saucer.
Yeah, but that's how far away it was.
Yeah, because like we were talking, you're going 500 miles an hour, they're going 500 miles an hour at you, so it's like you're seeing something going 1,000 miles an hour. So that thing flies by. You got to think UFO. Absolutely. Right. But you brought up a good point. Now the planes are passing each other a little too closely.
Dude, it's like they're on the other side of the street. I was found that one went by us. If we weren't going so fast, I could have waved to somebody. It was terrifying, and I swear to God. And then, when you get like the turbulence, we're going to try to find some cleaner air.
Cleaner air.
And then, they drop down. So, because I don't know how it works, odds and evens, like when you fly across the country, like if you're going west, everybody's on even and odds or whatever.
Altitude,
but at some point when I'm dropping down, I'm in the odds. And we're playing chicken with.
Oh, there you go. Right.
That's all I'm saying.
Well, you got to pass through the odd to get back to an even.
Yeah.
As you're going down, and you got to hope that the air traffic control knows this and sees that there isn't anybody else there.
It's inevitable. There's going to be a head-on collision. There's something going on.
There's so many planes in the air now because they went from back a few years back. They were big planes. You'd get like 747s. I remember taking 747s to L.A., stuff like that. You barely ever get a 747 now. It's all international stuff. They use those. Now it's more smaller planes, and they just use more of them.
Oh,
so there's more of those in the sky. Instead of one 747, you have like 3 737s in the sky.
And because of 9/11, they had to add an extra 2 rows and jam people together more, and then they can only offer you peanuts because they're supporting the troops. And somehow they got to keep taking away benefits because they're all losing money. Yet every flight you get on, it's always like, okay, this is a very full flight.
Very full.
If you could, it's like every one of them is jam packed. And every time I fly into Newark, we're always delayed, and they always say, hey, there's a weather problem. There's a problem with the weather. And you land, and it's like 78 degrees out.
It's a great
Some
day.
guy sitting in a lawn chair with the orange things like bringing you in. It's like...
Yeah, not a cloud in the sky.
Yeah, dude, I'm telling you.
Why? Also, you're right. I don't remember the last time I was on a plane where you looked around and went, wow, this is an empty flight. There really aren't many people on this thing. They always, all right, make sure you take your carry-on and put it in this store at above. Where we have a very full flight today.
You can sit on your luggage or an infant. That would help expedite.
Expedite, right.
Yeah, that's their favorite word.
Love the word expedite.
Yeah. Then they got the thing, if they move the jetway, the second they pull that away from the plane, that's considered an on-time departure. We left on time.
Yeah.
We pulled that little walkie thing away, right? And then they just pull you off. They know they're going to stick you in that thing for at least 2 hours. Like, enjoy your flight. These people have no idea. And then they take you out. They back you up, dude. And then they pull you over. And then they just sit and they become the Gestapo. Sit down, sir. Sit down. Sir, there's no standing. We're on an active taxiway. Sit down, sir. This is a very full flight.
Like what?
We're having weather problems. We're going to do a Z pattern into Newark. And then they go into the holding pattern. You're looking down. Is that the Eiffel Tower?
Yeah.
What is going on here?
What the hell is the
runway is the best? Like you standing up. What does that have to do with being on an active runway?
There was a place that they brought the plane. One day, we were ready to leave. We were on time departure. We're rolling out. And then we turn And we're not headed toward the runway anymore. And he goes, we're going to a place called, I think they called it the bullpen. I was going to say the ballpark, but we're going to have to sit in the bullpen for a while. And there's just planes lined up in a parking lot for planes. It's a parking lot for planes. And you're just like, what is this? We're going to have to sit in the bullpen for a while until some weather clears. And of course, it was beautiful where we were. But I guess somewhere where we were going, there was weather somewhere in the way.
I was in Denver. This is what they did, okay? We get on the plane, and evidently they oversold the flight, which I don't know how you do that. You know how many seats you got.
You know how many people
Hey, 260, 270, whatever. Whatever.
They're going to start installing straps like the subway, the old subways.
They're offering like coupons to TGI Fridays if you take like the next flight, right? So they end up saying because of the altitude we're at in Denver, they can't put enough gas in there. I don't know if it expands. I never took a science class. So now we have to go to St. Louis to get more gas. So we can go to Newark. And it was the same thing, dude. So they pull us off to the bullpen. We're sitting there because they didn't know we were going to go to St. Louis. Then we land in St. Louis. They know we're coming, but the gas truck, it takes an hour for that guy to get over there. He fills us up, and then we pull over again. And then we kept flying in. Then there was weather problems. It was like literally, it was like a 15-hour flight.
Nothing ever happens fast. It's never there's an issue or you need the fuel truck and they make a call and go, hey, drive it over here. And you could see out the window, you go, here comes the fuel truck. They must have just called him. I just picture him going, yeah, we're going to need some fuel.
Now, you know what?
And then they just sit for a while and wait. No one's called anyone. Like, what? Nothing is happening.
I think they make all that up
anyway. Vinny, as a midget, is every seat like a first-class seat for you? Is everything an exit row for you?
I have a lot
Plenty of leg room.
I have a lot of room.
We found the Matt Roloff clip, so.
Oh, goody.
Do we have it, E-Rock? This is who Vinny sounds like. Matt Roloff from Little People, Big World, the father.
Example story or talk about what does that value mean to them and give us an example of something in your life that highlights
Dude, that's the midget.
Oh, my God.
It was a very interesting exercise. I would recommend every family to sit down and to do that. Help pull you together. It was great. It was a very enlightening and very productive session. So this book was more than, just another project. It was actually a kind of a team building or family building exercise.
And then right after that, I drink and drive.
There you go. Now,
is that amazing?
Now, Vinny, give the plug for Bill Burr at the Stress Factory.
Bill Burr will be at the Stress Factory this weekend. It's a very family building thing at the Stress Factory. 545 Ha-Ha. It's a very family building moment with Bill.
How much does that suck? That's your claim to fame on this radio show.
That's all there is.
He's been waiting years to get on this show. We finally found an angle that he probably doesn't like.
I have to hope that Matt does something really bizarre and bad. So
he did. DUI, man.
Yeah, but that's not really bad enough. He has to do something vicious to get him on. And by the way, back to planes. I think they make all those excuses up, like we need fuel, we can't put fuel on. How can you build an airport where you can't put fuel on a plane? That's ridiculous. I think when they have a delay or any kind of thing like that they have to do, they just sit in an office and go, tell them this. Let's see what
they make it up. Yeah.
But
and try to see how ridiculous they can get. It's like, let's try the one about we can't put the fuel in because we're up so high.
Dude,
I was in Denver and they told me the pilot isn't here yet. He's coming in on another plane. We waited 5.5 hours. Where's he flying from? He's going to get on my plane now and fly away. And
that's the thing, too. The way they present it, it's all going to be good in 20 minutes.
Yeah.
And they just give you these 20-minute increments. He should be here by, just past the top of the hour.
Yeah.
They sound like bad DJs.
Stay by the terminal area where there is nothing to do and no comfy seats. Don't go to the bar.
Dude,
don't go to a lounge.
I like when someone
leave you in the terminal.
Yeah.
I like when I watch a passenger just snap on the person. They just go nuts. And then you look at them and go, sir, you're going to be on the do not fly list. And they got you so much by the balls. There's nothing you can do.
It's so entertaining for everyone else when someone does snap at that desk by the gate because they start yelling. And then you give the other people the look like, look at this guy. He's the guy that lost it.
You're like mentally trying to hit her. Come on, make it entertaining. I'm bored out of my mind.
This plane's going to be less full.
Hey, we got to play more Matt Roloff because Vinny had a big segment here.
Oh.
My name is Matt Roloff, and this is my wife, Amy.
We're little people.
When you're only 4 foot tall, you're feeling like you're living in a world that wasn't made for you. So we're making our own life on our 34-acre farm here in Oregon. As a child, I spent literally years in a hospital bed dreaming about having the ultimate childhood. Now I get to make those dreams come true for my kids.
All right. Talk about planes more, Vinny.
I dreamt about being 4'5" my whole life. I dreamt in a hospital
Stuff you
bed.
in carry-on. Stuff you in the overhead. I'm sorry, we're going to have to check this midget. The carry-on's full.
It is exact.
Put him down the
The
little
accent
slide.
is slightly off, but besides that,
Oh,
man,
yeah.
he's got it. Hey, Jim from Danbury, get this. I went to the Bahamas. We were sitting on the runway, and the pilot over the speaker says there's a problem with the plane, and they have to fix it. Then 15 minutes later, he said that the part wasn't needed. I hate when they do that crap.
Yeah.
There you go.
Because the whole
we
time
really
you're
don't
in the
need
air,
it.
you're like...
Yeah, but that's what I mean. They just make it up as they go along.
Yeah,
I don't like when they say we've had a mechanical problem or some kind of mechanical issue. They never say problem. They make it sound as harmless as possible. And they don't tell you what it is. Like, I would like to know if it's something with is it the clock?
Right.
Is it the clock up front or is it the turbine?
They always say landing light. We got a landing light, the wings hanging off.
Landing light. I got a flat tire. The plane got a flat tire, a front flat tire once at the gate. And they pulled us back a little bit, and we're all sitting there while they fixed it. And no crap, I felt the jack actually going chikum, chikum, chikum on the plane. I'm like, this shouldn't be.
You don't want that.
They shouldn't change a tire on a plane like you do on an old Buick.
Right. You'd be happy they didn't use a can of Fix-A-Flat.
You just see the Fix-A-Flat roll out onto the runway. This guy's kicking it real discreetly under a dumpster.
3 more flights out of this tire. Don't worry about it.
I was on a U.S. Air flight one time. I was on a U.S. Air flight. I'm in the emergency row. I look on the wing, and there's silver tape, like the duct tape they use.
Oh, I've seen that.
And it's
crap.
peeling up. And I call the flight attendant. I'm like, there's tape on the wing of this plane. And she's like, well, I'm like, get the pilot.
It's supposed to.
There's
He's like
tape.
William Shatner.
There's a man on the wing.
Sir, don't
a man
worry,
on the wing.
duct tape, sir.
They actually had to.
I saw the man on the wing.
They delayed the flight, and the guy had to come and re-put the it's like this metal tape they use, but it was actually peeling up.
It's just like duct tape, only it's got an aluminum top instead of a like rubberized one. It's still they duct taped the wing.
They put some on the wing.
That's wonderful.
Dude, but they seriously, they have stock lines just like comedians. Like, hey, I don't kick the broom out of your hand. I talked to this. Hey, we got a landing light out. I talked to this pilot one time when I was in St. Louis, and I was talking about
enough about St. Louis.
I just had a
little longer.
I just had an aborted landing.
Ooh,
we were flying.
It's a messy one.
Yeah.
Big hanger through the plane.
Big sad woman tucked off in an alleyway. Get rid of this.
Oh no! We're landing in a dumpster.
So we end up.
Hold on. There's a happy single guy as your flight is aborted. Hey.
No.
So anyways, long story short, before you guys get back to the fetus jokes, the guy, we ended up, as we looped around, the guy ended up saying that there was a vehicle or something like that on the runway. And I remember when I was telling the pilots the story, they go, what did they say? And I said, they said that there was a vehicle on the runway. And all 3 of them started laughing. I think I've used that one.
Oh, yeah.
And that's why I go, well, what does that mean? He goes, it could have meant anything. It could have meant there was actually a vehicle on a runway. There was another plane coming at you. Or
That's a vehicle. A plane is a vehicle.
They tell you what is going to keep you quiet. If you're sitting on the runway and they tell you, hey, listen, we're not taking off because we have too many flights and we screwed up, you would be furious. They tell you, we're missing a part. People say, well, I better shut up. A part sounds important. I'm not going to complain.
Yeah.
I was on a flight.
Better here than in the air.
Yeah, right.
I was on a flight one time. It was cross country, and I'm like, we were delayed taking off. And at first they said it was weather, and they're like, we're going to be delayed because the Jews control the media. How that fixes it.
That shuts everybody right up.
Everyone just went, yes, they do.
Of course,
well,
I understand
we'll sit
that.
here a while. Yes.
They use that one in the Midwest and in the South. Everybody's like, that's understandable.
All right, this side of the show is going to end. Hey, Vinny, I got your bit.
Go ahead.
Dirty Matt Roloff when the show comes back on the air.
All right, I'll do it.
Little People, Big World. We'll have you come in and we'll have you record some Dirty Matt Roloff lines, and then we'll splice it into the actual show.
I like
It'll
that.
be terrific for everyone. There you go. There's your bit.
We got Carrot Top at 9:30 on XM.
Just saw him on the CW11 here in New York.
A big boy.
He was doing something. He laid down and then pulled a traffic cone out of his shirt.
And then he did 4 push-ups. A big boy.
He's jacked.
Yeah, he's testing positive. I'm sure that boy can hit a home run or two.
I know.
I mean, a couple of things.
Put him in the lineup.
Do you really need steroids in comedy?
I don't know. I don't get it. He looks a little freaky, doesn't he?
He's jacked.
Dude, the entire comedy world made fun of his act for 10 years. 15. He couldn't take it anymore.
And now he's kicking ass.
I was on a flight one time, and I'm like, why was this flight aborted? And I looked at it, and it had a big tongue and a Pete Rose wig. And I'm like, it should have been.
All right, Bill Burr at the Stress Factory all weekend long. Vinny Brand's club there. And what's the phone number again, Jimmy, for Bill Burr tickets?
It really is the greatest club, man. 732.
For the number, I heard a gentleman stepped up to the plane's hangar and kicked it with a Doc Marten.
Well, you know what it is? The father of the one plane found out that it was an African airline plane and demanded that the American airliner flight be aborted. You ain't parking that in my hangar. 732-545-4242 is the club. It's a great club, and Billy, of course, a great comic.
Oh, yeah.
Bill's going to kill.
All right, we're out. We'll see you guys tomorrow. All right.
This is the Opie and Anthony Show. The Opie and Anthony Show.
And here we are at XM Satellite Radio. Some kind of problem in New York. I don't know. Construction workers again.
I think it was a power outage due to some type of construction problem.
At the new studio. And we're going to be in the new studio starting Monday. We start that old gag Monday where we go from one studio to the other. But but it's a state-of-the-art, brand-new studio. We're really excited to see it. We're gonna check it out today. We got to leave a little early today to check out some new equipment. So
I can't wait to see the problems we have with brand-new equipment.
Oh, it's going to be great.
Yeah, but it'll be all right. I mean, I saw the place about a month ago. You guys are going to be amazed. I mean, it's in a glass box. They're working on bleachers for the listeners. There's going to be like 10 or 12 flat screens all over the place with different stations tuned in. State-of-the-art Pal Talk cameras that are way better than the ones we're using now.
I purposefully stayed out of it.
I can't wait.
But this morning the show had to be in the bullpen for a while.
Yeah.
So you're waiting for a part.
We're in the bullpen.
We couldn't get it out.
Yeah, we should have just told the listeners that there was a problem with some of the equipment and not really gotten specific.
We're waiting for a part.
Yeah, I don't know what the hell was going on.
It's
but
weather.
But we're here.
Weather-related problem with the show.
Construction workers blow.
Yeah.
You should be happy listening to nothing while we're getting that worked out.
Sit tight.
Ladies and gentlemen.
Sit tight.
Ladies and gentlemen, the show was on time, but our gate isn't available yet. We're going to have to sit here for a while, but we'll keep you updated. Let you know when we're going to be able to get the show.
I get any information?
Yeah, the second I get any information, we'll pass it along to you here on the flight deck. Go fuck yourself.
I'm as pissed off as you are.
Yeah. Dude, they're probably flying remote control.
Yeah.
Some guy.
Oh, would that be amazing?
Some guy up in the tower just making up shit.
That's the whole reason the door has to be closed and locked now. Had nothing to do with 9/11. It's they figured out how to just remote pilot every plane. And they have a recording up there that the pilot just talks to you.
They just have an out-of-work actor come walking out on the end of it. Thank you. Yeah. Oh, yeah, I landed the plane. Guy's like 18.
Hey,
He's just trying to get somewhere, too. That's his seat.
Hey, I got to interrupt. Instant feedback. Nick H., did you just hear what the fuck we said? Holy shit, you start half an hour late and leave half an hour early. You guys are liars and suck cock.
Nick H.
There was a fucking power outage in New York. We sat around here and fucking jerked off for a half hour.
Oh, I'd love to hear
fault.
A pilot talk like that. That would be great. We're sitting on the runway because we can't fucking leave. That's why.
These guys.
Because the fucking plane's not ready. We're out of fucking gas. Sit down. It's a full flight, asshole.
Shut up.
These guys got to chill the fuck out. We just explained exactly what happened, and then the instant feedback is still coming in. What the fuck, guys? Why are you calling it in today?
What an idiot.
If you had a POW talk, Karen, you would have seen that. We were just sitting around waiting, jerking off, talking about nonsense, waiting for the power outage to be fixed in New York.
And then the first thing we said when we got on was there was a power outage at XM. That's why we weren't on. And then the guy writes, dude, it's the don't listen type fucking angry guy. Oh, blow. You fucking mother. You fucking mother.
Now we leave at 10:30.
Hey, that was old school.
That's
I like
it.
That. Your mother.
Your mother. You never even had to say what your mother did or what she did. Just your fucking mother. Your mother. Hey, your mother.
All right, listen. Bullshit was said on Fox News. We've been waiting to play this on XM. This is a great
applause.
This is a great clip. Happened about an hour ago.
You were covered in bees, and you didn't want to run inside because you didn't want them to swarm all over your wife.
Yeah, he came to the front door, and he pounded on it, and I opened the door, and he was standing there, and he said, don't open the door, you'll get bees in there. And I said, bullshit, excuse me, and plugged him back in.
Oh, man. Hey, they all started laughing.
And he said, don't open the door, you'll get bees in there. And I said, bullshit, excuse me, and drug him back in.
Right.
Well, we got all kinds of language on here this morning, don't we?
Oh, my.
They don't have a delay on that channel?
Yeah, what the hell? Are they crazy?
I don't know.
So if you see some little old lady, if you got that button, you're like, I can finish my breakfast bagel.
There's going to be no problem with this old bat.
He started rubbing my cunt.
It is ridiculous that
bee flew up my asshole.
Yeah. That's right. It sat on my clit. I think it was the queen because they all joined it.
It is ridiculous that they don't allow bullshit and fuck on TV. Every single person that's watching TV uses the damn.
You know how shocked they were? Yeah. Everyone's like, oh my,
I think they're shocked because it came out of an old broad.
Yeah.
I would love to hear the control booth. Who the fuck let bullshit go out?
Yeah.
How the fuck did that happen? What asshole?
Yeah, exactly.
You're fired, you piece of shit, scumbag, cocksucker. Someone said shit.
Can't let that shit over the air, you fucking douchebag. The fuck is this?
You were covered in bees, and you didn't want to run inside because you didn't want them to swarm all over your wife.
Yeah, he came to the front door, and he pounded on it, and I opened the door, and he was standing there, and he said, don't open the door, you'll get bees in there. And I said, bullshit, excuse me, and drug him back in.
You know what's funny?
We got all kinds of language on here this morning, don't we?
Only that kind of story goes with that accent.
Yeah.
And they came up, and there was a badger stuck to his head. And I was like, don't open the door, it's going to rip your fucking foot off, excuse me. That's only with that accent. You never hear that. That shit just doesn't happen.
Certain accents you don't hear certain things with. Like you're never going to hear, so I saw her, and I said, you know what, color doesn't matter, they're in love.
And then we have another one, even with the same theme. A newscaster has no script, panics, and starts cursing.
No, good. I love these guys.
Yeah, this one's pretty good.
When that teleprompter goes out, they just wink out.
You should call this moments of honesty.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Where they're finally just being the real.
They have to be their real selves. That must horrify a newscaster when that teleprompter goes black or just stops. And they're just, and then in the city today, just they start drooling. I like to make werewolf movies.
You got the old one, E-Rock?
You know what that's like?
There's a few that we really like. Go ahead, Bill.
My mother can play the piano, but only if she has piano music in front of her. So she's like totally tone deaf, but her parents made her go. So she can play any song you want within reason. Reasonable difficulty. But the second you take the music away, she's like,
lost.
Clang, 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 clang.
I want to see Bill's mother playing Swanee River.
You know what's funny? She probably has the music to that. She's like, wow, that's good music.
Here it is.
The news.
Good evening, and thank you for joining us. I'm Chris Van Horn. The accident happened before 11 o'clock last night on Highway 99 at Avenue 24, about 3 miles north of the Kern County line.
The big rig careened through the center median into the northbound lane and struck two vehicles head-on. The first vehicle that struck head-on contained 2 adult passengers.
We need to start over then. I'm sorry, I didn't write that script, and shit, that's not the right one.
It never happened. It never happened. It never happened.
Why do you need script to figure out what happened? Big rig hit a passenger with 2 people, and they are fine, apparently. They just hobbled away with a scratch.
You can tell where the script got fucked up, though. A big rig hit a family of 8, and they danced because it was snowing. There's a copy error.
Shit. We're going to have to fucking do... Oh, fuck. Shit.
We should stay with this subject. We got a couple more examples. Which one you want to do? Just play either one there, E-Rock.
Now in world news, police in Portugal now have a description of a... let me find that script here. I apologize. Here we are. Police in Portugal now have a description of a man they believe may be involved in the case of a missing 4-year-old British...
Was that guy scrambling?
Oh, wow. And we got one more? All right, here's one more.
A local man spots something suspicious, and he decides to spring into action. He has done something that is very good. Port St. Lucie police need to know if you have seen anything of the man who exposed himself to several women and children. They released this composite sketch.
He turns good.
He turns into Brian Regan.
And it's good, and is it?
Something good.
It's Goodson.
I don't think they're even listening to what they're saying. They're just
that's
reading.
What we've always said.
It's just reading.
Yeah.
And the second it winks out, they are gone and lost.
He sprung, and that was very good.
And that was good. And boom goes dynamite.
Right. And the one clip you can hear in the background, the guy say, "You're live."
Yeah. God.
Just in case you thought they were taping that. Yeah, and then we got the sports anchor farting, of course. Might as well play all of them today.
Fuck. Excuse me.
He'll be back. Last night, round 2, I was around 2 o'clock in the morning, you see, G. Jesus, I was flipping channels on ESPN2. They had vintage McDonald's All-American High School Dunk Contest.
Guy blasts one.
That's great.
That was a loud one.
Yeah.
That'd be really funny if it was Sue Simmons.
She just leans over a little. Do that cheek up.
Or it was Diane Sawyer, and she actually turned to open her asshole and let it fire out.
Lit it.
Thank God I didn't shit myself.
See a lighter fart.
People are asking, why is Matt Roloff on your show cursing?
Potty mouth midget.
Yeah.
Dirty midget.
Call them little people.
The primary purpose of the book was to really sit down and try to sort of put into our own words kind of what makes our family tick and, you know, what we're about and what we believe in. And the way we sort of organized those thoughts was to go. We actually went on the internet and we Googled up values, you know, our family values, and we came there's a list of, you know, hundreds of different words that describe a value, and we passed that list around the dinner table, and everybody put a little star by the value that was important to them.
None of that happened. Shut up. No one does that.
The one that we had more than
sounds like you as a teenager.
We're the ones that must be our family values.
Little Vinny.
Yeah, little Vinny.
Little Vinny.
We all looked at the word miscarriage and thought, lucky devil.
It is so creepy how exact that one is there. Sorry, Vinny, but
I love it.
There you go. We got another one? Damn, all right, let's play this one.
Which one?
What?
We have a couple there. Which one?
Oh,
just either one, man.
Oh, one.
Tomorrow will be their first game of the new year, and Casey Walkup tells us their resolution is to toughen up.
Cover the Thunder enters 2007 with an 11-14-2 record. That's 20 games out of first place.
Fuck off, Buzz.
So their New Year's resolution is to simply win more games.
Oh, man. There's someone who thought his mic was off.
Oh, that's great.
Ooh, hot mic. Wow, he was pissed at Buzz, whoever that was. Who was it? The director?
Yeah.
That was the
Probably
director.
Talking in his ear or something?
Yeah.
His earpiece?
Oh, hey, fuck off.
Yeah, but you got to think that would be picked up by another mic in the studio unless
there probably wasn't any studio mics on. They were like
Oh, probably went to a tape piece or something?
Yeah.
Gotcha.
Oh, that guy is mad.
And finally, one more. Oh, this is Bob Novak and James Carville.
James Carville.
Yeah, let's
We just elected a senator from Oklahoma, Senator Tom Coburn. Everybody in the establishment was against him. She might get elected. Let me finish what I'm going to say, James, please. I know you hate to hear me, but you have to.
He's got to show these right-wingers that he's got backbone. That's right. The whole editorial page is watching you. Show them you're tough.
Well, I think that's bullshit, and I hate that. Just let it go.
Okay, James, what do you think, though, seriously, about this Senate race? James, that basically the Catherine Harris and Bill Nelson.
Did he just Novak walked off?
What do you think?
Why?
What will that mean?
Because he just said bullshit.
Yeah, he just walked off.
And he's sitting there thinking about it and probably started sweating.
Went off
like,
on fire.
Shit.
Is that why somebody just said just let him go?
Just let it go.
Or let him go. I don't know.
Or, yeah.
And someone's requesting, I don't know this one, the Swedish game show chick puking.
You can't. It's a video though. It doesn't do anything.
Video.
Yeah, right.
There's no good to hear it.
I mean, I got it in front of me. It's not worth playing.
No, because you can't. Well, you might hear a blah, but it's in Swedish. You can't hear. Meaning that you can't hear the talking. Like I don't know how she recovered. I've watched it, but you can't. It's auditory. I mean,
well, Dan from PA, you guys have to check out the Swedish game show host chick puking as a caller is talking. But it's not worth playing on the radio.
Try, give it a shot. The puke's in the very beginning.
All right. Phone ring.
Ja, hallå?
Ja, hallå?
Hej, vet du?
Niklas?
Hej, Niklas. Vad har du för svar till mig?
Tölp.
All right.
I did play that.
All right, that is pretty good. Oh, God. What happens there?
She just puked.
Oh, God.
Wow, in the video, you could see her puking. That's got to be morning sickness, right?
Or something like that.
She was probably fucking hammered or hungover. That's me in the parking lot.
Hitting that nice shiny.
Hallå?
Wait.
Ja, hallå?
Hej, vet du?
Niklas?
Hej, Niklas. Vad har du för svar till mig?
Tölp.
Oh, God.
Wow.
Woo! Okej. Jag säger bara så här.
She came
Jag
back?
måste bara tala om en sak nu. Jag har mens.
All right.
Yeah, she just continued.
She came right back?
I missed the opening of the clip. I'm like, where does she puke? And I had to actually rewatch it. I'm like, wow, okay, she just recovered nicely.
Maybe someone put puke here on the teleprompter. Puke at this spot. Okay.
There's a clip on YouTube. Somebody pukes during a drum solo and keeps going.
Wow.
Is just sort of playing the snare, just like Monty Python-esque. It's the weirdest thing because you want to laugh at him, but the fact that he continues,
He
that it
still
becomes
plays.
like this. I think that's kind of a rock and roll moment.
Guy rocks.
Yeah.
We got
I
the
bet
video.
he's doing heroin.
Got the video playing right now. Waiting for the puke. Tom on Long Island, go ahead.
Morning, guys. How you doing? Yeah, that woman. There were on some of the videos. There were subtitles. She puked because she explained twice to the crowd that she's having painful menstrual cramps.
Oh, menstrual cramps.
That was because of PMS.
Wow. Yeah, some of them.
How'd you like to marry that one?
Oh, is he puking right there?
Yeah, well, she got game though. She came right back and said it though.
Yeah,
Certainly
she definitely
did.
came back. Thanks, Tom.
This guy's rocking.
No, he's playing a great solo, then all of a sudden he just looks to the left.
I didn't know it's a great solo.
He's so good he puked? I don't know.
Yeah. So happy with himself. Look at Steve
Here he
watching.
goes. There he goes.
The guy goes, oh.
Is this part of the show?
Oh, he's really power booting. That's why they're screaming.
But he never stops.
He doesn't stop. Holy shit.
Wow.
He comes back again.
Oh, my. It's like Pat from Munaki on the drum
That's
set.
amazing.
Oh, my God.
He still plays.
Still puking and playing.
Projectile vomiting.
Now that's a drum solo.
And he's back.
Then he goes back. He's back.
All right, now he's back.
A little stage fright. I don't know what it was. A little heroin.
He
Yeah.
puked at least, 6 to 8 times?
Could have been some drinking, bad pussy.
Well, to put it in the context of this show, I'd say about a half gallon of eggnog.
Yeah. Ooh, good one. Steve, anything like that ever happened in Foundry? When you were recording Pendulum?
Just from the audience.
Yes, exactly. Thank you, Jim.
There's always time for a jab.
Yeah, let's say hi to Charles in Delaware. Charles?
Good morning, guys. I was wondering if we could hear one of the audio clips from yesterday of Bill's sweet old grandma trying out for her first acting job.
Oh, boy, they don't forget Bill.
What is that?
Well, they never forgot the abuse your grandma took on this radio show.
Oh,
and
Jim
yesterday
was
we were
sweet.
playing 8-track porn.
You ever hear of this?
Well, I was talking about Bill O'Reilly's grandmother, not Bill Burr's
Yes,
yesterday.
dummy.
Bill O'Reilly.
No, I know.
Oh, okay, yeah.
But this guy's trying to bring Bill Burr's
Yes.
grandma back into the fold.
Oh, yeah, I remember that.
This is, it's called, audio porn.
Okay.
It was back in, I guess, the 70s. It was on an 8-track. And you'd pop this in and, I don't know, jerk off to it. It's erotic vignettes done on
Why are you acting like
audio
you didn't have
tape.
it the second it came out, just like the iPhone?
I would not have had that. I think I had an 8-track player.
Danny's working on part 3. We should have it in, I don't know, half hour here.
The acting is horrendous. And for some reason, they just seem angry. They all seem angry with each other. No matter how good the sex is going, they're just mad. But
it's American
so
porn.
70s, and it's not from a porn movie. There was never any film to this. It's just audio, like they were doing a radio show or something.
Well,
it's like the old time radio broadcast.
Oh.
Well, I'm going to fuck you in your dumper.
Well, we got the
And now,
Pennsylvania 6-9000.
right after this, we're going to listen to Benny Goodman. But first, yes, I'm going to fuck your mouth.
Let's play it for Bill. Just the first clip here.
Hello? Carol, you fucking whore.
Honey, that's a hell of a way to talk to your best girl buddy. What the fuck are you bitching about?
You know damn good and well what I'm talking about, you bitch. You fucked Joe the bartender last night, and he wasn't worth shit. I sucked his joint for 30 minutes, and his prick was like a piece of spaghetti. To crown it off, the bastard had the nerve to laugh when it wouldn't come up.
Is that the vagina monologue?
It doesn't that sound awful?
Oh, that's really, yeah.
Well, this was
well.
This is pre-internet
little
where
whore.
anything was exciting.
What the hell is going on?
I'm coming, you dumb bitch.
Who the hell is there?
Oh, nobody, you dumb bitch. I couldn't wait anymore. I'm climbing the damn walls. Oh, I told you I had a banana up my cunt. Oh, God, it's good.
Are these like phone sex auditions?
A lot of food references.
This has nothing to do
I just wish I
with
had
anything we're
another one
familiar
up
with.
my ass.
Movies, phone
Oh, you
sex.
dirty bitch. With you, anything goes. I have to admit, when it comes to fucking, you're a genius. I've always used carrots.
Oh, but this is smoother and thick all the way.
Prefers bananas over carrots.
Yeah, we got part 3. Actually, we got the finale of The Delivery Boy.
Oh, good.
I thought it was over, man. She was licking his sweaty balls when we last left.
Yeah.
her.
he had instructed her to lick his sweaty balls. Actually, have that one here? No.
You know what that reminds me of?
The sweaty balls? I do have sweaty balls?
Well, actually, hey, let me just play the whole clip.
Okay.
This is where we left everybody.
I'll play the whole clip.
And this is where we're going to pick up the story in about 10 or 15 minutes. But this is where we left you with the 8-track porn.
Oh, when the hell are you gonna fuck me?
Don't be so damned impatient.
See?
Carol's right. You're built like a brick shithouse. Baby, when you're through working on me, I'm gonna suck that sweet little cunt of yours dry.
Oh, you sucked me.
That's good.
Suck me.
Work your way down to my stomach.
This is just creepy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Delivery boy sounds like he's 62.
Yeah, we said that yesterday, Vinny. You're right on with us. Like a delivery boy. He's like in his 50s.
Yeah, I'm the delivery boy.
I think you're my accountant.
See?
23 skidoo.
Yeah. Suck my cock or it's curtains for you.
There hasn't been a white delivery boy since 1957, man. What the fuck?
You know, Bill made a good point, though. This was pre-internet, obviously.
Yeah.
And anything was exciting.
Everything
like, we are
was
so
exciting.
jaded now by what we can find on the internet. You just don't remember how hard it was to get really good porno.
I mean, stand-up when this was coming out was Take My Mother, Please.
Yeah, that was...
This guy's a genius.
That's great stuff.
But 8-tracks, that's the 70s. There had to be porn in the 70s. That's when
Yeah, there's porn, but there weren't many places, especially for like if you're in your teens, you know, you're in high school or something, and you want to watch some porno.
Right.
There wasn't many places to go and get it. You could get magazines, maybe Playboy and Penthouse or Swank.
How was that done back
something like
then?
that.
Did you guys get like a reel-to-reel player?
I actually got an 8mm movie of porno.
Where did you buy it?
It was a stag reel. No, I don't know what the fuck it was.
It's great when you're watching and the tape rips right now.
Yeah.
Get the tape quick.
And all my friends knew I had this thing. I don't even know where I got it from. I think like an uncle was like, here, check this out.
You got it at the Elks Club?
The Elks Club. Here, son, pass this around. You boys will like this.
It'll put hair on your chest.
It'll put as much hair on your chest as every woman's pussy in this thing. You should see all the big, fat, hairy pussies.
And then where did you watch it?
So that was just it. I didn't have a projector to play this in. So I went to my school and asked if I could borrow a projector from one of the AV guys. And he let me borrow a projector. And we went to a friend's house that lived like real close to the school and just watched this porno movie. No sound because it was just, you know...
Yeah, but that must have just been the most amazing thing ever, though.
It was so great. I was so like worked up and heated up. You're like shaking, trying to get the film through the little gears and stuff. And it's just, oh, here it goes. Oh. And then it's just some like, it looked like it was done in a warehouse, a long shot kind of. You barely got any real close-ups, and it was just some hairy hippie guy fucking some hairy hippie chick. And it got right to fucking. And it was great, you know? It was just like, oh, this is the best shit ever. We watched it like 80 times.
You've always been on the cutting edge of technology.
Always had to be. My friends are very thankful.
Wow. Let's play the rest of the clip. This is where we left you guys yesterday, and then Danny's coming in with the new stuff.
Dick with your fingers. Oh, yeah. Now, between my legs and around my balls.
I'll circle around and tie me a sheep shank.
Stomach, you dumb bitch. Now, work your way down from my shoulders.
Anything you say, you cocksucker.
Oh, that's it, baby. Yeah. Now down my back. Oh, yeah. Yeah, that's good, baby. Oh, you got a hell of a touch with your tongue. Oh, yeah, you're a natural-born fuck machine.
Was this looped?
What about the
This
cheek
guy
of
doesn't
my
sound like
ass?
he's actually getting his dick sucked.
Yeah. Hey, honey. Oh, that's great. Now lick my sweaty balls.
Now lick my sweaty balls.
That was the cliffhanger. That's where we left you yesterday.
Yeah.
So
when we last left you, will the delivery boy get his sweaty balls licked?
You don't have high blood pressure.
I like how completely matter of fact it was. Okay, now lick my sweaty balls now.
All right. Whoa, look at the time. Lick my sweaty balls.
It's like the end of Batman, remember?
Yes. When we last left you. Will she lick his sweaty balls? Will he come in her face? Is she a cocksucker?
Tune in next time.
Find out this and more.
All right, so Danny's going to bring in the conclusion to the delivery boy.
The thrilling conclusion.
Yeah. And Carrot Top is here. So we should take a quick break, bring Carrot Top in here, and we'll continue.
All right.
All right, it's Opie and Anthony.
It's the Opie and Anthony Show. Opie and Anthony.
Coming back with a little Foundry, huh? Foundry music?
Did you play Foundry? Oh, is that why Steve ran out of here all upset?
You can barely hear it, though. Crank it up, man. Let's get to the hook.
This is
Pendulum, right?
Of course it is. That's his only hit. This isn't even a hit.
Oh, it's just loop? All right. It's Opie and Anthony, Bill Burr, Stress Factory all weekend long. And now we say good morning to Carrot Top in studio.
Yes.
Way over here in the lounging chairs.
Yeah, he's sitting on the lounging chair.
Nice. This is nice.
Yeah,
gigantic.
It's a nice setup.
He's just. I'm looking at his tricep. I'm like, he's huge. If he
well,
backhands me, I'm dead.
I want to see Carrot Top
comics. You know, you're carrying crap around all day. You know.
I want to see you just drill your fist right in the
I tell you, I mean,
Vinny works out a little bit. I think he could take it.
Yeah, I could probably take the shot, but I don't know if I want to.
No, you don't.
Gigantic.
Carrot Top. What do we, you know?
Yeah, right? What's he going to do to you, right?
Yeah, how old are you?
42.
42?
Yeah.
How old are your biceps? Brand new.
No, this is a lot of work. I was always an athlete as a kid, but I mean, it's every day.
Yeah, no shit.
It's a lot of work. It's a lot of work.
People tell me I have a gym body, but I mean, like, when I look at you, I'm like, that's what a guy is.
Right.
Well, not everybody.
J-I-M.
Oh, yeah.
I have to sit up because they're putting a camera on me. I don't want to look like I don't want to look like you,
There's nothing you could do.
I know.
To look like you're in any kind
You really
of
are.
shape.
He's dwarfing you right now, Vinny. He is a midget. Vinny Randy is a fucking midget.
He's just fucking. You're jacked up. When did you start doing that?
This morning, Ash Day.
Just yesterday. It took that quick.
I lifted my whole life. I just think people taking notice to it because I was always, I just bought smaller shirts. They come in men's.
Smaller shirts?
Yeah, that's the best way to.
I remember years ago watching you, though, and not recalling such big
I tried
arms.
to wear as big a shirt, too, because I knew I'd get fucking shit for it.
Right.
And wear a big shirt.
The growth is a little Barry Bonds-like in terms of it.
That's so funny, but nothing.
Nothing?
You've never done the roids?
My dick, no. That's
no roids?
No Bonaduce.
No, no. But I saw him, and he was like, "How do you keep all this in your mouth?" He's already got the veins popping on his forehead. He was actually injecting while he was talking to me. How the fuck you get this? Strange. Some guy actually said that, though, at Mandalay Bay Pool. Hey, it's Bonaduce. And I was like, fuck.
Damn it.
That's the first time in my life someone's ever said that, so I need to stop training or something.
Can you even scratch your back anymore? I mean,
I'm not back.
It's those 3 shows Saturday night with all those front
balls.
Yeah. Sweaty balls. You must be just sick of it, though. Like, everybody's got to be like, hey, Carrot Top, you're big.
Yeah, they do.
Yeah. You ought to just really start punching people that say that.
That would be great.
It's like,
make news.
Don't ask fucking Carrot Top anything about his muscles. He punches you in the face.
We took a pic together at Tough Crowd when he did Tough Crowd, and like you're wearing an open shirt and just the definition on your pecs, and I'm just like standing there like such a non-man, just like a little fat-faced fan.
Something a little uncomfortable about you looking at the definition on his pecs.
I was feeling all good about me.
Your arm looks like Carrot Top's cock.
it was just showing off his bicep there.
Yeah.
It was impressive until he walked in the room. Fuck, Carrot Top.
Great, man.
Fuck, man.
Carrying all my hate mail around,
That must be it.
Yeah.
You've quite a lot of shit throughout the years, man, right?
Absolutely. Yeah, what the fuck? You're gonna
catch a lot of shit during his 40-year career in comedy.
Nice.
Yeah.
We were talking about that. You're going to, anyhow. So you're not going to please everybody, so.
Yeah.
You're a fan.
Well, in a way, we can understand it's, we being shock jocks, have taken some shit in New York, especially with the elite of New York radio. They don't like what we do. They consider it a little lowbrow and things like that. And they're constantly bashing us on message boards and things like that. And then you realize we've been here like fucking 10 years.
Right.
You know?
In New York alone.
So, if we got fired tomorrow, they couldn't say anything. But still, it's like, fucking failures.
Yeah.
You know, fucking guys are
I
going to
get
be
it.
out of here in a month, I bet.
I get it all the time. People are like, there'll be a comic in the club. He'll be playing the State Theater right around the corner from me. Never comes to say hello. Doesn't know me. Doesn't matter. But there's 1,800 people. They're lined up everywhere. And I got some guy with 104 people in my room. He's going, hey, prop guy. Yeah, well, why don't you find some props, jerk off, because I can't put my kids through college on your numbers. You're fucking killing me. But please write some prop jokes.
Props get a bad. It's like anything else you do in comedy. It's almost like me and Colin were talking one time about like planes. I'm like, yeah, man, I can't even do this plane joke, or McDonald's or whatever. He goes, why the fuck not? Like, why would you allow the hacks to hijack every subject like that? If you got something original, so it's the same with props, because so many shitty prop acts. Right. It's like a guy that's like really good at it.
Yeah, it did get a stigma of just like being a hack, because so many hacks would come out and try to do prop acts.
Well, you know, I tell the guys, the elite guys, I'll say, okay, well, write a couple jokes. You know, it's so easy to do. Write some prop jokes for me right now. Here's some shit. Write some jokes. Do what you How bad is it? Do it.
But he gave literally shit, which is hard to work with.
What pisses people off, because I'm like, oh, what, you know, and they get mad at me because I'm like, listen, if a guy does what he does and he's good at what he does, leave him the fuck alone. The guy's filling a theater, and you can't write what he's writing. I'm also afraid. That's why I'm saying this
shit. Let me explain before Carrot Top
He's
talks.
my spokesperson.
Why did he feel this way till he sat next to me?
This is what he's trying to book him at his club.
Right.
That's exactly what he's trying to do.
Yeah.
He owns a comedy club.
Thank you.
And I'll tell you, Carrot Top, someone was trashing you, but I defended you. You're so full of shit.
Let me tell you something.
He's filling the State Theater.
If he wasn't this fucking big, I'd be trashing him right now.
Oh, you're full of shit.
You want him in the club, you phony cunt.
He can't speak in the club.
Exactly.
If he could be real my club, there's no
He could be
room.
raping children if he fills the State Theater. You book him at the club. You fucking phony.
If you're a good child raper and you're good at it,
we can put you.
You're probably saying to that guy with 104 seats, no, but you know, just keep doing what you're doing.
No, there's 104 seats. I never tell them to keep doing what they're doing. Change what you're doing.
How long was the phone call that night?
So you're still selling a lot of tickets, man. Because you were like, it was known you were like a fucking over $1 million a year college act. I mean, he was fucking making huge money before he was truly a famous guy.
Well, Vegas. I'm just there every night now. We just do the Vegas.
Yeah, Vegas thing now.
Great. Yeah. We just do
Wow.
that and you go home.
What is that like, though? Do you just like totally avoid the casino at this point?
Yeah, for the most part you do. I mean, unless you know, when I hit the clubs, you know.
Yeah.
But usually I do the show and you go home.
Or the Bunny Ranch. I've heard
the Bunny Ranch. Yeah, it's always fun. It's a little far from Vegas, but.
You fuck a lot of broads there? I'm going to pull a train with Carrot Top. I won't be the lead. I'll just take I'll take what he's done with, because I don't want to fucking follow that.
You know, Regis, they asked me the same thing yesterday. Regis was like,
Yeah.
"What about the Bunny Ranch?"
How many girls do you fuck over there? Tell me, Carrot Top. Do you pull out the props when you bang of these chicks?
I love Regis.
I do, yeah.
Carrot Top is in the Bunny Ranch and does push-ups. Where can I warm up?
You know what you should have pulled out on Regis' show? A healthy heart.
You're awful. What the hell is that thing? Ain't one stitch in that.
You live in Vegas?
Yeah.
Makes it a little easier. You must have a nice spread out there.
It's all right, yeah.
Yeah?
It's all right. I bet you it's pretty impressive.
You live near anybody?
Michael Jackson.
You live
actually.
Really?
Not a joke. Yeah, like 2 streets over.
I thought he lived in the Middle East.
He lives in north central Vegas.
So that was all fake footage.
You know,
They
I don't
just
know.
got him out in the sand. Said they were in Saudi Arabia. He's actually in Vegas.
That's the word on the street that he's got. That's his house. Is that you can see the Ferris wheel, and it's kind of weird.
Jesus, man.
Yeah.
Ooh.
You're going to be testifying soon.
Yeah, right. Yeah, right.
What did you see coming out of the house?
Little hairless Asian boy.
Vietnamese boys.
Yeah.
Explain to us with this toilet bowl with wheels. Could you just tell us what happened?
No, it'll be a stockade with a tear bucket. That's what Michael uses.
What? How long ago? And what made you just decide I'm going to put these two things together, take it on stage?
I'm not a good comic like these other comics, the stand-ups, and I knew that right away. I had the visual thing.
Did you try it on stage, like regular straight stand-up comedy?
Stand-up, and I had like 1 or 2 props, and it turned out to be what it worked. It was like a neighborhood Crime Watch sign or something. And I had, hey, how good's the Crime Watch and not watching their signs? You know, it's like
all right, that's
fucking
good.
sign. Like, that's good. Jackson, the lady that used to book a club, who now I think manages Larry the Cable Guy or something. So it's interesting.
Oh, he's making shit money.
Yeah, talking about money. Yeah, I'm
Yeah,
making
poor guy. We should have a benefit for him.
He's got to make $50-$60 a night.
Perhaps more than that, Anthony.
Yeah, a lot of dough. So I don't know, just got to work down is what it was, you know? I had a billion comics saying, lose the fucking props. And I'm like, I'm carrying them. You don't have to worry about them.
Do you still make these things yourself, or do you just design them and have somebody else build them for you?
Sweat kid.
There's like the fucking, I just picture the Carrot Top factory, like you're sitting there drawing up these blueprints that are all, it started out with you
really
just in the
just not
garage.
that exciting. It's just duct tape and glued on and tried.
Yeah.
I used to work with the legendary Wood, who's another prop actor
like the
comedians
Wood.
love, and he's just a fucking animal. He just throws his shit all over the floor. People want to punch him in the face under the show because he's like aggressive with the audience. He's like, hold a strainer over his head, and he goes, "I'm under a fucking strain." Yeah, just laugh.
Yeah.
He's a funny.
I'm under a fucking strain.
You look back on prop acts jokes that you did at the beginning and think, oh, that sucked. How did I do that? Because comics look back and they say, you know, that sucked when I did that.
Why you explain to him what comics do?
Shut up. I'm sorry. You know what I mean? I don't like to ask straight questions, but I want to know. Does he look back and say,
I think everybody looks back and says, yeah, my writing's gotten better or more clever. I don't know.
Right. It was a serious question.
It was a great question, Vinny.
Yeah, let me ask you.
Great question, Vinny. We're having a lot of laughs here.
Yeah,
You just decided to turn it into Meet the Press.
Why don't you go back in the glass booth for a little while? Take a time out, will you? So time out for Vinny. Time out for Vinny. Your mic's off.
Well, let me ask you another fun Vinny question. Carrot Top, did the laughs cover the tears? I mean, the comedian. Just a fucking comic.
I know.
I wanted to know.
Well, you know what? It's like you became. I mean, just the name alone was such a. It's like there's people recognize that name, Carrot Top. Everybody knows the name Carrot Top's a fucking comedian. I mean, people that don't know comic names recognize that name, even if they don't know the material, haven't seen the act.
Right.
All right, that wasn't a question.
No, that really was. Not only was it a statement, it was one of the boring varieties.
Yeah, it was as not funny as anything
I think early on the club, like you want everyone to like you. You go to you're a comic, you go there, you want the comics like you want to get booked. So there's a lot of clubs that didn't book me because I did props. I'd kill and they'd say he does props, he's not going to play this club. So that kind of stuff earlier on, you're like this sucks, and then you move on. Like you say, you play State Theater, and well, fuck you won't book me at your club. I'm play the theater. So
like you don't get enough attention with the hair and the biceps that you paint your fingernails black. What happened?
For this too.
Did you shave your nuts too?
What, no payoff there, but I did.
What's
I have no idea.
You just decided.
I don't care about anything.
You just want.
I don't care about it.
I don't care about anything.
I don't care about anything.
I get enough shit for what I do anyhow. Since no one's going to say, oh, and now he paints his nails too. So
no, you could you could do anything. If you dressed like Oscar De La Hoya, no one would give a flying fuck if you were in a tutu and a
That's the name of his next special.
Those photos of me will surface soon. So
are there? Yeah.
The great
we all have them somewhere, don't we?
If you're a rock star, it's like, wow, this guy's really eccentric and like he's really cool. But if you're a comic, people are like, have you lost your fucking mind?
Yeah, it's true.
Did what the fuck? Oh yeah, the roast. That you did for
that's more like your kind of stuff. That was not. I think that's why they had me there.
The Flavor Flav
roast. Yeah, I mean, the roast in general was like, how many times did you say black pussy?
Yeah. Did you want to kill Greg Giraldo? Did you want to fucking?
I think he's very funny. He's one of my favorite roasters. When I watch, he's very funny.
But he was giving you some shit.
Well, sure, yeah. You're gonna get shit. I'll take shit for like you work out or something. And they say something stupid like, "Look at his fucking face. What the fuck is his face? Look at it. What the fuck happened to you?" You're like, "What the fuck's wrong with my face?" And you're thinking, or you can rip my act because that's pretty common. But I guess looking at like I look.
He went for a new angle. That's
right.
Or something.
Roasts are fucking like brutal.
No, it's brutal.
It's like
it was all me for the first. It's all been edited. The first hour was just me. I'm like, what the fuck? I think we're roasting him. So
I think when you get a bunch of comics like that together, they just and they talk about you when you're not there. When you're there in a roast atmosphere, it's like you just fucking you were there.
No, it's brutal.
Are you talking about this clip?
Yeah, I walk up. Oh, great. Oh, you got a clip? That's nice.
Oh, fucker.
You are a big, ghoulish woman. Talking to you, Carrot Top.
No. A ghoulish woman.
Jesus. What happened to your face?
Jesus.
You look retarded. How did you do that?
Right. It's nice.
You should have.
How did you find a plastic surgeon who could add a chromosome?
He's calling you a retard.
Well,
As a
I mean, funny. I mean, I will say that back and said that was funny. But
you appreciate the brutality as a comic.
Everyone got ripped on. Everyone got ripped.
Yeah, that roast was unreal. But if you look at those old roasts that they had when it was Dean Martin and stuff, dude, it was nothing.
No,
like they were. It was yeah. It was
They've gotten back.
It was gentle ribbing.
Well, they
right.
But now it's
so
just
fucking
like
right.
your mother's a cunt.
True. It is.
And they would co-sign for each other's stuff back then. Like, who was the guy who always pretended he was drunk?
Foster Brooks.
Foster Brooks. They would all laugh and stuff, right? If today Patrice would get up, you're not drunk. You're not drunk.
Yeah, just sell
stop
him out
with
in
the
front of
act.
everybody.
Yeah. Just fucking enough.
Speaking of that, did you guys see on YouTube that clip of Jamie Foxx just trashing that guy while the guy was trying to roast somebody?
No.
Oh my God, he kills him. He was Jamie Foxx was the host of it, so he had a lapel mic that was on, and this dude came up. It was like an Emmett Smith roast, and he starts bombing, and Jamie starts speaking into his mic, doing the guy's inner thoughts, like, "I just told another joke that didn't work. Maybe I should just get off." It was hilarious, but it was one of the most brutal things I've ever seen.
I got to see that one.
Here it is. Right?
I want to actually see a YouTube video of Bill Burr watching YouTube videos. You seem to
that's all I
know
do.
every fucking
Dude,
video.
If you want any
You know what? Go
slap fight or any animal thing, I
know them all.
I've watched them all.
Yeah.
Love them.
We'll get that on the radio in a minute or two because it's really long. Let's say hi to Greg in California. Greg, what's up?
Hey, not much. Carrot Top, I got to congratulate you on one of the funniest scenes I've ever seen on TV. You kissed Gene Simmons on national TV. That was awesome.
Yeah, I did.
On his show?
I don't know. They just were doing some stupid...
Family values.
That's when I painted my nails that day.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Now it all makes sense.
Yeah. No, I don't know. They kept saying we're doing these intros, the Gene Simmons thing. And,
Kiss on lips?
No, I said we were doing like little bumpers to the show, and I said, "Listen, I'll be upstairs or something." And they kept doing something stupid. They said, "Keep fucking with them, keep fucking with them." So what else do I do?
Yeah,
so I said, "I'll be upstairs." I was going to come out completely naked because there was only like 10 people there. And I was going to come out and say, "I'll stay upstairs" or something. And I kissed him on the back of his ear, and he like, "What the fuck?" And he really wasn't happy with it.
No.
But no. He's kind of looking at me like, "You don't fucking kiss Gene Simmons." I'm like, your producer said to do it. He said, "Push it furthest I can push it." So, is that or blow you? So
given the choice.
You're watching A&E. I didn't do that.
Let's go to Catherine in Atlanta. Catherine, what's up?
Hey, guys. How's it going?
Hey.
Hey, Carrot Top, I have to tell you, you did the funniest thing I've ever seen in my life at Georgia
I kissed Gene Simmons.
back in like 92 or something.
That's when I was funny.
That's it.
That's it, 92.
What was it?
What was it? He smashed this watermelon.
No, he ordered a pizza from Domino's in Statesboro, Georgia, and our local pizza guy was like a retarded guy. And he came up on stage. Carrot Top made him wear a pair of women's underwear, and then he played
I am funny with the
Magic
retards.
and strobe lights with him. It was just
all right.
I do remember that.
So you took advantage of a retarded person on stage. It's the funniest thing you've ever done. And it was in 92. Thank you. What a backhanded compliment that cunt just gave you.
92. Not since then you've done much, but 92 is really great.
You did the funniest thing. I walked into your dressing room and the retarded pizza guy was there, and you were fingering his ass, and you and your whole crew were laughing at him.
That retarded pizza boy is still in Carrot Top's trailer.
It was
Every show.
It was 1989.
Get the retarded pizza boy.
And we stiffed him on the pizza. It was a rough night for him.
We told him we paid him, and he ate the money. He was all right. And he cried and punched himself until his parents came.
Some people don't understand what a compliment is.
Yeah.
Some fucking guy over the weekend, I forget where it was, it might have been Riley's when I was over there over the weekend, comes up and he's saying some shit like, he goes, "Man, I loved your show." I'm like, "Oh, thanks." He goes, "When you guys were at NEW, that was when you guys were so fucking funny." I was like, "Thanks." He goes, "You guys used to be like so all right, shut the fuck up."
Yeah.
You know,
that was 5 years ago.
It's
Thanks,
like,
buddy.
And the guy wouldn't even tell you. He goes, nah, it's like so much shit and stuff that you can't do. He goes, "You guys, man, we're so fucking don't want to hear how funny I was." God,
what
a douche.
Show. They say, they're in the casino, and they go, "I hate you. I've always hated you. You're annoying.
Yeah, great.
I don't like you." But I came because my wife wanted me to come, and it was really better than I thought it was going to be.
Yeah.
Fuck with that.
Like, it didn't totally
I set it up by first going, I fucking hate you, first of all. Let's set some standards. Nothing. I don't like anything about you. You're stupid. You know all that. And
Yeah.
Well, but you did have fun. It was all right. Oh, okay.
Yeah, it was okay. Yeah, thanks.
Hey, Billy wants in here. Billy in New York. What's up?
Hey, Carrot Top, I'm a huge fan, dude. I thought you were great as fucking Rocky Dennis in The Mask, you retarded ginger.
To make Rocky Dennis jokes is always appropriate.
Yeah, and then you see how quickly he hung up because he was afraid you would somehow be able to punch him through the phone. That's great.
I'll find him.
Hey,
yeah, you'll get him. Track him down.
Has it ever gotten to you really badly? Like any bullshit, like where it's like, all right, man, this is fucking hurtful.
Oh no, not really. No,
he doesn't care about anything. He doesn't give a flying fuck anymore.
No, Dennis Miller one time was kind of giving me a lot of, back in the day, was giving me grief about stuff. I opened for him, and I was at a college, and I got there, and it was at Wake Forest or something, and they said, you got to do 30 minutes. And I said, I got 20, maybe. And 15 was okay. So I said, I'll stretch. So I get there and I look in the wings and he's standing there. I remember thinking, oh, goddamn, it's Dennis Miller. He's little. I remember thinking, how fucking little he is. So I'm doing my thing. I'm looking over and he's just pacing and he's doing like this, what the fuck? And I'm looking, I said, I've only been up here like 9 minutes. So he's like, come on. And the guy's like, get off. So I'm like, I leave all my shit here? And he's like, just get off. So I walked off and I said, walked by him. And he says, you went too fucking long. Oof. As he walked by me, he did his set. He didn't feel good that night. He kept checking on the Braves game. He kept saying, where's the Braves and the so-and-so winning? It was whatever series that was.
Right.
And I came off and I said, Dennis, it was great. And he says, first thing you do is buy a fucking watch and don't go watch your time. And I said, I was supposed to do 30 minutes. I did 10.
What a douche.
Now but later on he came back and he was like, hey, what's up, Topper? You know, he is.
Yeah.
Hey. I never went long, though.
Did he get out on stage?
To be clear with you that I did. But no, he went on every show for about a year saying, it's my Topper down.
The guy took longer than Pericles took to conquer the Venetia Lufin.
What? Standing over here like...
The crowd didn't quite get him. Because I was holding up, hey, look at the boot with the kickstand. It was easy. It's shiny, look. And they're like, yeah, it's college.
Just hit a pinwheel.
Yeah.
10 minutes. He gets up there, all smug.
Dennis Miller. I'm standing there like fucking quake, for Christ's sake.
Feel like it's 1540 and I'm here in the... What?
Oh, we made up. He's a good guy.
Oh, did you?
Yeah,
Case Hopper with a shitty head shake. Fuck you.
Fuck him.
Your fucking button-bottom suit.
Fuck him unless he's on this show.
Absolutely.
Yeah. That's what we say.
I didn't like the way he didn't defend the O&A thing. I didn't like the way he didn't defend the show. Wow, It's not like it's the freedom of speech. Shut the fuck up.
That is a great, Center Square, right? In Hollywood Square, as you just did.
Whatever. Oh, yeah, Charles Nelson Miller.
No.
That was Michael J. Fox Miller.
God.
Hey, how you doing? I don't have party. Fuck you.
Oh.
Yeah,
Samantha. Oh.
Yeah, he trashed us, too.
Yeah, I know he did.
When we were in our latest problem there.
Like it wasn't a real freedom of speech.
Hey, E-Rock, really fast. Sandy Kane's here. Did you meet Sandy Kane in the green room?
I did not.
Hope not.
She was allegedly raped by Phil Spector back in the day. But,
she's an old, burlesque
she's been doing our
dancer.
show for years, but...
she's...
let's bring her in.
She's crazy.
Well, but...
really, literally.
Little observation. I guess the K-Rock people are going into the green room. Why?
They heard her coming in, and people from K-Rock have been peeking into the green room. She's just sitting there staring at the wall. So people have just been peeking their head in to see what she's doing. She hasn't moved.
You want to bring her in real fast?
Yeah.
Dead.
Bring in Sandy Kane.
Yeah. Where are you putting her?
Right by you.
No.
She's not going to hurt you.
No. She goes back by E-Rock.
No.
Yeah, just sit on
right between
Carrot Top's
Carrot Top.
lap.
I might go over there.
Oh, God.
And
Yeah,
what's
she
coming
Make sure
in?
she's far away from me.
Oh.
Is she going to do a little thing on the stripper
got a
pole
mic?
like she used to?
Oh, yeah.
What mic we using?
Years ago?
Vinny.
Bye, Vinny.
Sorry, Vinny.
Vinny's going to the bullpen.
Why are you taking Vinny's mic?
Vinny, you can move over there to E-Rock's mic.
Yeah, move over to E-Rock's mic.
Just because we're keeping Sandy Kane away from everybody.
Yeah, we want to keep her
Is
away.
she here or what?
She gets crazy.
Bring her in.
She was in the faraway green room.
Oh, okay.
She's sitting there like
She
Billy
used to
Bob
do,
in the beginning of Sling Blade, just staring out that window.
Billy Bob. She used to dance in Times Square when Times Square was really seedy and bottomless and shit, like way
good old
back in the
days. Yeah,
70s.
the good days.
Yeah, the good old days.
Now it's like
Here she
Disney
is.
World down there, right?
I know. I like the fun old. Look at her. Here she is.
Oh wow!
Wow.
Now I can see why.
Sandy.
Now I can see why I raped her.
How you been?
Okay, I'm still breathing here.
Yeah, huh?
Yeah. Hi, Carrot Top.
How are you?
Wow. All right.
All right.
Yeah.
Well,
you're good.
I brought dildo with me.
You're like cauliflower top.
Cauliflower top. My titties were sweating in the green room.
Evil Knievel and Dolly Parton fuck.
I didn't hear that. I didn't.
I said you look great this morning.
No, he puts things together. They're beautiful.
You just put that together.
Perfect at putting things together.
That's why I brought dildo with me, because I need protection here.
Is that the name of your dog? I brought Dildo with me.
Yeah, we know about dildo. You always bring dildo with you.
It really is a dildo.
She sounds like a character actor from the 70s.
I don't want that. Don't even try. Stay there, or Steve will.
Bend over.
Well, you got to put the mic by your mouth. You can't talk into a dildo.
Hello?
No, don't. The microphone.
The collagen is interfering with the microphone.
Which one's the dick? Is it a mic or a dick?
Her hat just fell off her head.
Wow.
I wish her head was in it.
Her hat actually jumped. I got the wig stayed there.
Oh my God!
So anyway, I'm doing this movie about Dolly Parton. So
you are?
Yeah, I wanted to do this song called
About her in the
Rock
future?
Around Dolly Parton's Twat. So I'm wondering if that's possible to do that.
Wait,
Is that possible?
but we don't believe you're actually doing a Dolly Parton movie.
Yeah, it's set in
You know,
2080.
It's called Parts of Me, Dolly. No, because everyone.
Dolly, we got to go back to the future.
Hey, she's a big star. She's
In this one, she gets run over by the DeLorean.
So let me do that song. We're rocking around Dolly Parton's Twat.
Are you really? Yeah, we'll let you get to the song, but we want to.
It's Twatto, it's
It's been
Twat.
so long since we've seen you.
I know. So I'm the same.
Well, not really.
I'm not.
Yeah.
Why not, Opie?
A few more miles on you.
My
All bad miles.
Oh God!
Wow.
I have that hemorrhoid, and I never let anyone fuck me, my asshole.
Wow.
Okay.
Do you really have a roid? Jesus. He doesn't believe you have a roid.
Wait, could you show Carrot Top?
Hey.
Which one? She has a few hemorrhoids.
Carrot Top. She's got a.
I got a hemorrhoid, but it really works.
It's a
for me because
genital
I never
wart.
let any man fuck me in my asshole. And even when they rape me, I said no, please don't. You know, and they listen.
You know what? You look like a Dallas Cowboy cheerleader opened the Ark of the Covenant.
They made it. That's why they made the cheerleaders move away from the other team's sideline.
Exactly. Sandy K. Show Carrot Top Twatto.
And show Vinny. Vinny has not seen it.
Yeah, just move.
Hey, man. What are you doing later? Let's exchange blood tests. Is he Jewish? Is he Jewish? With a name like that? Are you Jewish?
Yeah,
Is he circumcised?
Look how she's doing like this.
Hey, enough, dildo.
Look how she's doing this porno humor, and then like her jokes are from
We know humor,
1912.
man. Funny is funny, as Buddy Hackett would say.
Exactly.
All right. If he wasn't dead, I understand.
Dead.
Hold on.
But he still
Focus.
lives.
Focus.
Focus. Who wants to do my big titties, man?
Holy, your hemorrhoid, do I?
Okay.
Yes.
I brought my big titties.
Sandy K.
Fuck.
Show Carrot Top Twatto.
It's XM, right?
Yeah.
Twat. Cunt.
Steve, will you control
I
this
love
beast?
words like that.
Show him
Twatto.
Twatto. We're not going to
Remember Twatto?
I forgot how frustrating she could be.
Now she'll just take pictures.
Hey, Jim. Remember when you were first getting into the clubs in New York? This is the kind of person you'd run into in like the New York comedy clubs. Okay, Jim, what do you want me to say about you?
Show him.
No, show Twatto.
Where's Twatto on the front?
You do crack? Who does crack?
Oh, we do.
Okay.
Play along. Play along.
Remember Twatto in the front?
I'm not
Let me see
looking.
Twatto.
No,
I haven't seen Twatto in years.
Show Carrot Top.
I'm not looking.
Well,
come over and look
not
at it.
too close. Right there's good.
Right, no,
Right there,
there's
Jesus.
great.
Right there.
Yeah, right there's good.
Okay.
Right there.
Carrot
Is there really
Top. Boy,
Twatto
I
in there?
can't wait to tell my
Yeah.
family.
Look at what this is.
Don't freak me out here.
It'll freak out.
Okay, where is it? Uh-oh. Did I bring it?
Move your hand.
It's okay.
Yeah, move your
I
hand.
got my Opie and Anthony.
Move your hand.
I got my Opie and Anthony G-strings.
Worst thing alive.
All right.
No, pull that aside. Oh.
No, show Twada.
Why would you look
No,
at
it's
that?
not embarrassing.
That's
We
what
all-
I want to know. Why would anybody look at that?
It's that.
Oh, Jesus.
What is that?
It's a
I
prop.
said I was going to die a few years ago when they had the doctor show. Remember?
Oh, my
I'm
God.
still here.
Wait, Carrot
Where's
Top
Phil
has.
Spector's pistol when you need it?
Right.
Hold on. Carrot Top, comment.
I thought it was going to be a cock you were going to pull out of there, and I looked
yeah.
cock, and then
It's like an ear.
no, well,
Did it get bigger? Did anyone see it?
it's big.
That is seen
Yeah,
in the
it's
old
pretty
days.
big.
Same size.
All right, go back by the mic. Get it back by the mic over there. And no, I'm fine. Shut up, Jimmy. I'll kill you.
That is
I don't even know what that is.
maybe the nastiest thing I've ever seen.
Yeah.
Here's the weird thing too. As it got
Hallelujah,
closer,
man. We're here,
Yeah.
man.
Oh, hi.
Jesus, you said I'd make.
As it got closer.
Hey, let me
the
just
whole
take
thing.
everything
The
off
whole
and
thing.
Yeah, the
fuck
whole
it.
package.
The whole thing. No, the whole thing.
I'm gonna
Her fucking shut up, Sandy.
Shut up.
Her genital wart looks like something that SETI uses to search for extra intelligence. One of those giant things that Jodie Foster should stand under.
That'd be kind of hot though. Just to be like you're eating her out, just kind of suck on that thing.
We had a guy come in and do that.
Yeah, actually did have a guy
From the Ron and Fez show. Yeah, Paul
'Cause
Lowe.
why wouldn't we?
Yeah.
With something available like that, it's a prop.
Yeah.
Carrot Top, can you tape something to that and somehow come up with a closing bit?
We should give Carrot Top 10 minutes in the green
10
room.
minutes and some duct tape.
Yeah, 10 minutes. You got duct tape and that. Go.
It's like a genital.
Is the hair on your dick red like that or what?
It doesn't look anything like yours.
Yeah.
I have red bush here.
Oh,
I've never
God.
seen it.
Oh, my.
Keeps it nice.
Hold on.
She keeps it nice and
Opie.
coiffed.
I know.
You know what's
it's
so
a little bit
depressing?
like Opie's hair.
Is she's in great shape for age. You just see, even if you keep yourself in great,
It doesn't matter.
you look horrific.
How old are you really?
I'm a woman of the 90s, 93.
Okay.
Oh,
How old is the genital goiter?
Well, I
huge.
think that, you know how
She
really
says
I
she
think
got
I
it from
got it. I was
shaving.
shaving. I was working at this place called the Las Vegas Bar. It was totally nude. You couldn't even wear socks or an anklet. And I was there. It was 40 seconds.
You woke up and they had it on you?
And I shaved, and then all of a sudden that growth came.
Could wear socks.
I'm pretty sure that's how it happened.
Even
Right.
a day
I
shave.
wasn't born with it, man.
Right after shaving, did you fuck a motorcycle gang? I'm just kidding.
It could also be from all the cock that fuck you over the years.
what's
She
with
looks
the-
like she used to weigh 400 pounds and somehow lost it all.
In 20 minutes.
Yeah.
Like she lost it in 20 minutes.
What happened to your pussy hair?
She stayed.
It looks like Fred Mertz's
for a
head.
weekend.
Fred Mertz.
Like this. No, I don't want to see your head. Oh my God! What is?
Now wait a minute. I can see a hemorrhoid.
Yeah, there's a
Why would
hemorrhoid.
you not have that removed?
Show me the roid. I didn't see it. I don't believe you have one.
It's
Show
another
Jimmy the
genital
roid.
wart.
Show Jimmy the roid.
It's dangling down there pretty good.
Really close.
Just open your ass.
Dang it, it's like a cow udder.
Want to smell my ass? It's really good.
Carrot Top's disgusted.
I have a great smelling ass.
No, shut up. Stop it.
All right,
Couldn't be any worse than your jokes. Fucking show me your asshole.
Wait. Hold on. Should we have Pat Duffy smell her ass? She says.
Oh, yeah, Pat Duffy.
Pat Duffy.
Bring in Pat Duffy.
Bring in Pat Duffy.
Fucking
Bring him
Pat
in.
Duffy. It's fucking Pat Duffy.
Fucking Pat Duffy.
Wow. Turn that hat around. You're going into battle.
Pat fucking Duffy.
Pat fucking Duffy.
fucking
And his
Duffy.
Amish beard.
That's right.
Will go into battle here.
You don't
we
have
want
to-
you to smell.
Don't touch it.
Sandy's
Because
asshole.
we really think that's a genital wart. We don't want you to get like a wart on your nose.
Yeah.
I look like a
Just
witch.
sniff
Right,
her
look like a
asshole.
fucking witch.
Get close. Get a good sniff and let us know.
Steve, control this shit.
Open it up. Open your ass cheeks,
Yeah,
Sandy.
spread them.
All right, get down there. Pat Duffy will
this is
smell
disgusting.
Sandy Kane's ass to see if it does indeed smell good.
Get in there. Open
Get
it.
in.
All right, open your ass.
Bill Burr at the Stress Factory.
Open your ass.
Yeah, there you go. All right, get in.
Bill Burr at the Stress Factory this weekend, Thursday, Friday, and Saturday.
545-4242.
All right.
Oh, what, Pat, what's the matter?
I've had shit, and that was worse.
Wow, we might have found something that Pat can't handle.
One more whiff.
One
Pat.
more whiff.
One more whiff. A
One
good
more
one.
Good whiff.
One
Open
show
it up,
Thursday.
Sandy. Open it.
Open up the ass.
Open it.
Open it.
Open up the ass. Go ahead, Pat. Get in there.
It's like musty. It's like
Two
an old
shows
attic.
Friday, 2 shows Saturday.
It's like an old attic.
He's cringing, and that's from a man who brushed his teeth with dog shit.
Had puke in his face.
Yeah.
Wow.
You all right, Pat?
Yeah, I'm fine. That was just...
Yeah.
What are you doing later?
It's like smelling
Nothing with
salts.
you. Oh.
If you pass out, just get Sandy. Can you squat over your nose?
Can you smell her vag, too?
Just smell it.
All right.
Sure.
All right.
Good sport. Yeah.
Yeah. Let him smell your vag.
Open it up.
Open up that vag.
Carrot Top, can you believe you ever got shit for being a prop act ever?
I was just going to say that.
I know.
Give me
You
shit for being a
believe
prop
it?
act.
Yeah.
Unbelievable.
And then sniff your finger.
No, Sandy.
No. There's going to be no touching of your pussy.
Sniff your
Sandy.
I
finger.
swear I was going to say that. I
Let
get
him
shit for being a
just
prop
smell it.
act.
He's not going to touch it.
He's not touching your pussy.
Open the
There's
lips.
not a man in this room that's going to touch your pussy.
It's not that my pussy smells, it's the G-string
It's
that
like she
smells.
lost 100 pounds in a day. Like that.
I can't believe she draws lines anywhere.
She doesn't.
Just spread your pussy and let Hal Roach fall out.
All right. You don't have to...
Open the pussy.
Pay his eggs.
Wait. Why?
Steve, why are you miking her vag? The vag
You never
doesn't
know
talk.
with her.
I'm waiting till his face gets closer.
All of a sudden, he's miking her vag.
Steve the Bear blocking everything. I'm loving him right now.
Yeah, you got a $50. Put the Confederate money back in your fucking
No.
your
Do you want to fuck
garter.
her? You got to pay her with a pelt.
Hallelujah, man. Jesus was really, I'm a Christian here, you know.
Steve, make
All right.
Steve,
One of the originals.
All right, here we go. All right, now you
make her
can...
show it.
What?
She's got to pull her pussy open.
Yeah, pull it open.
Yeah.
Hey, this. Open it.
Open. Oh, pull it aside so you can get a good whiff.
Pull that aside. Now get in there.
Not opening her
Pull-
pussy.
Wait. What does it smell like?
Once again with the attic musty, never been... Oh, it's fucking terrible.
Never been fucked. Well,
Yeah, wow.
Is it
nothing tells
terrible?
me.
It's awful.
Well, you know what? I don't know.
Can you hear hits from the 60s in there?
Hold on.
The wall of sound.
Now you,
The wall of
The wall of sound.
You just smelled Richard Pryor's 30-year-old cum. Oh, shit. Linger longer.
Oh, God.
You know what, Ope? I'm not convinced of
horrible.
her asshole. I think Pat's playing it up. I think the only way to tell is for someone else to smell her asshole as well.
Step
Not
up to the
touch
plate,
it.
Norton.
I think
No.
that our own E-Rock should just not touch it, but I think that E-Rock
E-Rock,
should take
what do
a
you think?
whiff. I think so.
Yeah, E-Rock, come on.
I think so.
You've been messing up
stepping right
lately.
up.
This will get you back
For
in
some
our
reason,
good
I'm thinking
graces.
about Andy Williams right now. I don't know why.
Steve, make her open it. Make her open
Smelled
the
this
sheet.
smell in a while.
Oh, Jesus.
I know.
Oh, yeah.
Open, turn around.
Look at
open
Fan.
the sheet.
Fan's got the bucket.
Pat
Fan's got
Duffy.
the bucket.
My
Fucking
movie
Duffy,
is
leave
smelling
him.
Pat fucking Duffy. That was child's
don't worry
play.
about it.
Child's play for Pat fucking Duffy.
I
Okay.
have to go to confession after
All right,
this.
open the asshole. Pull it down and open
Does she
it.
ever get tired
This
of
is
bombing?
Just the worst.
No.
I apologize, Carrot
Sandy,
Top.
open it.
Open up your asshole.
You pull that string aside.
Yeah.
Hold on to that. Spread it open.
All right, we do have a bucket nearby because
That's a
there's
hairy
no way
bung.
E-Rock is surviving this.
A nice smell. A
There's
deep
no
whiff, E-Rock.
way.
I got $5 says he'll tough it out.
You think?
$5.
All right, you're
A
on, man.
good sniff.
$5. Hang in there, E-Rock.
Okay.
He's going to puke.
Bend over more.
Come on, hang in there. I want to go buy a breakfast croissant. Oh, he's done. He's done.
Wait, that's only the first sniff. You got.
Oh, God. Carrot Top, what are you here to promote again? Try to get a plug in.
Oh, Christ.
Oh, God
Now I gotta ask.
All right,
Carrot
hold
Top,
on.
2 shows at the Luxor.
Hold on, that's only the back end. He still has to smell the front end.
E-Rock, how was it? E-Rock, how
E-Rock,
was it?
what was it smell like?
Like an open coffin.
That is horrible.
Gotta smell the front.
Yeah, you got to smell the front and then you're done.
Don't touch it.
Anthony, you sure you understand why Bill Moyers doesn't respect you as a journalist?
I can understand now. Didn't Regis do this too? Come on, smell her cunt. I want you to get it. Get your nose in there, Gelman. Get your nose in.
All right, here we go. The front end.
Fatty Arbuckle.
He pulled her uterus out with a Coke bottle.
All right, here we go. Here we go. Front end for E-Rock. Here here we go.
He said he didn't do it.
This is horrible.
His fingerprints were all over a twat.
All right, here we go.
E-Rock is
getting ready.
A broken bottle.
Pull that aside, Sandy. You're cheating.
You're cheating.
Fatty Abba.
Come on.
Yeah.
Charlie Chaplin was quite a ladies' man.
Get in there.
Here we go. Hold on.
With E-Rock, or I'll rip your hat off.
Go ahead, E-Rock.
He got his
I know you don't
mustache
want to,
stuck
but you
on a
have to.
what?
Go ahead.
All right, here we go. E-Rock. Moving in.
Whip.
E-Rock. E-Rock. E-Rock.
Oh, there he goes. Wait, he's
Come on, that was
gagging.
half a sniff.
All right.
That was not a good
No.
Come on, be a fucking man.
First of all,
Right, get in there.
Get in there.
Oh, she grabbed the back of his head.
Come on, Sandy.
E-Rock, what
Pull it
happened?
aside.
Yeah, wait. Something went wrong.
Wow.
Pull it from the other side, Sandy.
Don't eat out, I'll tell you that.
Sandy,
No.
pull it from the other side.
Zippity doo dah.
Yes.
Yes.
Yes, you're doing that,
This
Sandy.
is it.
From that side.
E-Rock, a good sniff, man. Come
Come
on.
on,
that
E-Rock,
side.
do it for the troops.
Hold on.
Oh, God, look at that thing.
He is dressed in the good.
She did a USO gig in the Civil War.
So how we doing, everybody?
With all my amputees.
The blue and the gray.
E-Rock, now smell it with the lip. Go ahead.
Go ahead.
His face is priceless.
Yeah,
Here we go.
He can't take it.
E-Rock, going in.
Come on, E-Rock.
Go ahead, smell
Give
it.
us a
No
smell.
touching.
Good
Just get in
sniff.
there.
Big sniff. You okay? Oh, no. Yeah. Oh, he's
Spit in his
God,
own
he's spitting
hand.
his hand.
E-Rock.
What are you getting ready?
What does it smell like?
David Ortiz.
What does it smell like?
Embalming fluid.
No.
You smell like someone died.
Oh, my God.
Yummy I am too.
That is something.
Poor pussy is.
When was the last time you've been laid?
Well, I
Consensually.
could have gotten laid, but I said no.
Why?
Because I'm scared.
Yeah.
Guy will put his big dick
You're
in
not
me,
the only
man, and then break my fucking heart. Forget about it.
Your heart, your neck.
I'm saying he was cute too, but I have to I might fall
He was
apart.
cute?
He was very, and he's in radio too.
Oh, Jesus.
He's a program director for radio.
Yeah, how you doing? We're about the same
He was
age.
very drunk. He was very drunk at the time.
How'd you meet Joe Franklin?
Joe Franklin comes dust.
I was going to go with Cousin
How do we
Brucey,
judge?
but fitting people to the punch.
Joe Franklin and I, we had sex in the bathroom at Joe Franklin's Comedy Club.
I am?
Yeah, very limp.
What year?
No shit, he's
I don't
fucking
think it was
you.
Joe's fault.
90
That goes without saying.
Joe Franklin.
Give him a dick
He's a
hard.
type.
Yeah.
And he smelled my pussy too. And he was like, he liked it. He's,
No, he
he,
All
yes,
right,
he
look,
did.
this is
He
what
did.
Sandy Kane's saying. We don't know.
She's lying.
She's crazy.
She just lies.
It was back in '91 when I was funny. That's when it happened.
Yeah, exactly. He had to duct tape a tongue depressor to his cock to fuck me.
All right, Sandy, what else you got
I
today?
don't think Joe Franklin ever fucked anyone,
You have
really.
a song you were going to sing?
Yeah. Can I sing it?
What is it?
It's fuck around.
Good one.
It's rock around Dolly Parton's twat.
All right.
You're just funny the way you word things.
What?
You got.
Well,
Unfortunately, you got to put headphones on. Then we're gonna have to destroy after your.
Where is it?
appearance.
Can I do this topless?
Yes.
Because
Yeah. well, please. Yeah.
Don't do it like that.
No, topless. I mean, without a head.
Where's Tom Chiusano when you need him?
Exactly.
She has like 4 bras on.
Yeah.
Yeah.
She needs it.
Well, of course, she's 80. She needs it.
Tied into a
All the help
sailor's
she can
knot.
get.
hold these titties out now. Because they're real. They're not implants, Carrot Top.
Yeah.
They can't stay up with 3 bras on them.
I'm going to do rock around. This is for the new movie, Parton Me Dolly. And
What studio is doing this movie?
It's involved with the Rolling Stones APCO.
Yeah, sure. I hope it's a snuff film.
Fantasyland film presents.
Would you believe it? Really?
Yeah,
Dolly Parton gets killed when she's 90.
That fucking rickety hat is really annoying me.
Rickety.
Disgusting.
You're not an American, man. It's all about the USA.
Isn't?
Yes.
Toby Keith's
Okay,
sister
okay.
is here.
Yeah, go sing it.
Who's this guy?
Oh, he's Kenny.
This is my pasties. They say Sandy Kane.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, oh, good. You got pasties on. That's good.
Of course.
See, that'll keep everyone happy. Oh, my God.
Pasties, they're yarmulkes.
Holy shit.
Things like you.
No nipples, but
Shriners caps.
Definitely. Shriners caps.
Looks like her tits just graduated from Sloan Kettering.
Yeah, don't spin them around so much. They don't spin like the old
Hey, you
days.
want to
do
bust
they?
in the mouth? Fuck.
You know, if you look just at the boobs, ignore the hideous face.
Don't
and the rest
even
of her.
start saying. Don't even try.
For someone in what?
You know what? I gotta go with
75?
Opie. Yeah.
Thank you. That's pretty amazing for someone in their 70s.
Well,
Just the tits. The rest of the body,
You're
you know.
76, right? You look good.
All right, here's your music so you can sing your dumb song.
Here you go. You can
So,
sing it.
Parts on Me, Dolly.
Ready?
Where were you when
Dedicate
World
to
War
you,
I
Dolly.
started?
World War One.
All right, shut up. Shut
right
up.
here. This
Shut
is
up.
World War.
Shut up. Shut up.
Here we go.
Ready?
Cue the
Get ready to
music.
sing. Here we go. Focus. Cue the music.
Dolly Parton, wherever you are, bitch. Feel free to sing along. Take your big dick out and join me, hun. We're gonna have some fun. When your twat strikes one, we're gonna rock around Dolly's twat. Rock, rock, rock till broad daylight. We're gonna rock around Dolly Parton's twat tonight.
This is great.
When the clock strikes 2, 3, and 4, she'll suck your dick, you yell for more. We're gonna rock around Dolly's twat. Rock, rock, rock to broad daylight. We're gonna rock around Dolly Parton's
Please
fucking
be
twat.
You can't throw newspapers at her. Finish your song.
No, I'm gonna finish.
Please not
Jesus.
sections.
That's the instrumental part. Here we go.
Rolling up and hit her with it for shitting on the rug.
When it's 8, not 10, 11, 2, she'll suck your dick and then she'll screw. Rock around Dolly's twat. Rock, rock, rock to broad daylight. We're gonna rock around Dolly Parton's fucking twat tonight.
Oh, she's really like selling it.
When 8, 9, 10, 11, 2, she'll suck your dick and then she'll screw. Rock. We're gonna rock around Dolly
Dump the
Parton's
garbage
twat
on
tonight,
top
too.
of her. Oh my God! Hope he
Everybody
just
sing,
dumped the
man.
garbage pail all
Dolly
over her.
And the garbage is friends are laughing at it.
Can't hear the music.
All right, the music.
Oh, shit. Other garbage is saying, he had Sandy thrown under him.
Hang on, there's another verse.
1,
Nice.
2, 3 o'clock, 4 o'clock, twat. 5, 6, 7 o'clock, 8 o'clock, twat. 9, 10, 11 o'clock, 12 o'clock, twat. We're gonna rock around your twat. We're gonna rock around Dolly Parton's fucking twat tonight.
There's merchandise
Say it.
available in the
Twat, twat.
Wow. Unbelievable.
Undeterred through all of it.
Yeah,
Okay,
she
thank
kept
you very
going.
much.
She's
Thank
a
you.
trooper.
Thank you very much.
Yeah.
Dolly
Now
Parton.
clean it up.
Fuck. Hey.
That is something. Sandy, when was the last time you used a stripper pole?
Ooh, we got one.
I know.
Yeah.
I'd love
Do you want to do a little dance for us?
You have the music? You have the
Can we
music?
play some music?
What kind of
We
music
gotta-
you like?
Well, I had the other Dolly Parton song, Here You Come Again.
No, we need a real stripper song.
Yeah, we need like a
What was your
stripper
song during the day?
What was it, Benny Goodman?
I love Dick. I should have put I Love Dick with me. I love Dick. He's sweeter than ice cream. on
Anything
his
by
dick.
Scott Joplin just made her wet.
Okay. Benny Goodman. I like.
It's just like the piano player that
like-
used to play during the silent movies. Oh. Here we go.
Yeah, here's your song from the old days.
Flash.
Get on the pole, you haw.
We bring you now to a strip club with Sandy Kane.
Before we send the guys off to war.
This is a celebration of the invasion in Normandy to free France from the Nazi menace. And now we take a break with Sandy Kane.
Her vagina caused more damage than the Bombay of the Enola Gay.
This is what you're fighting for, boys.
Remember, we don't want Tojo getting his hands on this. Yeah. Oh, God. This is what we're fighting
Kind of makes you
for.
want to go back to Iwo Jima.
What the fuck?
Pussy will remind you of the rice and raw fish we'll have to eat if the Japs win.
You thought being a POW was bad. Have again read this?
No, she's rubbing her ass on the pole.
Don't rub your ass on the pole.
Pulling off her
Scratching a
hemorrhoid.
hemorrhoid.
That's what it is.
It's a hemorrhoid scratch.
It's refreshing. She's scratching like a chihuahua on the carpet.
And her cunt looks like it's wearing the hat that got thrown into the Apocalypse Now helicopter.
Wow, she's doing a little kick with her legs. She's wearing big white go-go boots.
Yeah.
And genuine fishnet stockings with, it smells like the fish is still in them.
Can we get a mic on Santa K?
Oh, you're putting a dollar under your breast? That's good.
Yeah, that's wonderful.
She could put a safe under that.
What move is that? Was that ever popular?
No. That's the I don't want to break my hip move.
Let's go. My hips are like graham crackers.
Christopher Reeve wouldn't be jealous of that.
Oh, shit.
She's holding the pole, and she was just like waving her right foot and making half of the pole.
I said dance on the pole, not dance like you have polio.
Dude, who does she look like? It's driving me nuts from an old movie.
E.T.
She looks like Dee Snider.
The old Alec Baldwin movie. With the ghost. The
one that
where she was like the secretary at the help me out, somebody.
I don't know the movie.
Yeah, Beetlejuice.
Beetlejuice.
The receptionist woman.
Thank you.
Got smoked out of her slit throat.
Yes.
Mic's not on.
All right, hold on.
Yes,
We're trying to get the
God.
mic on.
Hear us.
She does this shit. Is this what you used to do in Times Square?
We can't hear.
Yes.
We can't hear.
That's the dance you used to do in Times Square?
I used to get tips, though. Wow.
You get tips.
Yeah, don't come back.
Hopefully of bayonets.
We can't hear you.
I had to do this for free. She wants to be paid.
You want us to
for dancing on
What the
the
hell
pole.
you want from us?
I've got $10 if you put some clothes on.
Hey, if you do the big finale by throwing your arms out and then just crashing through both of those windows, I'll throw a $5 at your fucking cadaver. New York.
Just plummets to her death.
All right, get her back on
that
mic.
would be a scream.
Screw the stripper pole. Who gives a shit?
Okay.
Jesus Christ, that is just something to look at.
Carrot Top, where are you going to be, bro?
Wait for it in Vegas.
No,
We're going to be hooking up later and doing some pole.
Hey, Carrot.
I'm going to be recovering.
I
Yeah, I'm gonna be on
brought, I
a
brought
plane,
my
like a-
matches if you want me to light my tits up for you.
Yeah, you want to do that?
Yeah.
The big finale? What are you promoting today?
Nothing.
Just the Luxor?
Yeah, back to Luxor, Vegas.
You do it 6 times a week?
Yeah.
Wow.
I forgot where my,
Damn.
where my matches are. I did have
6
them.
nights.
Do you have
You ever
any
seen
matches?
anything like this in the lounges out there?
No, not really.
Not even at Circus
Hi.
Circus?
Okay, this is I want to do this just for Carrot Top. I'm a big fan of yours. I have watched you on TV, and you're nicer in person. And Opie and Auntie the greatest.
Oh, well.
Abusers and Jim. And Jim Norton. Okay, this is to everybody
There's no
here.
blood left in her nipples.
Jesus Christ. There's no pigment left in
Yeah,
her
big,
They're down
big
by the
titties,
nipples.
Carrot Top, but I don't have any nipples. God left me out. But then again, he gave me Tuato.
Why are they so awful, your nipples?
He took her nipples away and gave
They've
her
been,
I need a
they've been
good
chewed,
man.
they've been chewed off.
I never had.
Phil Spector shot him off.
He was using them as target practice.
She's got innies that she can stay. Oh, God, that is disgusting. Can only imagine the cheese that is built up in there. Oh, God. You could squeeze her tit like space food. It'll just come out. Toothpaste tube.
Now, I'll tell you, men don't know how to make love to titties, guys. I mean, really, they go right down to the pussy. They like big titties, but they don't really know how to excite
Point.
tits.
I'm having trouble believing anyone goes right to your pussy.
Wow, you have a hell of a memory.
I'll say.
Don't light your friggin' wig on fire.
Anybody having a birthday out there?
She looks like they got literally erased.
Yeah.
the old burlesque music playing. There she goes. She's lighting. Her magic. There it is.
Without the wig.
Oh my goodness. There she goes. Can you do this doused in gasoline? You're going to set your wig on fire.
Yeah, you're going to set your hair on fire.
Yeah, put her out. Put her out. There you go. Hopefully it's a Michael electrocutor.
Oh, I like it. I love abuse.
You almost set your hair on fire.
I know.
Can we see without the wig?
Is that flame retardant?
This is one of the biggest train wrecks I've seen coming into this show.
It's worth it, guys. You know.
Yeah.
With Opie and Anthony.
Without the wig, I want to see you.
Where are you performing?
Oh, come on. Let me see without the wig. So what?
I'm doing this movie.
No plug till I see without the wig.
Yeah, you sold us your rectal abscess. You can.
I don't care.
Isn't this, what was the
look?
My hair.
I have it. Let me see it.
Hey, Anthony, know who she reminds me of? The old cartoon where the dog pulls off the wig. Dino was in love with...
Oh, yeah. Yeah, when Dino was in love with that dog that did the commercial.
Yeah.
It was like a lassie.
And then Dino saw the dog without the makeup.
Yeah, went like,
ooh. She looks like Buffalo Bill when he was dancing.
Yeah. Would you?
Hey,
I'm going to be at Eastern Cock.
That's
Eastern Cock is a gay club downtown.
Oh, yeah?
Eastern Cock. That's going to be October 3rd.
How appropriate. I can't imagine any man wanting to fuck a woman after seeing you.
It's going to reinforce all of their ideology, and maybe even if there's a few that are on the fence, they'll fall right on the cock after they
sell tickets. You'd have her at your club.
Are you open in October? The Yankees are in the playoffs.
Eastern Cock. Every cock is on a fucking plane to L.A. right now.
Hey, really fast, we did find her stripper music. Very good news.
Okay, great.
This is what Sandy Kane used to dance to. What?
In 1912. I was the first one.
Here's her stripper music.
Okay. There it is. This is hilarious. Ladies and gentlemen, we're sorry we couldn't get Mary Pickford. But here is Sandy Kane.
But here is Mary Pickford.
Instead, you got Mary Pickaxe.
A benefit for all those lost on the Titanic last week.
That's beautiful. Yeah.
Hey, very good.
Is this what you would dance to?
Yeah, I did. Hey, I can dance to anything, man.
Mm-hmm.
Anything.
Remember the Lusitania.
Did you work in one of those clubs where the little door would go up and there was the glass and
peep shows.
Peep shows?
Yes.
Yeah.
It was great. I watched all men masturbate for like a long time. And it was great because I really learned a lot about men.
Yeah.
That men will do it to anything, man. Shit, if they could do it to me, right? And I worked there a long time, so.
I bet you've seen more cocks wilt.
I
Look like time lapse of flowers.
And then, you know, there's this guy, he gave me a lot of money to shit on my face.
Who is that, God?
And why haven't you cleaned off your face yet?
Wow.
Oh, my God.
It paid the rent, you know? I mean,
really?
The job stunk, but you have to, you know, you have to do something in life, right? Not everyone's as lucky as Carrot Top.
Yeah. He feels lucky right now.
Yeah.
Hey, Carrot Top, are you going to be on the next Surreal Life?
No.
Oh, all right. I'm getting the wrong info then.
Yeah.
All right.
I don't think so.
Okay.
Oh shit! That's
anything else, Sandy?
Sandy, yeah.
No, and I'm also, you know, I still have my public access show called Sandy Kane's Midnight Blue. It's on every Friday night at 12 midnight on Channel 57 and 84 RCN. Anyway, and I will be taping a live show at Eastern Cox.
Can I shit on your face right now?
That'd be great. I see Carrot Top shit on Sandy Kane's face. That'd make YouTube.
Yeah, we'll cross promote both their shows.
Yeah.
I dare you. I dare you. I dare you.
You like that stuff?
I love it, man.
Now, real quick, I want to talk about Phil Spector a little bit.
Okay.
Do you think he killed that actress?
He totally she did. She did not stick
You
a
think
gun
so, yeah?
into. Of course,
Yeah.
man. That's why I came out and said it, because he put a gun to my fucking head, and I said, anything you want, Phil. I think she should have done whatever he wanted her to do, and she didn't, and he murdered her.
So that's what you think?
I
Because
know.
he made you suck his cock with a gun to your head.
Right.
As he sanded off your nipples.
Phil
Spector made you suck his cock with a gun to your head?
Yeah.
In a limo
Who had
or
the gun to his? I actually dripped in my pants to get that one out.
running out of the bathroom with that one.
No, the thing is, in those days, I was the only one with tits. Years ago, they didn't have implants. So, you say, I had still...
Would you grow up in a Filipino's boy youth home?
No, I'm just saying that, years ago...
She still has the burnt matches sticking out of her tits.
I know, it's
people at home.
Just awful.
Oh, my God.
No, but I'm just saying, I was pretty hot when I was 22 years old, and I had big titties when nobody did. So
Were your nipples like that, though?
Always.
Your honest to God, I'm not even
I
making fun of
need
you.
someone. Why don't you suck one out?
They look
Oh,
like,
God.
your nipples look like assholes. They look like two assholes.
I know.
Bleached assholes.
No, there are nipples inside if someone would suck them out, but no one wants to.
God really didn't want to finish making you.
I have not met.
Even
I-
no one wants
I have
to.
not-
Hey, don't touch my nipple.
Even an infant would pass that up. Starving infant would
Unbelievable.
no.
I couldn't believe it. I couldn't find my nipples.
Suck on my nipple.
All right, hold on. We got
She's like Mitch Hedberg.
yeah, we got Casper checking in. Casper, what's up?
5 dates with Phil Spector, and she's still alive.
Very
Still
good.
alive, man. But
Yeah.
he
All right.
definitely killed her. Do you think he's going to be convicted?
Hung jury is what they say.
Still, he's real well hung, huh?
Excuse me. All right.
Yeah.
Anything else there, Sandy K?
Yeah, but aren't they going further with the trial?
Yeah, they're
They'll have to
figuring that out, what they're
Yeah,
going
but I
to do.
think
They got to do a redo.
The judge is leaning towards convicting him, though, right? Don't
The
you think?
judge? I think it's a jury system.
Yeah, as long as they can go
but
to court in England.
Yeah, but
What does Her Majesty's Court say?
no, but he's leaning, because he really did murder the woman. She's not going to kill herself, right?
I don't know.
You should.
Yeah. Why couldn't...
Let's give Phil a second chance.
I love how Sarah, she's literally standing knee deep in trash, topless. I know. Streamers hanging up. I think the problem with the trial was.
She's discussing like it's court TV.
Yeah, to be honest,
I'm waiting for a house to hit her and those shoes to curl up underneath.
Phil Spector was fucked up that night.
Oh, yeah?
He was on pills. He was on everything. He was incoherent. He was crazy.
This is a credible witness. You should bring her into the courthouse just like that.
Maybe she should give the testimony while she lights her nipples on fire.
Let me tell you
And
something about Phil.
Richard Pryor the same exact way. He was totally incoherent, on fucked up on every shit there was. So
There's no way Pryor fucked you.
why not? He was crazy about me.
No, he wasn't. He never heard of you.
What do you mean he never heard of me? How do you know?
Because I just know.
We read his autobiography. There's nothing in there about you.
Exactly.
Yeah, well, he definitely did, and he was just very crazy about me, but he was totally fucked up at all times. And that night he didn't have cocaine, so I was about to leave, and then he said, "Hey, leave the pussy, bitch."
If he knew you, chapter 6 of his autobiography would be, the bitch had no nipples.
He went right down to the pussy. He was not interested in titties.
He probably thought you fucked that thing on your pussy was an umbrella. He wanted to sit under it. keep cool.
He was a really crazy guy. He was a really crazy guy, but I would have fucked him if he had cocaine. He did not have cocaine.
Wait,
that
he
night.
always had cocaine.
Not that
You have
night.
to have standards, and thank God you have standards.
Yeah, right.
Wow.
Right.
He
so-
probably had it and didn't want to fuck you. He prior to him.
Yeah,
Well,
exactly.
no, he definitely did. When you're 22, baby, even you look good then.
You didn't know prior when you were 22?
I want to see pictures of her when she was in her 20s.
Yeah, but she didn't know
Are there any
prior
pictures
then.
of you? Do you have a website or something?
No,
Or
but
just
I don't have
webs in your
to
pussy?
No, I have pictures when I was 4.
In a covered
pictures.
wagon.
Isn't it true you were naked in front of fire when he set himself on fire?
4.
Yeah, that's the reason.
No, I really.
Really? How old are you?
Can you keep a secret?
So can I. Yeah, we heard that one before.
Well,
Sandy.
that's mine.
Take your wig off.
Why would you, when they gave away the punchline, just do another one that's the same?
Yeah.
What kind of comedy instincts are those?
You know what? I think Jim's
That's what
asking you.
annoys Jimmy.
Jim's asking a good question. That's a
Like
good
you
question.
just said, can you keep a secret?
Yeah.
And the punchline is, well, so can I. And then they said, well, so can I. And instead of just realizing the joke was blown, you went, well, that's mine. Like we were not going to recognize it was the same thing and go, ha ha, you card.
No, the thing is, well, that's mine. That's the punchline. That's yours, but the punchline is, well, that's mine. So
You're not listening to Jim. He's
Not at all.
asking a great
Yeah, but
question.
You have no listening skills.
Okay, you're right. You're right. When you're right, you're right.
No, it's good.
What is she doing? That's an impression.
You're right, you're right.
You do
No,
impressions?
telling. I could. Yeah, I could do.
Swear it's the real person.
All right, we're finally all calming down. So.
I could do.
let's,
Joan Rivers. Can we talk? Can we talk?
Can you do one with
that's
Edgar?
great. That's great.
This is. I could do. I love you, Mr. Sheffield.
Oh my God, that's
I love you, Mr. No, I love you, Mr. Sheffield.
Wow, that's good.
Fran
wow.
Drescher.
oh, that's dead on.
Dead on.
Wow.
Dead on.
That's
Do
pretty
some
good.
more, Fran Drescher.
I love you, Mr. Sheffield.
Just does one line.
How about one more impression of her?
I love you, Mr. I love you, Mr. Sheffield.
Oh my God,
right.
Wow.
Do the episode where they got lost in the cabin.
Okay, I love you, Mr. Sheffield.
You're a one-trick pig.
One trick horse fucker.
That's it. Can we talk? I love you, Mr.
right.
Sheffield.
We get it. We
You
get
think
it.
I'll get to Vegas or what?
You get that thing
I don't.
removed.
Yeah, again. Yeah. Maybe we can't even get to Jersey.
That's
you
when
know?
you got it, right? You said you got that thing?
You're on your way to Coney Island.
Yeah,
42nd.
Gets to Vegas. I hope she gets to Vegas like Pesci in Casino.
Yeah, just beaten in her underpants into a fucking hole by Frank Vincent.
Well, next time I'll come on, I'll wear my real hair, okay? And
I
it'll
want
be
to
like
see your
okay.
hair. Don't be shy. You just showed us your
Fuck, man.
God
It's like
almighty,
all
you show you,
messed up.
you're not going to show us your hair?
Let's see your hair.
Nah.
Come on. Let's
Come
see.
on.
Come
You
on.
show a hemorrhoid and
This would be the
a
money
genital
shot.
wart,
Next
not show your
time,
hair.
No, come
Is
on.
it red?
Yeah, it's like this.
Let me see.
I don't.
All right, we don't need-
Jesus.
Sandy, I want to see it.
Christ.
All right, let's go. Let's see
Show us
that.
what I'm not taking my fucking wig off. Shit. Unless you give me $100.
No, I'm not giving you $100. We're going to plug a
give me
gig for you.
with all your money, Jim.
$5. You
I
get
said it
$5.
before. Don't
I mean,
touch
you-
the hair.
We'll plug for you.
The whole
We'll
plug.
take off my
We'll
hair.
plug
Give me the
gig.
100. I can't pay my rent with your fucking
All right,
plug.
I'll
Yes,
suck
you
your
can.
nipple out.
I bought your book. I read your book, man. You're making fucking money, man. I'm not
Exactly.
see. So you know.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, but
Read your book.
Yeah,
Show me the
yeah. Well,
Sounds like Harvey Keitel in Mean Streets.
hey, yeah, no, I'm just saying, man. Next time I can do the show, I'll show you my real hair, okay?
All right.
No, it says no.
You know, remember my hair? It's down to here, down to my hemorrhoid.
Hey, let's go to the Verrazano Bridge and jump off.
Can I be your opening act? Fuck.
Titties, the whole thing.
Yeah. Well, it doesn't have to be titties. It could just be asshole.
Carrot Top, can you follow that?
Just it may not, actually.
Yeah,
It's a prop act following a prop act.
All right, we're
Where's Dildo? Where's Dildo?
Yeah, fine. Gather up your stuff. Put your
take
put your
Dildo and get the
stuff,
fuck out of here.
Yeah.
Here's our music.
Leave your hemorrhoid.
Here's your camera. Could someone? What disease do I have now that I held this?
Probably roaches crawled all over.
Oh,
yeah. Your apartment has a lot of roaches, right?
Oh, totally.
Yeah,
Now
running away from
now,
her.
Now I have water bugs, so I'm really,
You really?
Wow.
Of course, well, roaches are big water bugs.
Yeah, no.
I mean, water
vice
bugs
versa,
are big.
We got
yeah.
it. You have water bugs?
Oh, definitely.
Where are they?
I love them. Next time I'll
not in her twat.
I'll eat
We did
one.
a Cribs, right? We did a Sandy Kane Cribs.
We did
But
that.
that point,
We went over her house and videotaped her house. Man, you got to see this place.
Roaches?
Holy shit. Yeah, it was really a little run down.
And what about you? You had a small little room when they did that with you,
Yes.
right?
With
you. And now you have a big place right in Hell's Kitchen, right?
Yeah, well, and you still live in that shithole. That's terrible.
I live in Hell's
Jesus.
Kitchen. I
Do
live
ya?
A block away from me. She used to live a block away from me.
Yeah.
She's the reason they call it Hell's Kitchen.
Kitchen.
Cooking it.
That's true.
Hell's bathroom.
All right. Thank you, Sandy Kane.
Okay,
Yeah,
my
thank
friend.
you.
We're exhausted.
Thank you, guys.
Yeah.
All right, thank you.
Until
no
next time.
problem. Yeah, gather up your stuff.
Okay.
And thank
The
you.
garbage,
very
too,
much.
or-
No, well, you can leave that for an intern or something.
Okay.
I'm sure they'll be happy to clean it up.
To smell pussy, they got to clean
Yeah.
the shit.
All right.
I want
Get your,
Sandy to put on a
lucky
shirt.
job.
I want Sandy to
Can I
put on
come
a.
out?
Hold
Like,
on,
walk out
Sandy,
like
please. I want Sandy to put on her bra and hat and run through the K-Rock halls. I want her to run into Chiasano's office.
Is he still here?
Yeah.
All right, put your
Still here.
Life back together.
Yeah.
Take a little longer. Well, Carrot Top, I hope you were pleased with your appearance
Yeah,
here.
we have to catch a flight, Sandy.
Yeah,
back
you
to
and
Vegas.
Sandy.
So we got Carrot Top, Luxor in Las Vegas.
Yeah, Luxor starting again.
We got a lot of fans out that way. So
Yeah.
Yep.
Awesome.
Six
Actually,
times
you
a
do,
week.
In fact, we got a lot of I got a lot of friends of mine that listen.
Oh, cool.
I knew I was going to be on.
Hey, is that the casino you've always been playing at out there? Or is that-
MGM, MGM for about 10 years, and then this one just started. Yeah.
CarrotTop.com.
Same. Yes, sir.
All right.
You were
By
able
the
to
way,
get that.
Can I, Eric, can you put that monitor on that you wrote before, please? I just want to point something out. If it's still on, don't touch what you wrote. Okay. He wrote Carrot Top is here, and he spelled carrot with one R.
Of course. If it was Cupcake Top.
You fucking believe that Bob's
Mayonnaise
big boy
top.
hairdo?
Mayonnaise Top.
Fucking.
He doesn't know what a carrot is.
Leave E-Rock alone.
Aw.
He smelled.
He smelled asshole today.
Yeah, I know.
Leave E-Rock alone.
He was
smelled
a
a lot
real
of.
trooper.
He smelled a lot of today.
A real trooper today.
She's well in her 70s, and he smelled her anus.
Oh,
She's just gathering her
God.
friends in
All
the
right, I
background.
apologize. I'll leave that E-Rock in that fucking ducky boy hairdo.
Ducky boy.
That fucking ended a Wanderer's fight scene hairdo.
Okay, Mr. Shop.
Anthony, turn around.
Harry.
Turn.
Yeah, go around that way.
Take your pictures. She likes taking pictures.
Yeah, well, things are going to fall.
Take one of Carrot
That's a
Top.
bitch.
All right, Bill Burr's going to be at the Stress Factory all weekend long. Starting tonight, Vinny?
Yeah, starting tonight. Shows are busy. Reserve it.
You too.
Don't miss Bill.
Yeah, Bill pretty much sells out every time he's at the
Bill
Stress
Burr, yeah.
Factory. So if you get,
Thanks
if you,
to this show, by the way.
Really?
Thank you.
Really,
Yeah,
Bill?
thank you.
Go
Seriously.
over there because I want to take a go over there.
Look at
Come back
Sandy.
tomorrow?
She's dragging the Pal Talk camera.
Come back, absolutely.
She's a fucking disaster.
What happened?
She knocked the Pal Talk camera over, and then she's dragging the other one.
She's dragging it on her foot.
I think the garbage is just attracted to her. That's following her out of the studio.
Look at the cable for the
That was great. She's just walking, dragging it.
It's like she's walking out of the bathroom at Radio Shack.
You're a mess.
All right, listen. Why don't we get the fuck out of here? Carrot Top,
Yeah.
it was a pleasure hanging with you for the
Absolutely,
first time.
man.
Well, we would love to have you back. We didn't do
Yeah,
line
when
of
you're
the
back in New York, feel free.
Awesome. That's fun.
Line of the day. I think Anthony had about 15 of them.
Yeah,
fuck.
There's no way we could pick one or two. So just to acknowledge we do line of the day, and it's brought to you by BowDogFantasy.net, offering you all the tools you need to win this season in fantasy football.
Down
Trash
with
talk with
Cowboy
confidence and take home the glory. Go to BowDogFantasy.net, okay?
You do that.
Do that, please.
We got to thank Bill Burr.
Yes.
And we got to thank Sandy and, of course, Carrot Top and
Of
Vinny.
course, Vinny.
And Vinny Brand.
Yeah, everyone got their plugs in, so we're just out now.
Let's take it.
And I think Bill Burr's
away.
going to come back tomorrow because we don't get to see him anymore because he's an L.A. boy.
Yeah,
so.
Bill.
Absolutely.
So, Bill, you just come back
Yeah,
tomorrow.
I didn't get into the hole. I'm going to buy a hybrid. I want you to yell.
I want to hear about your hybrid car and everything.
We got to do a little catch up. We haven't seen it in a
As
while.
I get into
Yeah, I
my
haven't got- I
Escalade
haven't
and
got
drive
yelled
home.
at you
People are voting for line of the day on Pal Talk. They like the God shit on her face thing.
Yeah, that was great.
Oh,
They like
yeah.
they like your time lapse flower thing.
That's good.
Yeah, there were a
I
lot
like
of
the
them.
Dallas Cowboy
Cheerleader opening the Ark of the Covenant.
And whatever you said coming out of the bathroom, Jesus Christ, there was so many of them.
There was so many. Listen to the replay later.
I can't
Pick
wait
your
to
own.
hear the
Pick
replay
your own.
today.
What a day. Oh, God, I turned around.
All right.
It's awful.
All right.
But you got to admit, for a 93-year-old, she's kind of hot.
I don't know what it should look like, so I can't base it on anything.
If you just look at the the boobs have a problem now too because there's no nips. But
Right after the triangular shirtwaist fire, I think she was at her hottest.
Wow.
Hey, by the way, I'm
It's
hearing
obscure.
Sandy Kane has videos on YouTube for the people that want to know more about this.
I enjoyed the sanded off her nipples. Well,
Yeah, that's a great, funny one.
Yeah. Oh, shut up! Just leave.
God.
You too.
All right. Treat our guests nice here, don't we?
All right, we're out of here.
All right, Sandy. Thank you, Sandy.
Oh, God.
Go back to that failing rodeo.
They bring her out when they need the Bulls to leave the arena.
See you tomorrow.
That's fun.
Ladies and gentlemen, the one, the only, Sandy Kane.
Thank you very much. Thank you. Oh, oh, ow. Oh, ow. Oh, ow. Oh, oh, ow. Ow, ow. Oh, thanks. Ow, ow. I don't believe it. Ow! 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 Ow!
Ladies and gentlemen, joining Sandy Kane, Mr. James Brown!
I don't believe it. Eat it, monkey. Ow! Eat it, monkey. I don't play it. I don't play it. Play it. Play it. Oh, oh, oh. Sit in the cake. Hey, hey. Wow. Hey, hey. Ow. Ow. Thanks. Oh, ow. Ow. Oh, ow. Hey, I don't know. I don't play it. Drink a 6-pack, turn off the lights, Oh, and no. smoke some crack. I'm beautiful.
You're a filthy whore!
Opie and Anthony.